Today, I'm playing NBA 2K19 MyGM. The saga continues. I've heard great things about this story, so we're gonna jump right into it. Oh, this time they got me creating a character. I get to create my GM card. That's fire. First name Danny, last name subscribe. We're on the road to 400K, trying to hit it by July. Like the video, hype the video, no. But in all seriousness, Danny Hardaway, you know what it is. Let's go. Iowa, jersey number 8, left hand Danu Ginobili. You know what it is. Fishing. Why are we fishing? Tex Towers. Danny. What's up, Tex? To Danny, your eyes are looking glossier than the fish. You okay there, partner? Yeah, I'm cool, man. Yeah, just thinking about the past. I can't believe we're here. On a boat? No, well, yes. I mean, the boat's a surprise to be sure. Look at this view, man. But looking back on the past few years, it feels a bit surreal. You feel me? Well, I reckon that makes us a pair of peacocks, compadre. Yeah, old heads just have the craziest sayings, don't they? That's a perfect example. You see, I remember when we first met and you started saying stuff like that, I didn't know what to make of it. You were an unknown quantity, an alien, a stranger in a strange land, breaking bread with someone that spent their entire life eating. What are we talking about, Zion? Sleeping and breathing basketball. Oh, I didn't miss the last part. But you know, I gotta say, your expressions, they kind of grown on me, Tex. Ha, I knew you come around, son. Even though we might be different animals, we're the same beast. Wait, did Tex Towers just quote Kobe Bryant? You're welcome. Ha. Guess what I'm trying to say here is that the feeling's mutual, Danny. From the first day we met, I felt like you and I were destined for greatness. Scout's honor. Look, a man like me doesn't get as far as he does by skill, hard work, or talent alone. Luck's a more powerful force than a clatter of Clydesdales, and from day one, I could tell that you were someone special. I feel lucky to not only call you my general manager, but my friend. No, that's facts, man. Sometimes the stars just align and luck is on your side. Well, thank you kindly, Tex. I guess that's partially why I'm sitting here thinking about the past. It seems almost unbelievable that after ending my career as a pro, oh, so this spins off of the 18 story. That's what y'all were telling me. But remember last time, and if you didn't watch last video, you can watch it later. I think it'll give you a recap of what happened last time in the 2K18 story here in 19. Regardless, in the last one, you were a pro player, you had a career-ending injury, and then you managed to become a GM. That's really all you need to know. I mean, it all looks easy at home, you know? You never think about the long deliberation that goes into making deals, how to properly handle the press, and don't get me started on dealing with eccentric personality. You're talking about yours truly, or is that aimed toward one of them Sanderson fellas? Oh man, the Sandersons, those guys were so annoying, Freaky Tex. You don't even know. Well, I didn't have anyone in particular in mind, but sure, let's go with Bob and Andrew. Speaking of, I never did hear what happened between you guys before we met. It's a long story. ... Yeah, reckon you're right of it. Burning too much daylight for something like that. Okay, wise guy, if you absolutely insist, I guess I can fill you in. How much do you know? Okay, so now y'all will get the recap if you missed the 2K18 video. Just bits and pieces. I heard from the TV, Bob bought the team, brought in Andrew, and y'all tried to play nice. Sounds good so far. Then Andrew started to get a little too big for his britches. Oh, did he? That family was the worst ever, bro. And Bob started to have a heavy hand in team affairs. I heard he made you try and get some aging star to boost the value of the team. Vince Carter, man. Vince Carter in 2K18, but he was about 40. Not quite. The whiz kid Steven used some fancy math to show that good rookies are a good value. It was the old owner that demanded I get Vince Carter to boost the value of the team. Vince Carter, Tex. Look, Vincentity's throwing down the greatest dunks I've ever seen, and his veteran presence was immeasurable to the rookies, but he had no idea what would actually boost the value of the franchise. Also, don't think you're getting away scot-free, Tex Towers. Trying to get someone to boost the team value sounds an awful like something you would have done as well. You may have a point, though you can't fault an owner for trying to protect his investment. Though getting back to the story, thereabouts is where things get fuzzy. What happens next? Well, it went something like this in the intro! Come on, man! Bring this back, 2K! Bring this back! The saga continues! When first brought into the team, Danny fired the previous staff. He wanted to bring in his own front office to run the team. Then he chose to work closely with Andrew, helping to foster a strong working relationship. After a starter showed up late to practice, Danny punished him. What you mean punished him? Despite all the press conferences, Danny never betrayed Bob's intention. Oh my gosh, bro. I really did, because They were trying to relocate the team. It got wicked. Danny helped the original owner buy the team back and prevented them from moving the team to Seattle. Bro, the original owner was so tough, I'm telling y'all. And now we have to pick the team we used in 2K18. So this is the remix. New York Knicks, that's who we ran with. So let's run it back. Phil! This is my guy, Phil. Danny, great to see you. You have any trouble with traffic on the way? And it was a little slow, actually. They had a lane closed, and I knew it happens all the time. All right, quit the small talk, big dog. Panic Zoom, what is that? Excuse me? It's my new app. Helps people calm down when they're stuck in traffic using the latest in biometric technology. You should not be on your phone when you're driving in the car. We're gonna disrupt the wellness app industry. Completely turn it on its head. You wanna know how it works? Well, hi. Oh my gosh, here buddy goes. This is the one thing about Phil. I love Phil, but he's always in some type of business venture that nobody's trying to hear about. It uses your GPS to figure out if you're stuck in traffic, and when things get really mucked up, it sends a signal to a companion device installed in your car. Alright bro, you get it. Panic Zoom? Okay, it's done well in focus groups. Great, man. Let's get down to business. Ready when you are. Alright, well, obviously, I'm here to make an introduction, so let's get it introduced. Danny, I'd like you to meet Tex Towers. Okay, so this is when I first meet Tex, so we're going back in time. One of my best friends in the entire world, and an even better businessman. Tex, this is Danny Hardaway, a close personal friend of mine, and the best general manager in the NBA. That is right, man. Nice to meet you, Mr. Towers. Pleasure's all mine, son, and please, Tex will do just fine. Alright, now here comes the fun part. This isn't official yet, so what I'm about to say stays in this room. Understood? Of course. Fantastic. Well, it won't be a secret for much longer, but the Board of Governors has voted to unanimously approve Tex's bid on one of the new expansion teams. Congrats, Tex. That's a very exclusive club you just joined. Thank you most kindly, Danny. I'm right truly honored. Now, as someone who knows this business better than most, I'm sure you understand the scope of what Tex is about to take on, Danny. He's got to build an entire organization from the ground up, put an infrastructure in place, make 1,000,001 decisions, each one as important as the next, no matter how small. It's like mama always says, screws and skillets alone don't make a home. Your mom had some trash sayings, Tex. That's exactly right, Tex. Now, like I was saying, me and Tex here go way back. He's one of my very best friends in the entire world, and since he's got so much on his plate right now, I'd love to take a thing or two off. That's where you come in. I could beat around the bush a little bit, but you know that's not my style, so I'm just gonna put it out there. I think it would be fantastic for everyone involved if you became Tex's new GM. Are you letting me go, Phil? Are you letting me go? What? Now, before you say anything, let me just assure you that Tex is one of the very best people you could ever hope to work for. He's not the NBA nut that I am, but he's as sharp and as fair as they come. That's awful kind of you. More importantly, he's incredibly excited about the challenge of building an organization from scratch. And I can assure you, when Tex Towers takes on a challenge, he succeeds. He's got one of the most innovative business minds of anyone I ever met. Only thing is, he needs some help with the basketball side, and you and I both know that you're about as talented as they come in that department. All that being said, I want you to know that it would crush me to say goodbye to you. Genuinely, I mean that. I'd be crushed. But at the end of the day, I think this represents a game-changing opportunity for everyone involved. I just won y'all a chip! I know you're a fierce competitor. You want to go out there and put the best squad on the floor, and now I gotta start over with an expansion team. I rebuilt the sorry Knicks and try to win a championship. I might end up selling the team again. Again, Phil? Man, Phil's pockets are always just... He told me he was cool when he came back and that he had a good backing behind him. Phil's pockets are always hurting. I might end up selling the team again, and you deserve better, Danny. With Tex, you'll have an owner committed to win it and can give you the best shot. Wait, what? You'll have an owner committed to win it and you can't give You'll have an owner committed to win it and can give you the best shot to do what you do best. No, that was just a bad sentence. That wasn't even me. I know this is a lot at once, Danny, but I really do think this is the best move for everyone involved. You don't have to give me an answer right this second, but talk me through your thought process. Where are you at right now? First of all, I'm flattered. I thought I was going to have a dialogue option and not have a choice here because I don't want to do this. And I can't say I'm not excited about the prospect of building a roster entirely with my guys, but you've got to understand, I'm fully invested in this team. No, facts. I poured a lot of myself into this job. You know that. Leaving now would feel like, I don't know. I want to say that leaving now would feel like a betrayal of my core principles. I got unfinished business here. Completely understood. I wouldn't expect you to answer any other way, to be honest, but I've thought about every single angle here, and what you've got a chance to accomplish by moving over to this new expansion team is historically unique. You'd be carving a place in history that no one else would occupy if you were able to transfer your success with our organization to success with Tex. It's an exciting opportunity. I'm not going to say it's not. You know what? I think I've done enough talking. Why don't I let your future boss get a few words in? Bro, Oh, they're basically just like, take this job. It sounds like I either take this job or I'm jobless. That's mighty kind of you. Now, here's the straight skip, Scout. What? Like he said, I'm a businessman. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the competitive aspect and the rigorous training required of all manner of all sport. Last year's finals was a real hoot. This was 2K19's, so 2018 finals. That was when JR grabbed the board, ran it out to the 3. But I'm a businessman first and a fan second. I know he's got the posters on his walls and the playing cards. They're trading cards. Or, well, is that what you call them? I guess so. No, that's more Pokemon. They're just sports cards, regardless. And all that. But I'm more into dollars and cents, if you catch my drift. Loud and clear, Tex. No nonsense. I like that. Now, he says you're the best in the business when it comes to putting a quality product on the field of play. I feel like field of play is more of a football term. This dude Tex really doesn't know ball. I could probably convince him to trade Luka for AD. And if he says it, well, I reckon it must be true. And if that's true, that means you're one smart cookie. Are you a smart cookie, Danny? Don't patronize me, Tex. I like to think so. Confident. I like that too. Now, you being the smart cookie that you are, no, he's patronizing me now. I'm sure you understand the magnitude of the opportunity you find in front of yourself. You wouldn't be fixing, oh, quit doing this. He's trying to little bro me to turn down an opportunity of this magnitude. Would you, Danny? So what do you say? Are you as smart as you look? Oh, this dude is making me mad. Are you ready to make more green than a head of lettuce? That's a fire saying. I might add that into my back pocket. So I have no choice but to say yes. I'm gonna say as long as he remains our ally. I rock with my guy Phil. Nothing would make me happier, Danny. This really is a tremendous opportunity for all of us. Well, then I'll be happy to. And hey, it can't hurt to have an ally like him moving forward. +1 insight. Lunch with Tex. Where are we eating? Texas Roadhouse? I'm gonna edit that out. Thanks for breaking some bread with me, Danny. I like to get to know my dance partner before we hit the floor. Are we talking about an off-the-court hoop session? What are we talking about here, Tex? I'm right there with you, Tex. Peachy. Now, let me ask you something. What do you reckon my aim is here? You can see his cowboy hat in the reflection. What do you think motivates me to do all this? I don't know if I can speak to your motivation, per se, but if I had to guess, I'd say you're someone who likes to take on new challenges. Someone who doesn't shy away from competition. And running an NBA franchise, well, that's just about as big of a challenge as there is, and as competitive an industry as they come. That's mostly right, Danny, but mostly only counts in horseshoes and hay pile. What? You're missing one key ingredient, the thing that makes the world go round. You know what that is? Why don't you tell me, sir? Please call me Tex, but alright, if you want to play coy with me, I'll just come right out and say it. It's all about the money, Danny. I want as many of those grade A Uncle Sam approved tamales as I can possibly get my mitts on. I like the game, alright. It's a fine game, but I want to impress upon you in as concrete terms as I'm capable of that this is a business venture for me and I expect to make a pretty penny on this thing. You can't be in it for the money. What about the love for the game, Tex? It's no secret what NBA teams are going for these days, and it's only going up. If I understand my history right, the fellas in New York City haven't been a very good basketball team since the 1990s. I just brought them a chip in 2K18 MyGM. You didn't hear, Tex? Yet as venerable an institution as Forbes magazine says they're worth $3.6 billion. And that's probably more now because this game dropped in 2018. I want a first class seat on that gravy train, Danny. We all need money. You're assuming we do, and I tend on getting my fair shake. I don't know if you think this about me, Danny, but I like to think big. This is about a whole lot more than a basketball team. I tend to set myself up a little kingdom. I'm talking about a total takeover of a downtown area. We're gonna put those city slickers in Los Angeles to shame when we're done setting up shop. That's a lot of work, Tex. You gotta get zoning ordinances changed. You gotta buy property from entrenched owners. Look at me being a nerd. That's what I do. I make deals. I get things done, and I get them done Texas style. Okay, that's kind of tough, Tex. We're gonna build up the land around the arena, turning it into the happening place to be, and I'm gonna rake in all the profits hand over hand. Sounds like you got it all figured out then. I can't do it without the help of some mighty fine people. It just we gotta get Kelly Oubre then. He's mighty fine, of course, and that's where you come in. From an operations perspective, I need you to keep costs down as much as possible. Oh, we got the Blazers owner. We got the Blazers owner. I need you to keep our overhead to an absolute minimum. If we're gonna make a good return on this thing, we gotta do it the right way. Medical staff isn't gonna be worth a quarter. Achilles are gonna be flying off the bone. The road to profitability is lined with fiscal prudence. Like my great grandpappy used to say, you can't pluck a goose against the grain. You understand what I'm trying to tell you here, Danny? I'm gonna say gotta spend money to make money, man. Listen, Tex, I'm sympathetic to what you're saying. Believe me, I am. But you brought me here because I know how to build a winner. And usually, you know, if you have a winner, you get that playoff chicken. But let me build this team how I see fit, and I guarantee you see a nice fat profit. That's a risky guarantee, Danny. Fatter than a hen at harvest time? Sure that. That's all I need to hear. Glad you see things my way, Danny. NBA expansion press conference Friday, August August 12th. Why is Bob here? Oh, I want to start things off by welcoming everyone in attendance. No, I don't have to deal with this dude again, do I? I want to start things off by welcoming and his chud son. By welcoming everyone in attendance today. This is truly an exciting day in the history of the Seattle Supersonics. Oh, the Sonics are back. Organization, not just for me and our staff, but for the city and fans as well. I'm beyond thrilled to announce that we come to terms on a deal for a new general manager of the Seattle Supersonics. He's someone you should all be familiar with by now. My son. Oh, so Bob is hiring his son to be the GM of the Sonics. Yeah, that team's going under. Sorry, Seattle, you are about to lose your team again. You're getting the worst GM in history. The young but extremely talented Andrew Sanderson. We have full confidence that now is the right time for Andrew to take control of basketball operations, and we're 100% committed to his success. With the entire organization in alignment from me to Andrew on down, I know great things are on the horizon for the Supersonics. Okay, let's open up the floor to question. Hi, Andrew. Hi there. I'd like to get started by just getting your general thoughts on the situation. My general thoughts, well, obviously I'm extremely excited about tackling this challenge, but first, I'd like to take a moment to thank— Oh, I don't like you. Let's not act like we're cool. No, let's not do this. We can really fight. A moment to thank the truly inspirational Danny Hardaway for all the help he's given me throughout career. Without him, I don't know where I'd be today. I really mean that. He's given me everything he's got to give, all the wisdom, all the love, and I feel really truly blessed to call him my mentor. He's a hero to a lot of us in this business, and I've been unbelievably fortunate to have opportunity to work side by side with a living legend. We weren't talking like that on your way out. We weren't. Danny, any thoughts on Andrew's comments? I'm not saying anything. No comment, man. No comment. We don't rock with him. After the press conference, limousine. You want me to let you in on a little secret? What's up, Tex? Is it still a secret if Bob and Andrew are here? You got me there, kid. Sharper than a rattlesnake with a laser blade, this one is. Anywho, you know by now that Bob recommended you for the job, of course. Bob recommended me? Bro, me and Bob were in beef. You don't even understand. But what you might not know is that he's the one that talked me into this whole racket to begin with. If it weren't for a little bit of idle chick chat on the back nine of Augusta last June, the way this dude talks is so crazy, I might never have gotten into the basketball business. Is that right? Right as rain, fella. You know as I do. You know as well as I do that Bob's mighty persuasive once he sets to yammering about something, and he did an absolutely bang up job on selling me on the future of this here league. Now, at this point, you might be thinking that the time for collaboration with old Bob here is over. We got our separate teams, we go our separate ways. But the way I see it, I think we might be able to come to some sort of an arrangement that could be mighty advantageous to the whole lot of us. Hey, just don't get me in some kind of Rico, Tex. Mind if I jump in here for a minute, Tex? Loudest bullfrog gets the girl. I guess I never been the loudest bullfrog. Right, well, you know me for a long time now, Danny, and I think you know that I'm a man who likes to maximize his advantages and minimize his disadvantage. It's an approach that applies to business just as much as it applies to basketball. Losing you, that's a big disadvantage, one that I'd like to minimize. But there's another way to look at it too, and that's the flip side of this coin, which is you going to work with our good friend Tex could be a major advantage for everyone involved. I'm listening. What I'm proposing is, in essence, a strategic alliance. Like I said, it'll hurt to lose you. That's undeniable. But if we act with our two best interests in mind, I don't want to work with you, Bob. We're not cool. Whenever possible, it'll really help us get a leg up on the competition in a league where everyone sees everyone else as the enemy. He's 100% right, Danny. But before we go any further, I want to address, the elephant in the room. This isn't going to work if we're not brutally honest with each other. So yeah, I know that you and I didn't get along very well last season. I don't like you. That would be an accurate statement. Hey, I'm not trying to deny it, but I think now's a good chance for us to turn over a new leaf. Holding grudges isn't healthy in personal life or business. If you miss out on an opportunity because you're holding a personal grudge, it'll only hurt you in the long run, especially in business. If there's a deal to be made, money to be gained, you're only hurting yourself if you turn it down. What about morals though? I don't want to work with y'all. I don't like y'all. And all that being said, I'd like for us to move past last year and focus on the future. If you and I just forget about everything that's happened— I didn't do anything to you though. Of course you want me to forget. This is how it always is, bro. The person who's in the wrong is always like, yeah, let's forget about it. Sure, you want to forget about it because you're in the wrong. And look at how we can improve our teams moving forward. I think you'll see that forming a strategic alliance is the move that makes the most sense for everyone involved. Maybe for you. So what do you think? Do you think we can move on together, looking out for each other whenever we possibly can? Yeah, no. I appreciate that, Andrew, and I can see where you're coming from. But the way I've always looked at things is that everyone on my team is family, and everyone else outside of that, well, they're the enemy. Yeah. It's not that I wish you harm exactly, but I don't see us working together going forward. There's too much at stake, and I care too much about building a winner to to let anything get in my way. That's the only way I know how to do things, and it's gotten me this far, so I gotta stick to it. Sorry, kid, but you're on your own. +1 boldness. Yeah! Yeah! Talk turkey with me, Danny. Who do we got our eyes on for this 2K What's the Doozy? The 2K Hoop Summit? That's right. Who's the big hombre on campus? Not every cowboy can ride the bull, I take it. You're not 100% caught up on your scouting reports, Tex. Shame on you. Not as of yet, I'm afraid. A man in my position only has so much time, and the rooster crows whether or not the mules hit the till. I'm just messing with you, Tex. It's my job to keep track of this stuff, not yours. But since you're asking, let me get you up to speed. I'll give you a quick rundown of the top 8 players in the draft so you can sound like you know what you're talking about when you're golfing with your buddies. I prefer fly fishing, but that would be mighty kind of you. Good to know. Now, right at the top, oh, this is the 18 class. Yeah, you got Luka Doncic, Slovenian PG, and a small forward's body. Preternatural feel for the game. I don't know how to say that. Plays in the most competitive league outside the NBA and is doing things nobody has done in that league at his age. Not the most explosive athlete in the world, but some players just have it, and this kid's got it. If you watched him play, you'd think he's a seasoned vet, not a 19-year-old, which is what he is. Then we've got Jaren Jackson out of Michigan State, 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan, and has all the tools you want out of a modern big, except for that rebounding. Very young for his class, has a lot of room to grow, but has the look of a top-flight small ball 5 with his small ball playmaking, shooting, and versatile defense. After that, you got some combination of DeAndre Ayton, who went #1 in real life, Michael Porter, and Trae Young. You like wings, bigs, or guards? I like my wings from Buffalo and my guards burly. I can see I'm driving the bus here. That you most definitely are. So Tex will be hands off, man. Let's talk about Trae Young, top point guard prospect in the draft. Showed unbelievable range at Oklahoma last year and put up one of the most impressive offensive seasons in NCAA history. Trailed off a bit once the defenses figured out that nobody on his team could help him, but his court vision and shooting have a chance to be elite at the next level. Only concern with him is his body still is, bit of a slight guy who figures to have trouble guarding people at the next level and can struggle to finish at the rim. Then we got DeAndre Ayton, who honestly some people see as the top prospect. The Suns sure did. I like Jackson better. I like Luka better. But Ayton is a physical freak. Think David Robinson or Dwight Howard. Built like the Terminator, but light on his feet. Has a full array of post move. He should be better. Passes well out of the double team. Jumps out of a gym and finishes with power and finesse. Concerns with him are his questionable basketball IQ and skill fit in the modern NBA. That's valid. Will his post-game work in some of the more progressive offenses where post-play has been de-emphasized? That was a good analysis of DA. Rounding out the top 5, we got Michael Porter Jr. coming into this year. Remember, he went 14th in real life or 13th. He went like late lottery to the Nuggets. He was considered a possible #1 pick, but he hurt his back and barely played in Missouri, so we don't have much tape on him outside of high school against inferior competition. Still, he's got the skill set comparable to Kevin Durant, if not quite the same caliber. 6'10", great shooter, fluent in the open court, nice touch and feel for the game. Yeah, give me a couple more. I'm feeling mentally spry. Oh my gosh. All right, let's talk about Marvin Bagley. We can skip this one. 6'11" center out of Duke, athletic freak, fluid, explosive, can leap with the best of them, kind of an Amari Stoudemire type. Yeah, no. Not a great creator in his own right, so you need to set him up for success in the right system with the right players. He did go to Sacramento, so that might have cooked. But in that system and with those players, he's got the potential to be deadly. Some even like his teammate Wendell Carter Jr. even more. Just a really well-rounded player. Might be a little undersized at center at 6'10", and isn't necessarily an impressive athlete, but like Doncic, the kid knows how to play. I don't know about like Doncic. That's a little bit of everything and does it all pretty well. Finally, you got Mikal Bridges, 3-and-D wing out of Villanova. 3-and-D means he specializes in three-point shooting and playing lockdown defense. I skipped what Tex said, so I don't know what bro said there. Much obliged. He's a polarizing pick. Most people don't see him as a star, but his boosters think he's the kind of guy who can take a team with an already established star to the next level. They did go to the finals. Phoenix did with him. Has the ability to guard 1 through 3, and now he's in the finals with the Knicks. And knock down outside shots in a variety of situations. Catch and shoot off the dribble, coming around screens. He's a good place to stop for now, actually, because after him it starts to get a little murky. But I tend to side with people. They had no shade. That's crazy. Who put him in the upper tier. He's a little older than some of these guys, but he improves every year, and I think he'll keep at it. What do you need to be sure about someone like Mikal? I want to make sure you have every advantage. A head scout to start if you made any progress there. That's all you, son. Like I said, I'm staying out of basketball affairs. Oh, let me get my guy from the last 2K, bro. My scout, I think his name was Luke. I loved him. Carve some time out from when you get back from the 2K Hoop Summit to round out your staff. You have my blessing to pursue whomever you see is most fit. Thank goodness, bro, because Sanderson, he was always on me. Sounds good to me. I'll get that. I'll get right on that as soon as I'm back. Welcome to the 2K Hoop Summit. Here's your chance to get a first-hand look at the prospects that will be available in the 2018 draft. To get started, artist, select 4 players. Oh, I get to play? I want to be Aiden. I want to be Luka. Give me Bagley. Give me MPJ. So I get to play as them? Dude, 2K, we need to bring this back. We need to bring this back. 2K19 was all fire, wasn't it, man? But we need to bring this back. Like, this had so much detail, so much aura. It had an actual story. Like, people would enjoy this, man. I hope we have a good storyline in 27. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, we're actually playing. Oh my goodness, I got noises playing out of my controller. How do I mute this? Is that all that's gonna play out of my controller? I hope so, because I have no idea how to mute it. Why is Luka playing for Team USA? Wait, I'm just Luka right now? Does it like let me switch later, or how does this work? I probably won't play it, like show this whole game in the video or anything. Who is number 3 for USA? Kevin Knox, layup. Oh, fouled. I might get a couple buckets and sim out of this thing. Bro, I have no idea how to mute the volume that's playing out of my controller either. So hopefully that doesn't pick up on the mic. I'm out here like Tubi. This is a Tubi production, bro. But I think all y'all hear is like the whistle. But yeah, I'm really not trying to play all this. Like, I know who these players are. Here you go. Give me the ball, Bagley. So can I not control anybody else, or how does this work? Like, if I pass it to MPJ, am I him? No. Give me it back. I know you're about to shoot it. Okay, Bagley, you're gonna roll. I'm gonna try and get a little step back action with Luka. Oh, late. Good board, Bagley. Hit me back. Hit me back. Late. Oh man, the days where you could shoot the shot with your eyes closed, shoot it slightly late, and it would actually go in if you were open. What a time. What a time, man. Stevie Wonder could shoot in this game, bro. Like, it was really different, man. It was so much easier. I'll remember the 2K19 stretch bigs. I was a stretch back then. I was. It was fun. It was absolute cheese. Here, let me see that. Let me see that. I want to at least get a jumper to fall with Luka. Hold on. Step back jumper. Luka signature. It's hard to get much space off. They got Luka moving real slow. Mikhail with the dunk. I just want one bucket with Luka and I'm out of here. Like, one like nice jumper. That's literally all I need. Like that one Jay-Z song. Over the top. Okay, I'm just out here doing whatever. Get me out of here. I'm not trying to play all this. Get me to the next cutscene, Tex. What's going on, man? Your office, Thursday, September 15th. Oh, that's not just a Texas thing. What's going on, Tex? Fantastic. You won't find it peculiar that I'm starting to get mighty antsy about not having a home for our team yet. We don't even know where we're playing? Would be right strange to start a season without a home, wouldn't it? I reckon it'd be near unprecedented. I'm working on it, Tex, but I'm sure you understand the magnitude of the decision to be made here. I feel like we would know by now for sure. There is an unbelievable number of factors to consider, and I've got to do my due diligence. That may be, Danny, that may be, but I'd like to impress upon you one more time the importance of setting us up right smack dab in the middle of a big old honking metropolitan downtown. Somewhere we can benefit from the business already in the area, and where we can build up our own holdings and benefit off the business our organization will bring to the situation. That ought to boil down the stew quite a bit, wouldn't you say? Big cities attract big free agents. As the GM of this team, I got slightly different goals than you, Tex. I'm just trying to build the best basketball team that I can. But lucky for us, I think our interests dovetail quite a bit. You got my ear, son. The way I see it, any good team needs to be able to attract quality free agents. It's one of the 3 pillars of team building. What? Free agency, draft, trades? And let's face it, most of these guys are attracted to the big lights of a big city. It's rare to find someone who's truly country through and through at the upper echelons of this business. You ain't got to tell me that twice. So naturally, if we're going to attract top flight free agents, we'll want to position ourselves with lots of business opportunity, both for you and for our players. I'm absolutely dead set on finding a spot with a vibrant, growing economy. Don't worry about it, okay? +1 insight. Dinner with Andrew. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm starving. You're rollerblading still? Do your job, you chud. I'm starving. Went for a long rollerblade sesh this morning. All right, Andrew, you're already making me mad. You're still doing that? Why wouldn't I be? I could give you a couple reasons. You always did have a good sense of humor, even when things weren't working out how you hoped. I admire that about you. Okay, bro, get on about it. Look, I know we're not on great terms right now. I get it. I'm sure you know that my dad wants us to get along better. I do. All right, well, I want you to know that this isn't about that. It's not professional courtesy either. I know I made some mistakes with how I handled things last year. Agreed. Monosyllabic responses. Oof. 1 syllable response. Mono stands for one. It's a slang term. Look, I'm young and I made mistakes, and I'm looking to try and right wrongs, Danny. Yeah, you shouldn't be here. You're a Nepo hire. Why would I want to work hand in hand with you even if I did like you? Even if we were cool, why would I want to work with you? You have no acumen. You don't know bull. What I'm trying to do here is apologize. No tricks or ulterior motives. You're the better man, and by your example and learning, I'm also trying to grow. Good. Go ahead and grow on your own. I'm trying to grow over here. I recognize that I was in the wrong, and I want to do what I can do, or what I can, to make it right. Not for my dad, not for my team, but for me. Maybe that's a bit selfish, but I'm trying to work on myself, and well, I want to do what I can to repair our relationship. Well, that's actually pretty mature, Andrew. It takes more than a few words to mend the bridges you burn, but a heartfelt apology is a pretty good first step. I'm glad to hear it, and I plan on more than a few words to show my sincerity. Do you remember Steven, analytics guy? Oh my gosh, dude, I don't care about this dude. The Harvard analytics guy, the Harvard whiz kid. They were saying TJ McConnell was going to be a star. He's cooking up some stuff for us that I'd be happy to share with you if you're interested. I can forward you a couple of documents when I get back to the office. I'm a little wary of the no free lunch of it all, to be honest. What do you want from me? Nothing. Like I said, I'm just trying to say I'm sorry. I think we both know actions speak louder than words in this business. Can't disagree with you there. Great, so I'll be in touch with those reports. Give you some time to kind of think things over. Yeah, I don't want those reports going straight to the trash man. And maybe at some point you'll change your mind about me. I respect you too much, and it really hurts me what's happened to our relationship. Can't promise you anything. No promises needed or expected. Like I said, I'll send you those reports with no strings attached. It's just a small token to let you know I'm sorry, and hopefully you'll come around. Arn the staff. What's up, D Swift? Darrow, baby! Did I catch you at an okay time? Oh, you know, just putting up shots, same as it ever was. Oh, is he a former player? I thought you sounded out of breath. You need a few minutes to get your wind, old man. I may not be in NBA shape anymore, but I'll still beat you up and down the court, Danny. Well, my knees aren't worth a quarter, so you probably will. You don't want it with this, Darrow. I can still get up there. I really hate to embarrass you. You got to put some money where that mouth is, buddy. Just name a time and a place, and I'll be there to shut you up. I like you, Darrow. How about before the first practice as head coach? Get those rickety old muscles warm before you go to work on our squad. You serious? Absolutely. We're gonna run the ones? You serious? Yeah, I'm serious. My man, that's what's up. Shout out to Darrow. Shanghai Arcade. Oh, we're about to see Killian Hayes in here. Bruce Mandoa. Danny, my brother. Your feng shui is 90 degrees out of alignment. What brings you here? Well, in a word, you're a hard man to track down, Bruce. I know you've been living it up in early retirement, but I was curious. Do you have anything going on right now? Not at the moment, my friend. I'm 100% attuned to your vibe. Alright, well, vibe on this. I need a CFO, and before I go anywhere else, I need the kindest, smartest, wisest money guy I've ever met. I think you know who I'm talking about. I'm digging this vibe, Danny. I'm picking up what you're putting down, man. You were 50 talking like this. You sure you don't want to keep pursuing your truth? Far be it from me to ask a man to betray his own aura or whatever. If you asked me a week ago, I'd have told you that my path had diverged from that of corporate endeavors and reoriented itself to the endeavors of the soul. But earlier this morning, after clearing my mind with a little meditation and feeding my body with half a grapefruit, I felt a distinct openness to combining the two endeavors, if at all possible. I didn't know what that combination would look like until just now, but I felt ready. You speaking to me at this very moment in space-time only confirms that desire. Give it to me in English, Bruce, please. I see a new path now, and it's aligned with a bunch of bright, shiny Larry O'Brien trophies. You can count me in. Bet, Bruce. Appreciate you. Locker room, October 20th. Trainer, Lenny Ayers. What's up, man? How's the family? Can't complain. Great, glad to hear it. So look, I know you got a lot on your plate right now, and I don't want to take up a ton of your time, but I wanted to run something by you. Shoot, let's hear it. I need someone to head up my training staff, and you're the first person I thought of. Wow, that's quite an opportunity. Danny, I'm flattered, really. But, I don't know, like you said, I've got a lot of stuff on my plate right now, and I don't know if it's the right time, quite frankly. Let me ask you this. What's holding you back? Is there anything I can do to change your mind? He wants some more chicken. Just always prefer the low-key environment of a college program. Oh, we're trying to get him out of college, get him to the league. You've been asking me for years to join, and I'm getting older every day, Danny. My family comes above all else, and I'm not sure that moving to the big city would be a good fit for us. I see. Well, obviously your family will be well taken care of wherever we go. I promise you we'll help them get into the best schools, and you'll have plenty of flexibility to set time aside to make sure you don't miss out on them growing up. Yeah, me when I lie. He's going to be too busy with his job. Our benefits package is top notch, and we'll throw in a nice relocation budget to boot. I can't turn the city into a small town, but I can do what I can to make you and your family as comfortable as possible. I appreciate that, Danny, but I don't know. That would be an awful big change and a distraction when my life is already full of big things that need my attention. Lenny, look, I promise you that if you can just try for a year and you don't like it, you can come right back here. I've spoken with the school and they'd be willing to make sure you always have a spot here if things don't work out. You're making it sound like having a balanced work and personal life are impossible to do with them. What I'm offering you here is a chance to do all that, same as you always have, but taking it to the next level. I don't know what you're making now, but I guarantee you will blow it out the water. We also offer outstanding health insurance and a long off season where you could spend more time with your family than if you were working a normal 9 to 5. Yeah, but that season is going to be a grind. And on top of all of that, you get to live a life you always dreamed about. It's okay to want things for yourself, Lenny. Family comes first, and I understand that, but you got to do things for yourself sometimes too. Yo, I'm a master manipulator. Besides, if you take care of yourself and make sure that you're in a good place, you'll be in an even better position to take care of your family. You drive a hard bargain, Danny. And look, I know this is real low down on your priority list, but on a personal note, I sure do need you, Lenny. I don't want just anyone looking after my guys. I know you're the best, and I can't settle for anything less than that, especially when we're talking about the health of my players. I guess I don't see how I could say no to that. You guessed Congrats, Lenny. You're the new head trainer of a brand new NBA team. That's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, of course I'm thrilled, Danny. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this opportunity. I really convinced bro in one conversation. What's up, Chaz? Mr. Hardaway, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you are, Chaz. That B-Ball Vanguard site is really something. Nice work. You like it? Sure, I like it. You've done some really sophisticated work over there. I think you know that. I'll tell you one thing I don't love, though, and that's people running up on me in parking lots. Nothing personal. It's just, not my favorite. Sorry about that, Mr. Hardaway. Bro, I remember Andrew would run up on me in the parking lot. I'm just so excited about what I could bring to your organization, and I didn't think I'd be adequately able to express that without talking to you in person. What's this about my organization? I want to join it, but more than that, I think you need me. Is that right? The data-backed insights I provide are the kind of insights, man, where's the old dude? I liked our old scout that make a measurable, repeatable difference in talent evaluation. I've got needle-moving data on these guys. If he tells me to draft Bagley, he's getting fired, and whoever gets their hands on it will have a huge advantage come draft time. And why am I the lucky recipient of all this knowledge? That's a perceptive question, Mr. Hardaway. I could go anywhere I want with this, but I don't want to share my work with just anybody. There are a lot of Philistines out there that don't deserve this kind of access to this kind of data. I need someone who respects what I do, and from everything I know about you, you're exactly the kind of guy I want to partner with. Your openness to new approaches and ways of thinking makes for an optimal match with what I do. It's the most logical pairing I could think of. You're a very persuasive young man, Chaz. I'll give you that. He looks about 40, 30s. So we have a deal. I promised myself I'd never make another big decision in a parking lot, but here's what I'll do for you. I'm going to have my secretary contact you and set up a time when we can talk more about your proposal. Maybe we can work something out. That sound cool to you? Sounds fantastic. Just let me know. I'll clear my schedule. All right, bro. Tad Jensen, assistant coach. Yo, bro, my throat hurts from talking so much. I'm going to go get a sip of water, take a break. Tad, hold that thought, buddy. I got to leave in a few minutes, Tad. Let's make this convo quick. Danny, great to see you. I was hoping we'd speak. Oh, yeah? Why's that? Everyone knows you're filling out your staff, Danny, and I want in. I'm ready to jump back into this thing with 2 feet and a head full of steam. I'd love to have you, Tad. I just want to make sure you're not rushing back into things too quickly. How's the stretch? You feeling okay? Oh, no, what happened to him? Oh, yeah, don't even worry about that. I feel great. Been cleared by the doctors for a little while now. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity to get back into coaching. You're putting together this squad from scratch as an expansion team. That's exactly the kind of roster I know I can thrive with. They're going to be the hardest working, most fundamentally sound team in the NBA. I can't promise more than that, but that's an awesome baseline that I can guarantee. And I absolutely, I think you're a man of my word. You don't have to convince me, Tad. Your track record speaks for itself. As long as you feel up for it, I'd love to make you lead assistant under Daryl. That's something that would interest you? Of course I'm interested. I'm pumped, Danny. When do we get to work? All right, big dog. Welcome. My office. What's up, Al Wheeler? How's it going? He's doing all right. Glad to hear it. Now, obviously, you come very highly recommended by Tex. He's going to be the assistant GM. I'm flattered, really. You should be. He's got a lot invested in this thing, and from what I can tell, he's not the kind of guy who'd put that at risk by suggesting I hire someone unqualified to be my assistant GM. He most certainly would not, sir. So I take it you're all in? This is my dream job, Danny. I'm sure Tex told you that. I've been following the game since I've been in diapers. To have an opportunity to learn from you and to just do whatever you need me to make your life easier, that's all I've ever wanted. I'm happier than a wolf in a hen house. You really are cut from the same cloth as Tex. That does sound like something Tex would say. What can I say? The guy has a way of rubbing off on you. And remember, that's foreshadowing because later on I'm using his sayings. What's the dirt, farmer? You ready to fill me in on who you fixing to ride on the range with? You really are a poet, Tex. Round my way, that's how simple folks talk, but I do appreciate it kindly, Danny. Now, if you could just let me in on who I'll be handing out all those big, fat Texas-sized checks to, that would be just fine. No problem. Let me get you up to speed. Let me just start by saying I'm really excited about the team we put together so far. All these guys are at the top of their fields, and they should be a real advantage for us. I sure hope that they are, Danny. Review the staff. Okay, wait, what do I have to do? Head coach. Here's an overview. 39-year-old head coach. He has a similar history to me. He was a star. Oh, this is fire. That had his career. He was a star small forward, has his career cut short by a heart condition that makes playing the whole season too risky. He turned his career to commentary, then coaching in the G League. I've always considered him as a friend and a rival, so Daryl is the perfect guy to jump in as head coach. Assistant coach, 47 years old, had a winning record at a D1 school before having to take time away to deal with the compounding stress and doctor's recommendation. Bro, our staff's health is definitely in major question. We may not have the healthiest staff at all. Having finally cleared the recommendations, he wants to jump back in to help support a new team and bring his take on the team. He believes in working hard in fundamentals and had a reputation for being tough on his guys while still beloved by the team. What else we got? Scout. 28-year-old head scout. He's a sports nut and heads the ultra popular website bballvanguard.com. As an amateur, he has data on recruits that rivals the NBA. Always full of energy. He's thrilled to finally make the leap and become a pro. He can sometimes appear flaky or airheaded due to his habit of ignoring the present to focus on other things he's keeping track of in his mind. Okay, that doesn't sound great. Trainer. 48-year-old trainer that worked with me in college. He's a gifted trainer that could have been in the NBA, but he opted to settle down in a small town and raise a family. Loves the game and has worked hard all his life. He's finally ready to take the big leap and settle down in a big city with his family. Gives 110%, even though his quiet nature makes him seem withdrawn. CFO. 36-year-old CFO wizard that mixes a relaxed vintage beach vibe with a razor-sharp wit. I recruited him out of early retirement. He looks to have fun with the new challenge of taking his book smarts and applying them in new ways. We originally became friends after my career-ending injury. Bruce helped teach me how to skillfully manage money while understanding that there's more to life than money. That's right, man. His happy-go-lucky nature makes him easy to talk to, but without a doubt, he's one of the smartest guys in the room. And then assistant GM. 39-year-old assistant GM. He comes at the recommendation of Tex. He's worked with him for years and is a die-hard basketball fan. Polite and reserved. Al was a big fan of mine back when I played and is simply excited to finally be in his dream job. Al tends to leave most of the heavy lifting to me instead of trying to focus on catching the stuff that slips through the cracks. He knows his role is to support me. Yeah, unlike Andrew, bro. That dude didn't know that. And feels he'd be a better number 2 guy than being the big man himself. He seems to get along well with Chaz, as the two are always talking sports. So there you go. We now know the full staff. I got you, Tex. Gave you the full rundown. Oh, what's going on? Basketball's a team sport, relationships. If you're talking about making money, then right soon I want to be successful, but I don't see what that has to do with building relationships. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Tex, but it all starts with a relationship. You got to figure out what these guys want, what their goals are, what makes them tick. Once you do, you will not only be able to properly motivate them, but they'll fight that much harder for you because they know you've got their backs. If they're confident in their standing in the organization and feel understood and appreciated, they'll make decisions from a place of strength. You don't want people making decisions who are wishy-washy about your organization or how they fit. You want them to understand that you're going to get them where they want to go, where they need to go. It's as simple as that, really. I know I'm paying you to be my general manager, Danny, but I don't recall you paying you for psychiatry, psychology, or any such services rendered. Now, as my general manager and not as these fellas' strings, what would your professional recommendation be? Do I really need to get all buddy-buddy with these folks? There's only so much daylight between the rooster's crow and the wolf's howl. You get to know these guys, Tex. If you want to be successful, you'll think of them more like family and less like employees. A little goes a long way in my experience. You'll thank me later, I guarantee it. All right, Tex, hold me to it, man. Back in his office again. What's up? You must be getting pretty anxious about picking a city. You got no idea, son. I'm so anxious I could pull the stripes off a zebra. Yeah, that's a new one. Feel free to spread it around. I just might, but hey, I understand where you're coming from, and the good news is I'm ready to make a recommendation. Can't make grits in a hurry, I guess. If that means good things come to those who wait, then you're absolutely right. It sure does, Danny. But before you put the grits on the plate, I got something to show you. Oh, whoa. Team value $2.7 billion. Fan interest 78. Okay, there's the staff. This right here's the score screen, and from now on, it will be your one true guiding light. This screen right here breaks down the precise financial impact every decision you make has on the business. You making sure that screen looks right is your only job, as far as I'm concerned. If that screen doesn't look right, then it ain't right. That includes what bustling metropolis we hang our saddles at. Every decision you make will impact the numbers on this screen. So put a finer point on it. I'm not your boss anymore, the screen is. Oh, does that mean they stop making cutscenes and this is it? And I mean that. It's all about the bottom line for me. I want to make that as clear as it can possibly be. That's fair. Don't take this the wrong way now. I'm not fixing to micromanage you here, Danny. I trust you. I just want to make sure we keep our eyes on the basket, so to speak. That's the thing, right? Yeah, it's a thing. I know you're all about winning on the court, and I respect that. It's not as important to me, but I do respect it. Luckily, like you said, a winning product ought to make those numbers move in the right direction. So I think we're on the same side of things after all. Totally with you, Tex. Happy to have that settled. Now, why don't you tell me where I'll be cooling my pies from here on out? Oh, I get to pick? Where are we going? Where are we going? We need somewhere that's got fan interest, that's got money, because Tex is trying to make money. So I got to make sure, and so we need fan interest, population, money, and there may not be a crazy combo. All that. Cincinnati, Ohio is not bad because it's got a decent combo of, hey, we got fan interest, we got a decent amount of money. Okay, San Diego wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to bring another team to Cali, dude. That's kind of boring to me. I mean, like, respect to Cali, but y'all got plenty of basketball teams, bro. You know what I mean? What else we got up here? Okay, Salt Lake City will not be going there. Honestly, Seattle's not bad, but they're bringing a team there already. It'd be kind of fun, though, to bring a team there to rival them. What else we got? We got Columbus. Dude, I think Cincinnati's the spot, bro. Cincinnati's the spot. It's got a good combo of income, fan interest, population. Let's bring it to downtown because that's what Tex has been wanting. My office, January 16th. Morning, Danny. I've got Andrew Sanderson on the other line. I'm going to patch him in so we can have a conference call. Should be a hoot. I don't know what to talk to. Now, don't worry yourself none. It'll be real nice and and cordial. You got my word. Hold on just a moment and I'll set this up quicker than a fly finds a fish carcass. What? Okay, Andrew, you there, son? Howdy, Tex. Am I on with Danny? Right as rain. Morning, Danny. How are you? Long time no talk. I'm okay. Fantastic. All right, you two, quit your gabbing. We got business to attend to. Now, I've been talking with Andrew's daddy, okay, about our branding. Seems it's crucial in the line of work to have top-of-the-line brand experts set you up with market-tested colors and mascots and hashtaggery and all the rest of the film. That's absolutely right, Danny. I appreciate the enthusiasm, son, but I'll let you know when your input is needed. He said, speak when spoken to, chud. Anyway, Andrew's pappy says they can set us up with the #1 brand guy in the business. Says he could sell shampoo to a pig. He's a hustler. He can sell water to a well. That right, Andrew? Absolutely. In fact, that'll do, Andrew. Yo, Tex hates Andrew. Tex, this is why I like you, bro. You're my guy. We beef with the same people. Now, Danny, you probably ascertained that I'm hoping you'll take up the Sandersons on this very fine offer of theirs to meet with their branding. Is that a guru? Is that what y'all call them? That's right, Tex. All the top teams use them, and I'd be more than happy to give you his contact info. Because look, at the end of the day, I know things haven't been great between us. I know that, but I want to make it right. I'm still holding out hope that we can find a way to work together. Maybe selfishly, I just want you to forgive me. Oh my gosh, this dude here, bro. But I really have changed, and I want to show you we can make a good team. I still believe that very strongly. If you want me to, Tex, I'll check him out. Thank you kindly, son. All right, Guru's house. What up, boy? Hi, I'm not sure I'm in the right place, but I'm looking for the brand guru. I don't have an actual name, but we're all looking for something. Weary wanderer. But what is it we see? What? Sorry, I don't know his name. Names, they reveal so much, but obscure even. What are we talking about? As the great philosopher. Oh, we're talking about Socrates and Plato and what's in the name? Letters, numbers, grandma's secret saucer. Is it something more ineffable like dust in the wind? If you close your eyes only for a moment, is the moment on. Pretty sure that was Shakespeare, and also 90% of that quote is wrong, and maybe even song lyric. That's exactly your issue, Weary Wonder. Oh, he's on whatever LO was on, bro. You're too focused on right and wrong and not focused enough on now. Why? Or would you like fries with that? Look, I'm sorry if I got the wrong address. Where's the guru, bro? I can shed light down the tunnel you wander. What? Great. But it will require some patience, something you seem in short supply of. It's not my strong suit, no. I must warn you, this could be an issue, but it's not my place to judge. It is only my place to perform my role. The guru requires a certain way of being for all those the guru deems worthy enough to assist. What would that be? You have to solve a riddle. You're serious. Seriousness is a fundamental misunderstanding. This dude is so annoying, bro. I knew people like this too, bro, who just try to talk to me this way. If you insist, it's quite simple, really, but many have failed. Some much braver than you. One word of advice: the answer has always been there and will always be there. If you are not meant to find it, if you are meant to find it, you will, and if you are not, you won't. Either way, just be. Okay, so what's the riddle? 3 3 5 4 4 3 5 4. What is the next number? Hold on, I got this. We go 4 4 3 5 5 4. It's another 3. That's it. It's a number puzzle, Sudoku. How much time? Okay, great. See ya. It's 3, bro. I know it is. So I was hoping I could talk to you guys about this brand guru I met the other day. Man, I gotta go. We're yapping so much. I will be back. My goodness. We have had so much yap. I haven't got to rebuild a thing. Dude, it's like 5 hours later. I'm so sorry to the planet and everything. I left the PlayStation running the whole time. I did not expect to be gone that long. Got caught up in a side quest. I've looked into his rates and he's very expensive. What in the world were we talking about? But I can't find anyone who has a negative thing to say about him. Yeah, my boy was telling me he was the one that came up with the city unis for Utah. Oh, this is the weird, like, social media guy, branding guy, whatever. Wait, really? My kids love those jerseys. Yeah, those are really great. And I'm not usually a guy who's into a ton of colors and all that. All right, bro, we're glazing more than Krispy Kreme now. I've heard good things too, but I've got to say I'm having serious doubts after meeting the guy. He was weird. Why? What's his deal? For one thing, I'm not even sure I met him. There was just this weird dude in an empty room, and he kept referring to himself in the third person. Yeah, referring to yourself in the third person is nuts. At least I think he did. He was a real spiritual type. At least he styled himself that way. You might really like him, Bruce. I respect people. Oh gosh, dude. This GM series has some real characters, dog. I respect some people who pursue their own truth, if that's what you mean. Yeah, he talked a lot like that, only he wasn't making sense. Gave me a mangled Shakespeare quote and said it came from William Socrates. That's not good. Then he said if I wanted to work with him, I'd have to answer a riddle. What do you mean a riddle? Like a riddle? Like what's black and white and red all over? Oh, what is black and white and red all over? Oh, I know this one. A book, right? He called it a riddle, but it's more like code cracking. I'll say this, Danny. Some of the most accomplished people in their fields have ways of working that most would find unorthodox. There is no one way to approach existence. No, for sure, man. I mean, I'm sitting here in my drawers recording this video right now. That might seem a little strange. Maybe I should just make you the liaison to this guy because you two are speaking the same language. But yeah, I don't know. The whole thing just gave me a weird feeling. I'm not sure I'm comfortable sinking a bunch of money into this guy. I'm with Bruce, Danny. We put up with a lot of out there personalities in this business. If they can get the job done on the court, that's all that matters. I mean, yeah, but sometimes the off the court stuff starts to, you know, interrupt the on the court stuff. Like with my guy Freaky Z. Talent's not the only thing, but it is the most important. I personally don't know the first thing about graphic design or slogans or branding or any of that, but if she's as good as they say she is, I thought it was a dude. It might be worth it to put up with a little bit of, I don't mean to cut you off, Lenny, but can we get back to the riddle? I love that kind of thing. What was it? It was a sequence, a pattern of numbers, and you have to pick the next number. What are the numbers? 335 44 35 554. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I knew this earlier. It's a 4 again, right? Yeah, for sure, it's another 4. Well, it's not the Fibonacci sequence, so we can rule that out right away. The what? Like that one Biggie song. It's a sequence of numbers where each number is the sum of 2 numbers that came before it. Is it a phone number? 1 number short, assuming there's an area code. What were the numbers again? You know the numbers. I gotta say, this does seem a little ridiculous. No, for sure. Normally, I'd agree, and as much as anyone here, I'd want to protect Texas investment. But this guy's body of work speaks for itself. He did the Dove campaign, he completely revamped Old Spice, and he even made Werther's cool again. Isn't that old head candy? The candy? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they got a huge cosign from Kendrick Lamar. Is this really true? Or did Kendrick just randomly get name dropped in here? He like tweeted about how much he likes Werther's, and now all these kids are diehard hard candy fans. Everything this guy touches turns to gold, basically. When everything you touch turns to gold. Y'all remember that from the 2K17 soundtrack? What are the numbers from Lost? The ones that were like being broadcast from the island or whatever? 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42. I'm actually a huge Lost fan. Even with the way it ended. What is Lost? I had so much fun along the way that I really don't care how it ended. Who sounds like a guru now? Alright, Bruce. Here's what I'll do. You guys figure out this riddle and I'll consider going back to the so-called brand guru. Deal? I feel refreshed by the originality of the challenge. This is pretty wild, Danny, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty into it. It feels like I'm in one of those Nick Cage movies where they gotta climb up the Sphinx's nose to find a clue for the buried treasure. I'm not sure that's how that movie went, but okay, Lenny, Al, you into this? I told you I love this kind of thing, boss. Let me take care of this for you. You worry about building the team. And you, Lenny, you feel alright about this? I'm with Daryl. I think it's kind of exciting, to be honest, and like I said, plenty of eccentric personalities find success in this business. So, alright, you guys work on the riddle, but please keep it off work hours, okay? We got enough stuff to worry about without becoming cryptography experts. Oh, what you got for me, Double T? You're a T away from Tung Tung Sir. I had some time to review your staff after clearing some brush at the ranch yesterday, Danny. What'd you think? I think you did good, son. I think you did real good. You're making me prouder than a pit master at the Plano Pork Extravaganza. Oh my gosh. You're just saying that because I hired your friend Al. Al's a great man and an even greater asset to the organization. I hope you realize that. I wouldn't have hired him if I didn't think that, Tex. I just wanted to make sure you're doing a little research on these guys. Who else are you happy with? Your CFO is a mighty impressive fella. I was a little bit put off by the hippy dippy stuff at first. That's not looked too kindly upon where I come from, but I did my due diligence and it seems like he's just about as smart as they come. I may not fully understand him as a man, but plenty of people I respect seem to think he's sharper than the Tuesday axe. A what? Tuesday? Alright, bro. I'm not reading all this about an axe and greasing pigs. See, that sounds crazy. You really did your homework, didn't you? When Tex Towers takes aim, he doesn't miss. Alright. You best remember that. Hey, Tex, I was in the team bathroom. There was pee all over the floor right after you went in, so you do miss. Now, speaking of taking aim, I'd like to remind you about your primary objective, and that's making money. In my experience, which I remind you is ample, making money is about a couple things. One of those things is a product, and that's your job, but the other is perception. It's not enough that the product is good. People have to know it's good. No, that's facts, bro. That's facts. That's about more than I learned in all those marketing classes, which brings us to the brand guru. Here's the thing, Tex. Let me stop you right here. The only thing is money, and this brand guru makes it by the fistful. You said I'd do my research, didn't you? Yeah, sure, but this guy's out there, a real space case. That may be, but if that's what it takes to get it done in this market, then that's what it takes to get get it done. Bullfrogs don't get to frogging by eating hay. If you catch my drift, I didn't catch a thing. If this brand guru is what you thought is what you or I might consider a bit eccentric, then maybe being a bit eccentric or eccentric, my bad, is what it takes in his field. I may not understand the methods, but I respect the results. Once again, I must remind you, I'm just about as results oriented as they come. I understand that, but I'm just letting you know I have some serious reservations about this guy, which have been noted. Now, speaking of results, what do you think about bringing in that stud that your analytics whiz dug up last year? Seems like just the kind of player we need. Well, sure, but it's not that simple. Stars on rookie deals always outperform their salary, but that rookie deal's almost up. That's why we need to identify our own talent in the draft and develop them the right way. It's the best path to building a sustainable contender. Once you start signing guys after their rookie deals, that's when you lose that surplus value. That's good ball knowledge. I suppose that is your department. Just remember, at the end of the day, rookie deal or no, we got to rake in the cash. I get it, Tex. You want some money, man. Loud and clear, Tex. But let me ask you something. All due respect, but this is a good question. Why are you so obsessed with money? From where I sit, it seems like you're pretty well set there. It's not about the money per se, Danny. Does money allow you to buy the finest, biggest hats around? You're 100% right. Does money let you put new doors on the barn? Absolutely. My goodness. But to me, money's more a scoreboard than a reward. This is a mindset that some people have. You know what? We're getting into like some real commentary here, Tex. It shows me how successful I am in no uncertain terms. I wouldn't say that success and money are necessarily hand in hand. There are a lot of really smart people who may not be, you know, really successful people. Like, bro, my guy Walter White, he won this crazy award. I think he won a Nobel Prize, but he didn't have any money. And then him and Pinkman started, listen, it was a whole thing. It ain't about even buying, it ain't even about buying, the buying of things, though, of course, that's mighty fine too. Let me put it this way. I've told you that I like taking on new challenges, but for me, this is the newest challenge I ever done took on, if that makes sense. You're out of your comfort zone. That's exactly right. I'm nowhere near my comfort zone. But one thing I'm sure of is this is a business. And like any business, there's a bottom line. That's where I'm near sure that I can make that bottom line look fatter and fatter than anyone else who done did it. It's what I do. I may not shoot a basketball very well, but I'm just as competitive as a whole lot of these guys. And I'll eat my hat if I'm not gonna win here like I've won everywhere I've gone. It's what I do. I'm a winner. This is just about the most expensive endeavor I've ever taken on, and if I do things right, it can be the crown jewel on my legacy. You understand that, don't you? Building a legacy is just about the highest calling one can have. I hear you, Tex, I really do, but I think you're missing something very fundamental about this business and about basketball, quite frankly. And what might that be? Do you trust me, Tex? I sure hope that I do. Would be a mighty big mistake to give you as much power as I have if I didn't trust you. Then here's what I want you to do. I want you to meet me at this park later today. Here's the address. This isn't some brand guru tomfoolery now, is it? You're not fixing to jump out of the bushes and scare me or nothing, are you? No, Tex, just trust me, okay? Meet me at the park at 7 tonight. Wear some high quality sneakers or something I want to show you. No way we get to hoop with Tex. There's no way we get to hoop with Tex. I see the weary wanderer has returned, but is he any wiser from his travels? Guess we're about to find out. 335-443-554. In English, what's the next number in the sequence? Ooh, pressure's on. Stadium pulsed at an all-time high. Wait, can I see the sequence again? I can't. I think it's a 4. Is it a 4? Much like the self is an illusion, so too has your answer come to pass. Does that mean I'm wrong? Wrong and right are figments of the imagination. However, your answer was not the answer the guru seeks. So what now? Oh, we get forgiveness? Wait, oh, I really did think it was a 4. Wait, okay, so the 5 repeats twice, the 4 repeats twice. Turn a 2 to a 4, 4 to 8. Give me the 3. What is he talking about? Mountain summit, breathtaking views, so does the winding path, and trees and fruit. Did I figure it out? I got it. Let's go. Great. Can we talk business now? As you wish, follow me and I'll take you to the guru. It's not you, me. Oh, definitely not. I'm just an intern. Are you serious? That was just an intern? You're a... Oh my... Oh my goodness. This video might be called I Fell in Love in 2K19 MyGM. Kyra Westington. Why'd I take a screenshot as soon as he popped up on screen, or as soon as she popped up on screen? Lock in, Mr. Hardaway. You better be smooth today. Well, is that a problem? No, it's not a problem. Oh no, absolutely not. It's just that everyone kept referring to you as a he, and the way your intern was talking, I honestly wasn't sure if he was the guru or what. Brandon, does he look like a guru to you? Well, yeah, I mean, no, of course course not. But everyone spoke so highly of your work, I was willing to put up with what, quite frankly, seemed like a load of nonsense. To be fair to Brandon, I've instructed him to give people a hard time who walk in off the street. As you said, I got an excellent reputation, and I don't know what time to work. Sorry, I got lost in your eyes. And I don't have time to work with whoever wanders in. Most of the time, they seem to be attracted to the circus that's sort of been built up around me than my actual work. Okay, which reminds me, why didn't you send me an email? Oh, I'll text you. When Brandon told me you came to visit, I was a little surprised that you didn't set up an appointment ahead of time. I thought this was the only way to get in touch with you. Who told you that? I got your name from Andrew Sanderson. Do you remember working with him? Andrew, sure, I remember. That's strange though, because he definitely has my email address. See, I knew Andrew. Nobody likes Andrew, bro. I'll have to follow up with him about that. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but I'm thrilled that you're here. Developing an NBA team's branding from scratch is a brand consultant's dream, and I'm a pretty big NBA fan. Oh, you like hoops, man? We can watch a game together? Okay. As a matter of fact, what did Drake say? I have you courtside, not the middle row. No, I won't. Well, we got the GM's salary. Yeah, I'll have you courtside. As a matter of fact, once Brandon told me you stopped by, I got to work on a couple of concepts, and I'd love to walk you through them. Are you still on board? Absolutely. I'd love to see what you got. Fantastic. Let's do it. This means nothing to me. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let's advance here. Rooftop court. Oh, is this where we get to hoop with Tex? You made it. Texans, keep that word. Come heaven or high water. Now, if you could shed some light on what we're doing here, I'd be very much obliged. All right, let me break it down to you. I'm ready as a donkey in a dill patch. Okay, I gotta ask, what makes a donkey in a dill patch ready? You know what? I'm not sure I know. Never thought about it much, to be honest. Just one of those things, I guess. All right, I'll laugh with bro. Yeah, I do kind of like it. Has a bit of poetry. Okay, cool. Happier than a clam. You could say that. But anyway, let me explain what you're doing here. I just want to preface all this by saying that I understand you want to make as much money as possible. You made that abundantly clear, and I can promise you that everything I do as far as running the team is going to help you there. That's mighty comforting, Danny. But I've also been trying to explain something to you that I don't think you're getting quite yet. And that's, if you want to make money in this business, you got to understand what drives the people in this business. Business isn't just about the bottom line, it's about people too. I'm not sure I'm 100% there with you just yet, but keep it going. At the end of the day, you're dealing with people. And if you can understand what motivates them, you can understand how to get them to give you what you need. It's just basic common sense. And in basketball, I can guarantee you that as much as all these guys want to make money, it's about so much more than that. So you say. I know, Tex. I'm telling you, I know. But I've got a hunch that I might not be able to convince you just using my words. That's why I brought you here. I know you don't have much experience with the game as a game, so we're gonna play. Excuse me, son? That's right. I want to give you a taste of what this is all about. Oh my goodness. We could sham God him into an early retirement. I think I understand where you're coming from, Tex, but I need you to understand where I'm coming from and where most people in this business are coming from. No better way to do that than to get you on the court for a little action. I'm more out of shape than a TP and a twister. I'll take it easy on you, Tex. I just want to get your feet a little wet. I don't have a choice, do I? You trust me, don't you? I done lost count on how many times I told you I trust you by now. Well, then let's get on with you. Ready to see what this is all about? I'm not so sure that I am, but cowboy up, I guess. All right, let's hoop, Tex. Oh my goodness, I'm hooping with Tex. Oh my gosh, look at the loading screens, bro. Stuff just used to have more aura, bro. The sun used to shine a little bit brighter. The grass used to be a little greener. First to 5 wins. Show Tex you still got it. If I lose to Tex, why is Freaky Tex almost as tall as me? Didn't I play in the league? He can't even dribble. He can't even dribble. Get that out of here. Wait, am I fast? Oh my gosh, dude. I am slow as Christmas. I'm gonna take him to the rack. Oh no, mid-range off the window. We'll take it. I was trying to dunk meter, but that wasn't even a thing at this time. Look at the rooftop court. Give me those. Oh my gosh, I got caught reaching. Is he about to? What? Tex just dunked it? No way Unc can dunk, bro. I gotta get him back. Can I take him? Little late. Bro, this game was fire. Bro, I mean, it's just so much cooler. Tex, you're not going anywhere, big dog. You're not going anywhere. Oh, come on. Come on, bro. We're really calling that on the blacktop. Nobody here. Call your own fouls. You call that on me? Bro, I was playing like some casual hoop runs at the gym. Okay, I need to lock in. Dude, somebody called an over the back on me. I was sick. It was a bad call, too. I didn't even really go over the back. back. Can I pull it in his face? No. Okay, I don't know what type of difficulty this is on. Why can Tex kind of move? If I lose to Tex, that's a shame. Slowest spin move ever. I'm right there. No way. Give me the board. Bro, I do not look like a guy who used to hoop in the league. Like, I look out of shape out of here. Okay, little lay. I keep trying to dunk meter. I gotta remember you just turbo into the dunk rather than, you know, trying to use a stick. Give me those, Tex. Give me those. I'm a dive. I got lock take off that. I got lock take. Yo, what takeover y'all think Tex has? Hold on. A little bit of bag work for Tex to the rim. Oh my gosh. You're telling me he doesn't hoop? You're telling me Tex doesn't hoop? He's moving like this is 70? Hold on, I'm taking him though. I got too much stamina. I'm really a paint merchant. I'm gonna try and get a jumper off to win the game. I'm telling you, we're both so slow. Give me those. Give me those. Yeah. You didn't come with the handle, man. I'm pulling over the top. Okay, I'll probably just go to the basket, bro. Make sure I win this game. Give me those, Tex. Oh, dang it. The delay feels a little crazy. I'm right here. No way he grabbed his own board. The me bound and the lay. Oh, so we gotta get a 2 to win, right? Or is it really just first to 5? Like no win by 1 or anything. I'm a boom on him. Oh my goodness. I just boomed on my boss. Is that game right there? Yep, that's it. I beat Tex. Bro, when Tex dunks, oh my gosh. That's insane. I can't believe bro dunked. Rooftop court again, February 5th. Are we going to play the coach, Daryl? Tex, you for real? You can jump like that? I had no idea. What do you think? You're starting to see where I'm coming from? It's a mighty fun diversion, Danny. I won't fight you on that, but so is hunting. So is bridge. It's a lot more fun than bridge. Come on. I have to show you how to play bridge sometime. You might well change your tune, son. Point being, it seems like another game is all. I don't really get why they say, what's the phrase? Ball is all. Ball is life, Tex. Ball is life. A lot more to life than basketball. I'm absolutely sure about that. You're not wrong there. I just have a little bit of trouble figuring out why this game is so important to people. But what's your experience with the game, Tex? My experience, other than just now? I learned the game from William Wesley. You can never check me. Yeah, what's your experience? I think you said you watched last year's finals, but was that really it? Bob's one of them fanatics, so nearly every time I stop by his abode, he's got on some game or another. I suppose I watched a few others on my own. Once I got a notion to buying the team, but that's about it. Do you have any favorite memories from any of the games you watched? Favorite moments? Did anything speak to you? Speak to me? Can't say that it did, son. Come on. You've got to have a favorite moment or two. There's really nothing that sticks out when you think back on the games you watch. I'd be lying if I said something stuck out in any way. Why did you buy a team? You have no love for the game. Just the general excitement of the situation, the fans. That sort of thing leaves an impression on you. Alright, I think I know what I need to do. I'm going to send you a bunch of links to some classic basketball moments. I want you to watch them, then we can talk about what you saw. If one of those links doesn't give you a goosebump or two, I'll be worried that you might not have a pulse. Oh, Curry way downtown, bang! Blocked by James Jordan, last shot. You giving me homework, Danny? I wouldn't think of it that way, but if that's the way you want to look at it, sure, I'm giving you homework. Bold, I like it. You're not afraid to stand up for what you believe in. I like that too. I'm not so sure I'll fall head over heels for this stuff. I fell head over heels for the designer, bro. You send me your links and I promise I'll take a gander when I got a moment. Oh, +1 boldness. That's what I do. Guru's house. The prodigal son returns. Yes, we're back. Can we skip the routine today, Brandon? I'm tired and I'd just rather not. Brandon is a social construct. I simply am. All those who came before me and all those who come after me will be. Okay, well, I got an appointment, so if you could just take me to the guru, that would be great. You don't want a riddle? No, I'm cool, bro. Those who stop seeking find nothing but Brandon. Pipe down as you wish. He's kind of... So we're Baltimore. Team identity. Wait, we're the Cincinnati Barons, but it says Baltimore on the logo. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, can I change? Oh, can I change this? Wait, can I change the name as well? Hold on. Team identity. Oh, we can. So we're going to Cincinnati. Let's be the Cincinnati Freaks. That's what we're gonna be, all right? The Cincinnati Freaks. Abbreviation, yup. Team colors, that's fine. I need a different logo though, cause you know, which one should we do? Which one's the freakiest logo? Yo, what is going on here? These two are kind of crazy. This one's funny. Yo, what is going on here, man? I'm gonna do this one, bro. This one's funny. The mountain goat. Look at him, bro. All right, there we go. We got the mountain goat as our team logo. Home uniform, away uniform. Y'all aren't giving me anything to work with. Dog. I can't even download anything to add to these jerseys. Man, I'm not gonna lie. We're rocking the practice practice tees. I'm not, bro, I don't know how to make jerseys in the slightest. We're rocking the practice tees, the Goodfellow tees. I don't know how to do all that. I gotta say, I feel like she didn't do a thing. I gotta say, I feel like these are looking pretty great. They look fantastic, Danny. So do you. And they'll go a long way towards establishing your reputation as one of the premier franchises in the National Basketball Association. With these jerseys, you'll loudly, clearly, unmistakably establish your brand promise. Power, poise, grace, tenacity, wisdom, ferocity. We're just using adjectives. Fearlessness, anger, compassion, toil, triumph, majesty. It's all there. Honestly, no offense, but I'm ready to be done with this whole process and just get back to focus on basketball. I'm just glad you're happy with them. Completely understood. We can only be who we are, and who you are, with the help of this art direction, is a galvanizing, growth-positive force of precocious, vitality. Sure, you're sounding like Brandon. Look, W. Rich, he's laughing. He's picked up a thing or two from me. Well, listen, I got to get these approved by text before anything's official, but I'm sure we'll be fine with everything. I'll let you know when we got the green light, okay? Wonderful. Let me know when you secure the buy-in from the appropriate stakeholders, and I'll do my social media thing to get the designs trending. You'll be the envy of the basketball world for at least a news cycle or two. That's it. It's a fractured world. The monoculture is over. You're lucky if you can unify the public's attention for more than 5 minutes. Facts. But I guarantee I'll get 24 hours on top of the news cycle. It's worth a lot more than you might think. All right, appreciate you, Queen. Hey, Tex, you got a minute? I want to show you the designs me and the guru came up with for our jerseys. I think you're going to love them. The Huru, the brand guru, the woman Bombard Andrews set us up with. Oh, yeah, right, of course. It's just, it's kind of funny. When you walked in here, I was kind of hoping he was going to ask me about the answer. So the riddle, I thought I told you it was 3. All we had to do, he's about to say Iverson. Not the riddle, son. The answer! Yeah! Allen Iverson. What that young man was able to do with the basketball, well, shoot. You'd near think he was practicing the dark arts. I'd never seen such a thing in all my life. You watch the videos, you bet your Sunday saddle I watched them. I can't believe that Tyronn Lue, the fella he stepped over. Yeah, I know Ty Lue, man. I can't believe that's the same fella that gave orders to LeBron James. How did he ever get over being at the receiving end of such a diabolical maneuver? I thought you might like that. Where I come from, something like that will earn you a glove to the face and a duel at dawn. Yeah, it was a pretty big deal. People still talk about it all the time. You watch any of the other videos I sent over? I feel deep sadness at not having been a basketball fan during the prime of Michael Jordan's career. Really? How does one man have so many game-winning jump shots? And talk about athleticism. That young man could jump higher than a hog in the heat at a soda hop. I tell you what, he's a GOAT. Whoa. See, that's not me. I wouldn't say that. You know what else struck me, Danny? What's that? The drama of the big stage. If the moments hit just right, well, I feel like I'm right smack dab in the middle of a Shakespearean drama. The individual exploits. Now, those are mighty impressive, but I don't know if any dunk that Jordan successfully completed was as watching Ray Allen hit his game-tying shot against the Spurs. Rebound Bosh, back out to Allen, his three-pointer, bang! Well, slap me silly and call me a guinea pig, but I get goosebumps just thinking about it. You really just quoted Mike Breen, didn't you? I just regret that I didn't get into all this much sooner. If I'm being honest with you here, Danny, I never did pay much mind because it always just seemed like, well, I don't know. I guess it just seemed like a bunch of young men running up and down the court while the score went up. But shoot, if I wasn't wronger than buttermilk and a banjo. There's a whole lot going on out there. I'm happy to see you're liking basketball. This is great. You sound excited. I'm more amped up than a kitten on coffee in the Carolina rain. Matter of fact, it might do me some good to calm myself down a little bit. Maybe now's the time to take a look at the design. I got you, man. Those designs weren't worth a quarter. They were terrible. So what do you think? You like them, don't you? I love them. I'd be happy to put these on if I were still playing. Then let's pick them, ship them, and roll them out. Oh, I thought they were going to be like, yeah, you can hoop. Go ahead. Yeah, my grade A seal approval. Fantastic. Just want to run it by my guys first. It's a big decision. I want to make sure I got a variety of voices weighing in here. That sounds mighty fine to me, Danny. Like I've always said, I trust your judgment on this and any matter pertaining to basketball and basketball adjacent situation. Okay, dude, it's been like an hour and a half. We have not hooped. We've played that one game against Tex. So look, I know none of you guys are fashion mavens, especially you, Chaz. What's that? Yeah, buddy's got no drip. Chud. Can you take your head out of your phone for a second and focus here? Sorry, I've just been toying with the coefficients on the zone truth shooting percentage stat. Yo, nerd! And I wanted to see what the guys in the Cleaning the Glass forum had to say about it. And there have been a couple of responses to the thread I started last night. I know this stuff is important, Chaz, but you got a real gift for making me want to fall asleep when you talk about it. W. Daryl. Yeah, can you dumb it down all the way down to kindergarten level, Chaz? TV stars like Daryl here are used to having their thoughts spoon-fed fed to them on a teleprompter. He needs a little help. Don't hate because you can't rock a three-piece suit like I can. Like you used to, maybe. You gave up the glamorous... Oh, so you used to be a commentator. Life of commentating where you can get away with that fancy stuff. You can't run up and down the sideline with a vest on. It's not practical. Hey, Danny, don't let these dumpy bums give you any feedback. Their idea of formal wear is tucking a hoodie into sweatpants. That sounds pretty tight, to be honest. Shut up, Chaz. You see what I'm saying, Danny? I'll give you all the feedback you need. Don't worry about the rest of these screeches. You're definitely the most stylish, Daryl, but thank you. But I need some input from the common man, too, if that's all right. Hey, you're the boss. But don't blame me when we show up on Shaqtin' a Fool with some corny-looking duds. Who wants to start then? What do you guys think? I'm not an expert, but I think these look pretty cool. I know my kids would love them anyway. Great. What about you, Tad? They all look the same to me, to be honest. Very helpful, Tad. I'm just saying this isn't my thing. They don't look any dumber than any other jersey I've ever seen, if that's what you're worried about. I'll take that as a vote of confidence. As long as they don't fall apart, buddy. Stop yapping. I hope they wash the jerseys. Me too, buddy. Me too. Good to know, Tad. What about you, Chaz? I think they look exceedingly professional. All right, Ralph Lauren, your turn. Me? Yeah, you care to bless us with your professional, sartorial opinion on the matter. As much as it pains me to agree with Mr. Tucked-in Hoodie over there, I gotta say, these are pretty fresh. Like any hypothesis, it can't hurt to test it. If you consider giving them a test run and live game action, might give you a better feel for their utility. Mr. Tuck-in has a good point. I wouldn't mind seeing them in action. We're about to run the ones. Oh, I thought me and Daryl were gonna run it. You know what? They've got the Jordan Challenge coming up soon. There are actually some pretty talented guys in that game. Actually, not NBA level, but they can do some damage. I know a couple of those guys from back in the day. Yeah, street ballers mostly, but they can cook a little bit. You know what? I bet we could get them to wear the jerseys and give us a little test run. And I haven't mentioned this to anyone yet, but I was thinking of suiting up myself. It could give us a nice little bump in the press if my squad pulls off the dub. Bro, I don't know, Daryl. I might be having a midlife crisis because I know those knees are about through. You having a midlife crisis, boss? I keep telling you not to test me, Daryl. I've still got plenty in the tank, and I'm not afraid to dunk all over you. That's what it takes to get a little respect around here. Not trying to put you on the spot, Danny, but are you sure that's a good idea with your injury history? These guys aren't going to take it easy on you, and no offense, you're not in the same shape you used to be. You selling me out too, Lenny? I mean, obviously, you're in way better shape than I'll ever be, but I'm just saying, these guys are in peak physical condition. The trainer's telling you this too. You might want to listen. And you're not going to want them to show you up once you're out there. That's going to put even more stress on that knee. All right, look, I know I'm not the same athlete I used to be, but this is still basketball, and I'll tell you one thing. What's that? I can still make it rain, baby. Drizzle, maybe. Keep doubting me, son, but know this. If you got a jumper as wet as mine and just a little bit of guile, you can do as pretty well in the sport, even if you're as washed as I am. Thoroughly laundered. Hey, even if I stink it up out there, it's still good press. It doesn't matter if I play well or not. It's an attraction just to have me out there. El ego. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys will make our jerseys look good. Everybody win. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see you get crossed up and posterized. Like Bruno Mars says, don't believe me, just watch. All right, even I know that was corny. Shut up, Chaz. Clown by Mr. Tuckin. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for your invaluable feedback. Couldn't do it without you guys. My goodness. All right, so we're about to hoop. Check out these new jerseys. I don't know why the jerseys were such a big part of the story. However, if I could have downloaded jerseys and the servers were still on, that would have been fire. Oh, this is just 1st to 11? Okay, bet. It's me. It's the ankle brace. Oh, ATM? ATM for my career. Who's on the other team? Deep 3, Conception, Itty Bitty. Okay, I guess these are the street ball guys. Oh, I can be ATM as well? Hold on, hold this. Pull up. ATM. Okay, no, can't cash out there. Ankle bracelets, defenses. All right, let me get over here. This rooftop court is fire. Hey, my ratings still aren't bad. Give me those. Oh yeah, cookies. I don't know whose ball that is. It's still there, ball. It'll go into Itty Bitty, deep 3. Gonna swing it back to Itty Bitty. I hope we get to talk to the designer once again. Oh, good defense. Oh, come on. Oh, we smoked that. Oh my goodness. All right, they're up 1-0. This is make it take it as well. Oh, then we can't afford to keep giving up buckets. Man, let me get that steal. Ankle bracelet, good defense. Oh my gosh, missed it bad. Bro, can we get a rebound, ATM? What are we doing? Just standing around there ball watching. Ball will go to deep 3. Don't worry, I'm right on that. Conception gets it now. Oh yeah, I'm right here. Yup. I should stop jumping. I really should. I should just go hands up. They're not going to make it if I'm hands up. Itty Bitty. Oh, he's big. He bodied me. Maybe I needed to jump there. Dude, we're down 3-0. Give me those. I just need the ball once, bro, and we can win this. I know we can win. We might not get the ball. Oh, let me see that. Deep 3 has it. Give me those. Man, they're calling reach-ins. Are we serious? Itty Bitty with the ball. It goes over to deep 3. Give me that. Give me that. Oh, go over to deep three. Shot fake. Okay, down to itty bitty. I'm right here. Good contest. Grab the board. All right, we can't afford to let up any more buckets from this point on. Let's just go get ours and let's get to work. I'm right to the basket with it. That's an easy lay. I still got it. My jumper's pretty good too. ATM though's got an A+. I guess he earned that ATM name. He's good at everything. Hold on. You set me one. I'm going to attack with ATM to the rim. Oh, that was bad. And we made it heavily contested. Oh, this might be on rookie, which makes me feel bad that I got down so much. Back out to ATM. Hold on. I'm going to do the pick and fade. Let's see if we can get myself wide open. I'll take the dunk. Oh my gosh, I went out of bounds. Bro, I swear there's delay or something. It's I know when I opened up the game, they were like, when you play a PS4 game on the PS5, you could expect unexpected behavior or something. It was like, you know, you could see unexpected behavior from your console. It might bug out. That's probably what this is, right? That's an all-time excuse, I think. Deep three. Oh, he's doing what he does, right? He makes a deep three. We're down 6-2 here. Give me those. Dive! Here goes deep three again. Oh, get out. I'm there. Great contest. And he made it. Wow. A little bit of FaceTime right there. Give me that. Deep three. Oh my gosh, if he makes that. He's on a heater! Yo! What is going on? ATM, why'd you sag? Okay, he missed. We gotta come back. ATM, you know what time it is? Bro, why didn't he shoot? Bro, I'm telling you, the delay on this is nuts. ATM, let's go. You're our best player for sure. Your attributes are crazy. Ankle bracelet's open. Oh, not anymore. Swing it back to me. All right, ankle bracelet. You're gonna set me one. I'm gonna try and get to the basket or get to a jumper. Dude, I'm slow as Christmas. We got a lot of shot clock, though. I'm gonna drive it with ATM, try and find an angle. Somebody cut. Good cut, Denny. Yup, good cut. All right, there's one. Here, give it to me. I'm gonna fire one. Bro, it's so different. Give me those back. Cookies. We'll take the lay. All right, give it to ATM. We're gonna try and back down. If they double, we swing. They're not doubling. I'm a fake. Cutter. Oh, bad pass. We're down 10-4. Oh, no. Give me that. Deep three. Don't do the thing again. Itty bitty's not making this. He's not making this. So we lost. Embarrassing debut for the jerseys. Money whenever you need it. What is this? Tex Towers office. We just earned a trophy. Money whenever you need it. You ever have one of those days, Danny, when the rooster don't crow too early, the cornbread is extra sweet, and the wind blows through the brush just so what? You feeling good, Tex? I'm feeling finer than a walrus at Wimbledon. First designs on the arena came in, and I'm right and truly pleased. Mind if I take a look? I sure don't. All right, let's see it. Arena. Oh, it's just gonna be, you know, the basic 2K one. What do we call it? Charm City? Nah, we're gonna call it the Freak Center. Freak Center. Yeah. We're calling it the Freak Center. Arena short name, sure. It can be Charm City for short, but it will be the Freak Center. Court floor. I can't download anything to put on the floor, so we'll keep it pushing. We're basically just playing in practice gyms with practice jerseys. Wednesday, March 22. What are your thoughts, partner? I can live with this, man. I can work with this. You mean that? You really like it? Absolutely. I think we should 100% go with it. Oh, wow. It's like 2 months later. June. It's June. 3 months later. I guess we should figure out who's going to be on this team, huh? Finally! I actually get to be the GM instead of just talking to all these people. I would have to concur there, Danny. According to my latest projections, it's looking like you can't win a game if you don't have any actual players on your team. That's why you get the big bucks, Chaz. Always appreciate your thoughtful, cogent analysis. Exactly how big are these bucks, Danny? Mr. Tuckin better not be making more than me. I can assure you that all of you are being paid not only exceptionally well, but commensurate with your experience. I need to pick up a book because I'm not even sure what some of these words are. You want me to put in for a raise, Daryl? You can do that during the annual performance review. When's that? After the season's done, Daryl. Come on, though. I need you guys all to focus. I need to help figuring out some of the targets for the expansion draft. Let's go around the room. I want each of you to give me your top target. Go. Where's Ted? Shouldn't he be there for this? He's got a family thing he had to deal with. Called me early. I'll follow up with him later. Al, so who wants to start? I'll take a stab at it if no one else minds. All you, Al. I like that Podol kid in San Antonio. Oh, man. Jakob Poeltl moves well for his size. Still real young. Hasn't showed any range yet, but he's borderline to lead around the rim. On a pretty low usage. I like his touch. I think he could be a nice piece for us. You think they'll leave him unprotected? I'd almost guarantee they would. Tough to say, but they got a pretty stacked roster. I think it's a good bet he'll be there for it. Thank you, Al. All right, so who's next? Chaz, what you got? Jordan Bell. Not quite as strong of a finisher as Poeltl, but he's a decent 2-level scorer right now with a decent mid-range game. Did I just here. Charles, true shooting percentage. Spencer, talk about favorably about the mid-range. Floor spacing is a huge advantage for bigs these days. Plus, I'm hopeful it's a sign he can extend his range out to the 3 someday. Yeah, he was studying Chinese, man. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, at least from the corners. Look at Pirtle's shot shark, and it's one big circle around the basket. That has its utility, but I'm worried a bit about his versatility. Other big thing I think Bell has over Pirtle is he moves the ball real well for a big. 15% assist percentage last year and a 1.04 assist to usage rate, which was 95th percentile for bigs. If we want to use a motion offense predicated on ball movement, I think he'd be a great fit. I like a big that can keep the rock moving. Anyone like little guys, some wings or guards? I got 2 guys who I think are pretty underrated and still young with a lot of upside. Let's hear it. TJ McConnell and Josh Hart. Hey, good take on Josh. TJ's not bad in the modern day either. TJ's got a winner's mentality. You saw that game in the playoffs. He can shoot a little too. Josh Hart's my real sleeper though. Lakers shooting guard. Yeah, that's right. Shot a lot of threes at a high clip and is a better than average finisher at the rim. Only 22 with plenty of room to grow. What about you, Chief? You got any ideas? Frank Mason. Oh, they ought to fire me immediately. I think Frank Mason could be an interesting pick. He can get to the rim and draw a contact, shoot a bit. He's pretty inefficient right now, but I think we could work with him. Well, I know one of the knocks on him is he's small, but he's got great defensive on-off number. I don't know about Frank, Danny. All due respect, but 5'11 is 5'11. That's a really difficult physical profile to find sustained success in the league. You're not wrong, but these guys are all going to have some pretty significant wars, so they won't be left unprotected. Lenny, you're pretty quiet over there. Anyone you have got your eyes on? I think TJ Leaf could be a nice pickup. He's got great range for a big. Barely took any threes last year, but he's knocked him down at an elite clip. Plus, he's a fantastic finisher through contact. He's got an and-1 percentage of 50.1. Is that good? It's outstanding. 97 percentile. This dude just got all the stats. Knowing TJ Leaf's and-1 percentage off top is insane. This guy needs a raise. 97th percentile for bigs last year. Only problem is he barely played. He averaged something like 8 minutes a game over 50-some games. Like I said, we won't exactly have the cream of the crop to pick from. And anyway, I think Leaf's got a lot of promise. That's a good pick, Kenny. Thanks, boss. Or Lenny. That's a good start, guys. Nice work on this. I want you to keep digging, though, and let me know if you come across anyone else you think could be a good fit. Obviously, I'm going to look into absolutely everyone available, but I really value your input on these decisions, and I can't do it alone. All right, now we got dinner with Andrew. Oh, my gosh. So how's the draft prep coming? You didn't give me the baddies email. I'm not cool with you. You're starting to zero in on any targets. We got a few ideas. You at all concerned with the politics behind it? Politics, just the fact that a lot of these guys aren't going to want to leave their current gigs. It adds a whole new dimension to evaluation. Not only do you have to figure out if you actually like the guy as, a basketball player, but then you got to figure out if he wants to be on your team or not. Last thing you want is to bring someone in who's going to be a problem in the locker room. Yeah, I consider that. It's definitely tricky. Well, look, if you need any help, I don't want your help. I humbly offer my services. Allies have to help each other out, right? What are you thinking? If you tell me who you're targeting, I can... Bro, he's trying to get inside info. That's what he's trying to do. He's going to take who I'm targeting. I already know. I can make sure everything is smoothed over between you and your preferred guys. I mean, you and I might have to do a little bit of negotiating, but I think we can work something out. How are you going to make sure our targets are happy to play for us? You let me worry about that. Just trust me when I tell you I can make it happen. So what do you say? You want to show me your list? No skin off my back either way. I just want to help you out if I can. No. I don't have a list. I'm still working on putting everything together, but I'll give you a shout when I got something more formalized. Sick, dude. You won't be sorry. I will not be hitting him back. All right, guys. Draft time. It's time. Didn't we bless you with our expertise the other day? Man, I really thought you had a better work ethic than that, Daryl, or at least a little more stamina. You tapping out on me already? How dare you impugn my integrity like that? Daryl Swift is a man of infinite stamina with an impeccable work ethic. Not what your wife said. I'm an editor. No, please don't tell me you're referring to yourself in the third person now. Daryl Swift is a man who does as he sees fit. Pipe down, D Swift. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. I got a big ego, but I'm not that crazy. That's a relief. What did you want to get into, boss? We've had a good talk the other day, but it was only a nice start. We got to zero in on our top targets now, and due to the nature of this thing, we're going to have to work our tails off to find value. All the cliches about leaving no stones unturned apply heavily to this situation. We got to be dedicated and systematic in our approach. Not trying to rain on your parade, Danny, but it's a little harder to dig in without knowing who's protected. What are we supposed to do? Look at every guy in the league? I hear what you're saying, Tad, but I'd rather get a jump on it than scramble and be forced to do a bunch of research after the protections come out. It'll mean more work for us now, but it is what it is. We've just got to chip away at it little by little, and we'll get there. So who wants to start? Let's talk through some more of these guys. I got an interesting piece of news if no one else wants to go first. What's up? There are significant rumblings around the league that the Heat aren't going to protect Whiteside? Oh yeah, hashtag need that. I need Hassan. You're kidding. Why? Why not? I know he didn't have the best season, but a couple years ago, they were ready to build their entire franchise around him. Now they're ready to let the guy walk. From what I can tell, they'd like a fresh start. It's not they believe Whiteside is bad per se, but they believe they've taken this core as far as it can go, and they want to hit the reset button and get a little younger. They're in teardown mode? Not exactly. They just wouldn't mind if someone took Whiteside off their hands. Yeah, Whiteside's so easy to get in 2K2 and trades. They'd rather use his salary on a couple unproven guys with higher upside. Is that the right move? It's a tough call, but they really trust their player development program, and they think they can build a couple young guys up to the point where they're providing excess value on their contracts. Argue all you want about Whiteside's ability, but he's certainly not underpaid. Still, when you're talking about guys like Frank Mason, no, facts. Whiteside's a huge step up. Let's face it, we're not contending anytime soon. In the meantime, we'll need someone to soak up minutes for us and put fans in the seats. He can still anchor a defense, and he can still be a serious lob threat out of the pick and roll. At the end of the day, we need some baseline production, and he can definitely give that to it. More than anyone else who will be available anyway. I gotta agree with Danny here. He'd easily be the biggest talent available if Miami didn't hold on to him. Anything else we should worry about there from a character perspective, Al? Not from what I can tell. I don't think he's been a problem in the locker room or anything. Seems like he's been pretty professional. Alright, but even if he's a little prickly, at the end of the day, we need some talent. Besides, Daryl's a player's coach. He can work with anyone. I can handle Hassan. Besides, sometimes all these guys need is a change of scenery. I bet he'd welcome the chance for a fresh start. I'm inclined to agree. I still really like Pirtle, but I think Whiteside's on a higher tier, and it's not particularly close. Dude, Whiteside was out the league like a couple years after the switch is crazy. If he's available, I think we got to grab him. If he's still on the board, sure. Nice pull out. Looks like we got a consensus number one on our big board. Any objections? Not for me. If you're all in, I'm all in, coach. Yeah, I think he's the pick. All right, I've got to do some work digging into Hassan a little bit more, but everyone keep your eyes and ears open. You never know who might slip up and let us know something valuable like this. Gatorade Training Facility, June 27th. Hassan Whiteside. What a funny coincidence running into you like this. I was just talking about you with my staff. Oh, we're about to tamper, but I got to eat some dinner first. I will be back. False alarm. Mom said dinner wasn't for 15 more minutes. I'm 21 years old, by the way. Hassan Whiteside. What a funny coincidence running into you like this. I was just talking about you with my staff. Sure, okay. Take off that Heat shirt. Well, hopefully you have a shirt on under. How's it going? You doing all right? Yup. Okay, you got a minute? I'm not trying to be mean, man, but I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying, Hassan. I'm not sure we should be talking like this. Isn't this tampering? Oh, no, definitely not. I talked to your coaches and got permission to talk to you. I would never sneak around like that. Me when I lie. I just wanted to, take your temperature on what you thought about expansion. If that sort of opportunity was something you might look forward to under the right circumstance. I heard what you're saying and all, but I gotta look out for myself, man. My coaches didn't say anything about this to me. I really don't think we should be doing that. I wouldn't lie to you. That's probably true. I'm just not into it, man. You're not into it. Nah, not really. All right, well, I guess I won't take up any more of your time. You have a good one, man. Sorry to bother you. It is what it is, man. All right. Oh, whoa. There's phone ringing noises coming out of my controller. Get this chud off my screen, bro. 2 years running he's been in this game. Hello, what's up? Danny, how's it hanging? I'm all right. How you been, Andrew? I'm doing fantastic. Thanks so much for asking, Danny. What's up, man? Aren't you gonna ask why I'm feeling so good? Man, I don't care. All right, I'll play along. What you got you so bright and chipper, Andy? Funny you should ask. I guess it's not that big of a deal. Well, actually, who am I kidding? It's actually a really big honking deal. You see, I just got off the phone with Hassan's people, and we've come to a bit of an understanding. Are you kidding me? And what's that? He'll be playing with us next year. Oh, that might not be up to you, Andrew. Last time I checked, they haven't decided the draft order yet. What if I scoop him up with the first pick? That could technically happen. You're not mistaken there, but I sure wouldn't want to be the guy that drafts a disgruntled Hassan Whiteside. Yeah, you're the worst. And your team's going to go under, and I'll be winning a title within the first 3 years. That could create some real problems for you, Danny. By the way, that reminds you, did you happen to run into Hassan the other day? I'm pretty sure you know I did. And did he seem excited about joining the Freaks? That's such a fire team name. I think you know the answer to that one, too. I think you're right, and I think you know what a mistake it would be if you selected someone with the first overall pick who has expressed his displeasure with the idea of joining your organization through sources close to the situation. How would that sell? Oh my gosh, I can't stand this guy. Go rollerblade. How would you sell that one to your fans, Danny? I think it might get a little hard for you to justify taking someone who's leaked to the press that he doesn't want to be there. But hey, what do I know? I was only an assistant GM last year. Oh yeah, now you're doing that. You're the old pro, right? Who says I want to sign anyway? I don't know. Maybe a little bird told me. Maybe I've got a sixth sense for this kind of thing. Something tells me my intuition's on spot here, though. It's too bad, really. If we were on better terms, I probably could have done something to help him have a more favorable opinion of your franchise. But I just don't see how that benefits me in the current environment. Sounds like you're pretty satisfied with yourself, so I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your day being the wonderful person you are, Andrew. Have a good day, right? That sounds good, doesn't it? Have a wonderful day too, Danny. I really hope I didn't ruin it, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. Old friends have to look out for each other, you know? Oh man, I will be swinging on him next time I see him. Tex Towers' office. You got a minute, Tex? I want to run something by you. What's on your mind, son? The Sanderson kid. I've had a couple conversations with him lately where it seems like he knows everything that's going on with us. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but it almost feels like he's listening in on some of our conversations somehow. They put a bug in Tex's hat. That's what they did. They got a mic in there. I don't know. I'm just not sure I trust the guy. You're close to Bob, Tex. You think there's any fire there? I got a couple thoughts on the Andrew Sandersons of the world. I'd love to hear them. First of all, let me say this. Where I come from in the business world, people like Andrew are as common as a watermelon at a watering hole on the 4th of July. Ain't nothing special about Andy Sanderson. Facts! Neither positive nor negative. No, there are some special things about how terrible he is, depending on your vantage point. Is he a little squirrely? I'm right sure he is, but the fact of the matter is, squirrels got nuts, okay? And if you want to get you some nuts, you got to deal with the squirrels. You follow what I'm saying here, Danny? I think so, but could you tone down with the Texas a little bit just so I know we're on the same page? What I'm trying to say is that if you stop doing business with people you couldn't trust, well, you wouldn't do any business at all. What you have to do is look out for yourself with particular vigor. Trust nobody, and don't let your guard down or the vipers will strike. It ain't even worth it to get angry at them for it. It's in their nature. It's what they do. But you'd be a fool if you didn't keep an eye out for Andrew Sanderson. 2, if possible. You don't think I'm paranoid? I'm a big believer in the everything in moderation mindset. A little dose of paranoia here and there can be a healthy thing, provided it's deployed judiciously. Now, one other thing I can tell you about Andrew Sanderson is that I share your exact concerns in that department. I had a talk with Bob on the back 9 of Sawgrass just the other day about it. What'd he say? Bob's my friend, but he's a businessman through and through, and a cagey one at that. He said in no uncertain terms that much as he'd like to help me out, he's letting the boy run things how he sees fit. Says it's part of his growth process. Even if he don't agree with him 100%, he's giving him the leeway to make his own decisions. That's not very comforting. The world ain't a comforted place, Danny. Shout out to Tex, bro. W advice. The sooner you can recognize that, the sooner you can figure out a way to navigate the jungle and its various antagonists. One last thing about Bob. Much as he is his friend, he sees his business as a zero-sum game. Right or wrong, he's gonna act accordingly, which in this instance means putting his family and his interests first. If you and I get hurt in the process, well, we knew the rules of the game before we started to roll the dice now, didn't we? I gotta get a handle on this thing. I reckon you will, Danny. Use that healthy dose of paranoia I was just talking about, couple it with a fastidious attention to detail, and I think you'll find yourself in control of your environment to a satisfactory degree. Well, thanks for confirming I'm not losing my mind, at least. I was starting to think it was all in my head. I can assure you that it is all too real, but I trust you to get to the bottom of whatever's going on here, tomfoolery or no. Appreciate that, Tex. I'm gonna work on this, see if I can suss anything out. Shout out Among Us. Sussy Baka. I'm gonna edit that out. Conference room. I'm gonna need you guys to start handing in your notes on these draft prospects soon. I want to get in everything in order so we can systemically take a look at everyone on our board. It's gonna be especially important once we get past the first couple of picks. The smallest details might make the difference between picking someone with untapped potential and someone who'll be out the league in 2 years. Most of the guys y'all named were pretty trash. Which reminds me, I want you guys to be brutally honest. You're not doing us any favors by being nice about a guy. If you spot a problem, I don't care what it is, put it in there. Flawed shooting mechanics, selfish play, low defensive IQ, character concerns. I want as much info as possible before making a decision on these guys, and nothing's too small. You know I'll bury you in data if you ask, Danny. Say no more. That's what I'm counting on, Chaz. But that message is mostly for the rest of these guys. I've seen your work. I know you don't hold back. Honesty is great and all, but if you've seen some of the stuff that Tad has written about these guys, Danny, I've been trying to tell him that I'm all for telling the truth, but I don't think it hurts to, use a little tact once in a while. These are real human beings with thoughts and feelings and emotions, and I've got to deal with them when they're upset. That's a good point. I hear what you're saying, Daryl, but I've got to respectfully disagree. As long as you're not calling them names like some sort of schoolyard bully, I don't have a problem with negative. I only have a problem with the lack of honesty. Give me your thoughts, and if they're bad, they're bad. It is what it is. It's not like anybody's going to see these outside this room anyway. Oh, I thought they meant he was publicly putting those out. If we're just talking in here, that's cool. I sure hope not. You see what I'm saying? I've read Tad's reports, Daryl. They're fine. I appreciate his clarity of thought, to be honest with you. You're the boss. Just wanted to voice my opinion, is all. You know I appreciate that, Daryl. You know I don't want you to be yes man. I want you to challenge me when you think I'm wrong, because I'm going to be wrong sometimes. That's very graceful of you, Danny. Appreciate the glaze, Al. Hey, I know I might look like a flawless Adonis, like Drake's son, but I'm only human. You guys hearing this, man? An Adonis? Drake? That's exactly what I'm talking about, Daryl. Maybe I'm not an Adonis. No, I'm Danny. And if I'm not, it's probably a good thing that you're calling me out. Glad you see it my way. Like I said, I don't need to be right all the time. What I do need is for all of us as a unit to reach the right decision as much as we possibly can. It's my idea or anyone else's at first. That's not important to me. It's only the end result that matters. It's only our success as a team that matters. That's a very well-grounded philosophy, Danny. One that should bring you respect and success. Appreciate you, Bruce. But back to those reports. I want them ASAP. Send me whatever you got in the next few days. I'll put it all into a document and we'll go over it next week together. Cool. What's up, Tex? Roll on over here, Danny. I've got a matter of great importance to discuss with you. What What up, Tex? Well, I've been thinking and I've been thinking some more, and I'm starting to think that we should get ourselves another one of them first round draft picks everyone's been talking about. From what I can gather, that's a premium. A grade A asset in this here industry, and I'd like us to get our hands on as many of them as we can. Yeah, let's say yes. That's a great idea, Tex. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Yeah, we need picks for our assets or for our team. We're a new young team. I'll keep that in mind as we head into the season. No stone unturned, sir. You can count on me. Mighty fine of your son. Much appreciated. Got you, Tex. We're back. I'm sure I don't need to tell you, there's been quite a bit of hoopla surrounding this here expansion draft. It'd be hard to miss it, Tex. Indeed it would, Danny. Things have gotten to such a fever pitch that the fellas down at the league HQ are fixing to capitalize on it and turn the draft night into real production. Bro, that's probably how it'll be once we get the new expansion teams in 2028. It'll be crazy. Well, it's 2028, right? Make a whole big thing out of it. Beyond just televising it, that's right. The idea has been floated to play in an expedition game. Us against Bob and his boy. Winner takes home the first pick in the draft. Ain't that something? What do you mean with what teams? The trick of it is you and Bob's boy each have to pick 5 players. Those 5 players play in a match the day of the draft. On the day of the draft, you have no idea how much more complicated that makes our prep. To not know going into it who got the first pick. Oh, come on now. It can't be that much different, can it? Either way, you got that large board of yours. Big board. We call it a big board, Tex. Big board, crazy board, mega board, freaks and 5. You call it whatever you want to call it, but either way, you got your ranking of players. If you win, you take the first guy. If you lose, you take the second guy. Shoot, your first guy might even still be available. One can never tell. Frankly, I don't see what the big fuss is about. Besides, this figures to make us a pretty penny in advertising revenue. It'll be like the decision times 10. I don't know about that. People hated the decision. Oh, I know. But I'm just saying from an ad revenue perspective. We'll be raking it in with this stunt. You haven't forgotten how important making money is in this whole thing, have you, Danny? Nah, I haven't. Think of it like a coin flip, only better. Ain't no way to influence a coin flip. No legal way, anyhow. But with this here game, you get to pick your own squad and coach them up however you like. From where I'm standing, if you're half as good as I know you are, the situation gives us a leg up on getting that first pick. Not only are we making money, but we've got a baked-in competitive advantage with that genius basketball noggin of yours. Appreciate it, man. That's not a bad point, actually. That's a little Texas spirit. Saddle up, cowboy. We got a game to win. All right, bro. I don't know if y'all are hearing these phone calls. Oh, much. Here this dude goes again. What up, Andrew? Not much. I was just looking over your positional rankings for the draft, and I thought maybe I'd pick your brain a little. There's some real interesting stuff in here. Excuse me? I can't say I agree. He got my info. I can't say I agree with every ranking, but by and large, I think they're a fairly accurate assessment of the talent pool. I gotta commend you on a job well done picking out your staff. Those guys know their stuff. That's a funny joke, Andrew. Who's joking? I'm looking at PDFs right now. I got them on the cloud for backup too. You know the ones I'm talking about? The file names, all end in final in all caps. All right, let's say you did get a hold of our positional rankings somehow. Why would you tell me about it? How does that benefit you? Me, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about you, Danny. You got an awfully leaky ship. Apparently we do. Water pouring in from all over the place. The good news is I want to help you out. I can't wait to hear this. I'm serious. Look, you and I both know that however I'm doing it, I'm getting your information. You can either ignore that or you can work with me to ensure the best outcome for both of us. So what do you propose we do? What I've always proposed. Show me your list, the whole list. I know this probably stings a little, but look at it pragmatically. We're not even in the same conference. We're barely rivals. Do your job. Stop asking me to do your job. Stop stealing my information. Do your job. You got the job you wanted so bad. Now do it. You couldn't break bread. You couldn't succeed in finance. You couldn't do anything, bro. So why do you think now that GM's really your calling? You're not like that. We're barely rivals. The only thing linking us together is being in similar situations. Why not collaborate and ensure that we're as balanced as possible? Try to think about this objectively. You can either keep handing over your information to me and do nothing about it, or you can work with me and salvage as much as you can out of this whole ordeal. Seems pretty obvious what you should do when you look at it that way. No. Standing on business. I'm cool on that, Andrew, and don't rely too heavily on that list, okay? Who knows where it came from? Could be some real bad intel in there. Suit yourself, but don't say I never tried to help you out. Whatever. A leak, huh? Yeah, Tex. They caught you. No playing. They caught you in 4K, Tex. Freaky Tex. Oh, it's time for me to eat. I'll be back. All right, we're back. When we last left off, Tex got leaked. That's what he says. You reckon we got a snake in the grass? How much water does this leak business hold? We need to hold a trial and figure this out. How you fixing to smoke them out? Whoa, Tex. Hey, chill out. I've been trying to get these guys in a room and talk to them. You think you'll be able to ascertain who's fibbing? I've got to at least try. The one thing I don't want is to accuse anyone of anything without being absolutely sure. All I can do here is be transparent in how I go about things. It's hard for me to believe that there's not a leak after talking to Andrew, so I'll be honest with the guys, tell them what's going on, and see if I can get to the bottom of it. There's too much at stake not to dig in here. I I support you in whatever you decide to do, Danny. Just let me know what you need from me and I'll make it happen. Appreciate you, Tex. Would you like me to sit in this interrogation with you? I think that's a good idea. Yeah, you might pick up on the stuff I miss and it would help impress upon these guys the severity of the situation. I should hope that it would. Alright, I'll set up the meeting and send you an invite. Is your calendar up to date? If it's not, then my personal assistant can kiss his Christmas bonus goodbye. I'll tell you that much. Alright, I'll hear from you soon, man. Here we are, conference room, Friday, June 30th. I'm sure you're all wondering why you're here. It's never a good sign when you get a group meeting invite without a subject or agenda, Danny. Normally, I wouldn't want to speak for the group, but I think it's fair to say you got us all a little bit on edge here. Oh, he definitely speaks for me. What do you think you're doing giving us a scare like this, Danny? I know you're about not to lay off a bunch of dudes you just hired. I need to talk to you all about something that's highly confidential. Not a word of what I'm about to say can leave this room. Is everything all right, boss? Are we understood? Not a word of this to anybody. Of course, absolutely. Would you spit it out already? I'm not ready to divulge how I've come to know this, but I have reason to believe there's a leak. And based on info I have, it has to be somewhere in this room. A leak? What kind of leak? Well, some of our intelligence has gotten into the hands of the competition. Are you sure? Well, that's partially why we're here today, so I can get to the bottom of this. But all the evidence suggests that someone in this room has been selling information to a rival. Would you be as kind to permit me a moment, Danny? Sure, Tex, go on ahead. Now, I appreciate that this must be very difficult for y'all, but if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a snake in the grass. I like grass. It's soft. It feels good to lie down in. I like the way it looks in a well-groomed front yard surrounded by white picket fence. The last thing on earth I want in my grass is some scaly son of a gun sneaking up on me and biting me in the ankle. Not only is it bad for business, but it sticks in my crew something fierce, or in my craw something fierce on a personal level. I'm especially disappointed because I know that Danny here is mighty proud of each and every one of you. He handpicked a whole lot of you when he could have gone and hired anyone in the whole wide world. I gave him unlimited resources and he focused in on y'all in particular as the people he needed to go help him. He needed to help him get to where he needs to go, where we all need to go. You understand what a privilege that is? Yes, sir, I absolutely do. Now, seeing as an especially vexing situation for myself and a right true sad one for Danny, I would appreciate it if you gave us your full cooperation as we talk this here mess out and try to get to the bottom of what's going on. Thanks, Tex. Look, guys, whoops, I kind of skipped that part, but I gotta ask y'all some questions. In front of everyone, what kind of kangaroo court is this? I'm sorry, but we need to get to the bottom of this together. If I have to fire someone, the rest of the staff needs to know why. I'd like to talk to, let's present evidence. Let's do that. I think I found some evidence pointing towards the leak. I think I have all I need. I need to present evidence against who I think the leak is. Then I can decide if I should fire someone or not. I'll lose trust with the staffer every time I accuse them, but I'm hoping the leak might slip up if I put the pressure on. Now, I think I've got evidence against... Okay, let's talk to Bruce. Bruce, the evidence is... Oh, wait, I'm just making stuff up? He's known stuff only the leak would know. I believe in myself and my capacity for growth. Is that a crime? I don't see how that connects me to the leak at all. Now, I think I've got evidence against... I just gotta accuse everybody? Lenny, the evidence is... Dude, I don't know. What's going on? Lenny, you're broke. You're the most likely guy. Needing money doesn't make me a thief, Danny. That's not right of you to suggest that. What have I ever done to make you... Bro, so I'm just accusing everybody? I'm just gonna accuse someone. We're going at it blindly. I think it's Al, bro. He's too much of a goody two-shoes. Why don't you let old Al here speak up in his defense? I can't object to that. What you got to say, Al? If it weren't for Tex, I wouldn't even be in this room. How could I respond to his generosity by turning around and betray him? Besides, you've seen how hard I've worked since I got here. I've done nothing but put my head down and grind it out, hoping to show you that I deserve this job and that it's not just nepotism. Why would I throw away all that by giving information to another team? Doesn't make sense. This is it. I found a hole in the story, or you can accuse somebody else. I don't think it's him. I need to think this through. Bro, I don't know. Bruce? Bruce, talk to me. You have not presented a single shred of evidence. No, I know. If you choose to let me go, I can't fire anybody, bro. I can't fire anybody. I'm gonna say there is no leak. Maybe there isn't one, bro. I don't know. What was that? That was so confusing. Maybe I clicked one of the wrong dialogue options. Hello? Is this Mr. Hardaway? Yeah, who is this? Joey Lupo, Daily Rag. I'm calling to see if you have any comments on the allegation. Allegations? Sorry. Did you say Joey Lupo? I'm just waking up. That's right, Daily Rag. Do you care to comment on the allegations, Danny? I have no comment at this time, Joey. What's going on the TV, man? The unmitigated gall of this organization. It's preposterous. Their so-called prospects are human beings, Joey, and to let these rude, sarcastic, demeaning comments see the light of day isn't atrocity, a complete unmitigated atrocity of biblical proportions. In fairness to the freaks, these are supposed to be confidential documents. They weren't meant to be seen by the public. No excuses, Joey. Leaked documents, Twitter burners, things of that nature. It's all a symptom of the same disease, and that disease is incompetence. I'll tell you this right now. Danny Hardaway better get his act together quick, because I got a feeling Text Towers doesn't stand for this kind of malarkey. The phone rings. Text. What in the Piccadilly Circus is going on over there, Danny? I got more text messages than the beach got sand, and ain't none of them good. Do you have any idea how this looks? Dumber than a duck in a dugout. That's you ever seen a duck in a dugout? Like a baseball dugout? Of course, like a baseball dugout. And let me tell you, in case you can't connect the dots here, but a duck in a dugout looks completely ridiculous, Danny. Ain't nothing good about wildlife in that environment. You ever seen what Randy Johnson did to that bird? Text, look. No, you look and you look good. Do you understand? Have any idea what this means for our reputation? How are we supposed to attract big free agents with this great big mess on our hands? We look like first class fools right now. How could you let this happen to us? Text, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Oh, bro, we really got leaks. Honestly, I have to wonder if I made the right choice in hiring you, Danny. I don't know how we make this right, but I do know this. You better do everything in your power to make this right, or there will be just about the severest of consequences you can imagine. Am I making myself clear? Crystal clear. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get to digging out from under this pile of parsnips you left on my porch this morning. Oh, who is this, bro? Andrew? Oh, it's me you're worried about. That's sweet of you, Danny. I really am concerned that you're concerned for my well-being while going through such a deeply disturbing crisis. I don't know if I call it that. That's interesting. You don't know how serious this is yet, do you? I guess I shouldn't be shocked. It was so easy to play you. I'm starting to wonder if your rep is a little overblown. How could you get clowned this hard this fast? It really is remarkable. They set me up, bro. Excuse me? I told you there was a leak, Danny, but you built this illustration of yourself as some sort of super GM that you refused to believe it. I tried to help, but you wouldn't listen. Now look at you with your dirty laundry aired all over TV, all over the internet. I don't know how you recover from this one, Danny, but you've sure got your work cut out for you. You expect me to believe you're responsible for this. Believe whatever you want to believe, but I've got to say, I'm actually disappointed how easy this was for me. Sure, I use you as a stepping stone to get where I need to go, and that's all that matters, but I was expecting more of a challenge. Oh, we got to get revenge. I guess that's just the competitor in me, though. You know how that is. What? Anyway, I don't want to keep you any longer. Just wanted to congratulate you on the good work you're doing over there. No way. No way you're talking to me like this. Keep it up, Chief. You're knocking it out the park. Man, Tex, we got a problem. There's my wayward son. How you carrying on, partner? I've been better. I bet you have. You seem a little more chipper than you were this morning. I don't know if I go so far as to call myself chipper, but I have calmed down a spell. Don't get me wrong. I'm still angrier than a hornet in a hotel room over this thing, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized this could happen to anyone. Just a crying shame it had to happen to us. Besides, Tex Towers doesn't back down from a challenge, no matter the size. We got ourselves a big one here, but that just means we got to dig our heels in and get to work. What are you hearing from your contact? Make no mistakes about it, this is bad. The whole league's whispering about it, giggling about it, but at the same time, they all know it could happen to any one of them. Yeah, but it didn't. It most certainly did not. And like I said earlier, this is going to be nothing but trials and tribulations come free agent. That don't mean we can curl up under grandma's quilt and cry about it neither. We've got to get out of this thing as much as we can and take control of the narrative. Let's do it, man. I agree. Which brings us to the next point on our agenda. Obviously, we need to hold a press conference, but how do you want to handle it? You want to come out firing, apologetic? What's our play? We need to... Let's be totally honest. I say we shoot straight with them. Tell them we were set up, which is true, but don't try and garner any sympathy either. I like that play. We'll apologize without getting into too many details. The important thing is to focus on continuing to build a winner and ignoring the attempts of our competition to sabotage and discredit us. That sounds like a good plan. Danny, hi. Ryan Schwartzman from Sports, and More Sports. You got any more sports? How do you respond to the reports of the leaked player evaluations? Are they legit? Are those your reports? I can confirm that our reports were leaked, and that's crazy too, because in those reports, apparently we were talking about guys' weaknesses and really just being frank in them, because, you know, it was our own information. We weren't sharing it with anybody until it did get shared. But anyway, I can confirm that our reports were leaked without our knowledge or permission. Obviously, this is some sort of attempt to discredit us, but beyond that, I have nothing further to report about how or why they were made available. What about players mentioned in the report? Have you reached out to any of them? Have any of them reached out to you? We're doing what we feel is necessary behind the scenes to smooth things out. I'm not going to get into any any specifics on any one player, but obviously we feel bad about the sensitive nature of some of these comments and them being available to the public. So we'll do what we can there to make things right. At the end of the day, it's our organization's fault that these documents are out there, and for that we're truly sorry. But at this point, we can't do much beyond putting our heads down, getting back to work, and focusing on putting out a product, on creating a team that will make the people here proud. Do you plan on hiring an external investigator, or at this time we have no further comment? Yep, we kept it player, but our profit is down now. Our team image is low. The vibes are low. I finally get to rebuild. We are here. I see a menu. We have no players on the roster. We'll get things started with the draft lottery, I guess, right? Okay, no. Hall of Fame, Monday, July 3rd. Do I get to make the hall? Well, if it isn't Danny Hardaway, how are you, buddy? Hope you're hanging in there. I know how tough it can be to go through a scandal like this, as I'm sure you remember. Oh my gosh. Here's the good news. You're going to come out of this with the strength you didn't know you had. You'll see. Just try not to dwell on it too much. Get some exercise, stay active, all that. It'll help you keep your spirits up. Sorry, I don't speak snake. What's that? I don't speak snake. You have your translator with you? I'm not sure this is going to work otherwise. You really think you got the upper hand here, don't you? I'm confident in my abilities. Always have been. But I don't need to tell you that. You're a perceptive kid. If you're so confident, why don't put your money where your mouth is, Grandpa? What do you have in mind? You ought to like this. Since you think you're so great and all, let's keep it simple. Your summer league team versus mine. It's a pure test of GMing as there is. Two teams built from scratch and their GM's image. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Here's the bet. If my team wins, you got to hold a press conference where you announce I'm a better GM. Oh, we better win. We better win. I'm not wearing the tee with your face on it. I can't, bro. They wouldn't even let us print some chud t-shirt like that. At a press conference where I admit you're a better GM than me because my summer league somehow lost to a team that you put together? That's right. All right, no problem. And if you by some miracle beat me, I'll hold a press conference where I announce everything in this scandal is my fault. Look, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, Andrew. I'll let you back out now if you want. Are you sure you want to commit? You really do think you're the best, don't you? I know it, Andy. I know it. I'm Danny Hardaway. You know who I am. I was hoping I could run some things by you as we got to discuss it in last week's league meeting. That is, if you could spare a minute. It's a fascinating process. All right, sure. I find it particularly interesting how they go about discussing potential rule changes. That doesn't sound like you. What do rule changes have to do with making money, Tex? That's an astute observation, Danny, though perhaps not as astute as you think. I've been doing some research on the subject. You hitting the books, Tex? I like to think of myself as a student of life. That's a fire bar, a student of life. But anywho, I've come across quite a few instances of rule changes that not only affected style of play, but had a massive impact on the bottom line. Seems to me the rule changes have been historically driven by either a waning interest in the game or a desire to expand the game's popularity beyond its current level. It ain't just about the sport of it though, of course there's that too. Look at you, Tex, getting into the history of the game. Did you know there used to be no 24-second shot clock? Sure, everybody knows that, Tex. Well, that's just about the craziest thing I ever did here, and I've heard some real whopper. Can you imagine watching that nonsense? Teams just sitting on the lead for an entire game. Only way to get the ball back was foul, apparently. It got so bad, yeah, that is some ball knowledge. That the Fort Wayne Pistons beat the Minneapolis Lakers 19-18, Andy. 19-18. Yeah, that's a football score. That was the score of an entire game. That must have been more boring than watching corn grow in January. Corn doesn't grow in January, does it? It sure don't. Well, like I said, I'm really glad to see you taking an interest in this side of things, Tex. If you're glad, I'm glad, Danny. But like I said, they got to squawking about some pretty hefty rule changes that I'd like to take your temperature on, especially concerning the draft and the like. Have you heard about the lottery tournament? Apparently the idea's been kicking around a spell. I think it's a great idea. Incentivizes teams to play to win, evens out the field a little bit when it comes to the lottery. This seems like the fair thing to do. Obviously, it's too late to implement in this year's draft, but I'd like to see it take root next year if possible. So would this be like teams playing for the number one pick? A rising tide lifts all boats. What's good for a goose is good for the gander and such. Okay, that's one way to look at it, I guess. But why do you care about what happens next year? Aren't you trying to sell the team by then? Well, I sure am. It's just interesting is all. I'm allowed to take an interest, ain't I? Sure you are, Tex. Just curious. The other one is that they're thinking of giving the expansion teams the fourth and fifth pick, most likely based on the I don't know, of chance. Coin flip? Yes, sir. That's not too bad, to be honest. No, it ain't half bad, but I think we can do even better. What I'd like to see is for the two expansion teams that have the best odds for that top pick. No, for sure. I want a shot at the number one spot. I think it's only fair, don't you? Us starting out behind the little 8-ball and all. I mean, we got to build this barn from the ground up, and we barely got any lumber. As long as that doesn't wind up with us picking 8th somehow, yeah, I'm all for it. Oh, of course not. I'd never allow that. Do you have no faith in me at all, son? Just making sure. Fair enough. Now look, here's what I'd like to see you do. Get in touch with a few of those team owners working magic on them. Try to talk some sense into these guys and see if they'll play ball with us. Think you could do that, Danny? Oh yeah. Well, I'll try it. You want me to talk rival owners into giving us better lottery odds? Isn't that your department? Me? No. I'm just the money man. Think of me like a silent partner who isn't so silent. I want you to show those boys the light, Danny. You're much much more persuasive than I am. Shoot, even if it don't work, it can't hurt to try, can it? Sure, Tex, I'll try. Don't hold your breath, though. This isn't an easy sell. That may be. All I'm saying is it'd be mighty fine, like that one girl from earlier, if we could grease the skids a little bit here. Heaven knows we need all the help we can get. Out to dinner Monday, July 3rd. Thanks for taking some time for me, Bernard. I know how busy you are. Indeed, I am, Danny, so why don't we skip the standard pleasantries and sort of get to the root of why we're here. Thank goodness, man, because I've been reading through so much dialogue, you have no idea. No offense, of course, but I got things to do today. What exactly is it you want? Of course, sir, I appreciate that. Let's talk about the draft. The draft, I see. Right now, the expansion teams are slated to pick 4th and 5th. What I'd like to see is for us to have the best odds for landing the top pick. There's no way I'm going to be able to convince bro. We need all the help we can get building a roster from scratch, and I think this would be a fair way to even out the playing field a little bit. And you think you can count on me as an ally in this little pipe dream of yours? This will help your legacy. Here's the way I look at it, Bernard. You've been at this thing a long time and people respect you. You're very highly regarded. If you use that position of strength to help out a young, struggling team like ours, it can only propel you down the road of model ownership that you embarked on so long ago. I see this as a way for you to expand your legacy as one of the sharpest minds in this business. Someone who understands that the health of the league depends on us, not just on all of us, not just some of us. Oh, I might be a master manipulator. I'd be a good ex-boyfriend. I've always tried to lead by example. We all see that, Bernard. What I'm offering you here is a chance to cement your legacy as a guy with the longest view in the room. And I don't need to tell you that you get some real nice press out of this. Just an added bonus, of course, but it doesn't really hurt, right? All right, you got my vote. Don't expect me to do any campaigning for you, though. This is your fight, and I don't have time for it, but I'll support you when push comes to shove. Let's go. We got one. Now, if you'll excuse me, got a board meeting in 20 minutes. Thanks for dinner. I got you, Bernard. +1 compassion. Team playing July 3rd. What's up? You taking up skydiving? That's pretty intense, man. You're not worried about your parachute not opening or something? Alan Donald's the real AD. Not a lot of people realize this, but the fatality rate in skydiving is actually much lower than it is for driving a car to work every morning over the course of a standard calendar year. I'm still not skydiving. Reality, of course, rarely matches perception. There's no difference. Still, I don't know if I could do that. Something about jumping out of a plane just seems wrong. How'd you build up the courage? Sorry to cut you off, Danny. I really enjoy you buttering me up here, but I gotta ask. Ask what? What makes you think I'll support this draft odds scheme of yours? Scheme? What scheme? You hurt my feelings, Alan. I would never try and scheme you. Oh, I'm really a manipulator. Alright, maybe scheme's a little harsh, but I know why you're here. I know you've been making the rounds with this plan of yours. A guy's gotta eat, right? I'm willing to hear you out, obviously, or you wouldn't be here. But let's just get into it already. Give me your elevator pitch, walk me through your vision, make me see it. I'll take you to Shanghai with Bruce. Helping us hurt your rivals. You got a pretty strong contender, right? I think that's fair to say, and you want to keep the odds in your favor, don't you? Everything I do is with the aim of increasing our odds and winning the NBA championship. Of course it is. And one great way to do that would be to make sure that one of the most valuable assets in the league, the #1 pick, goes to the worst team possible. How's that? Your team's not getting that pick no matter what. You're out of the lottery. Oh, I'm manipulating them. If you want to minimize the risk of that pick helping someone who could seriously challenge you guys, the best thing to do is to make sure it goes to the worst team possible, which I mean, it's us right now, obviously. If the top pick goes to a team like ours, that extends your window for championship contention. Am I really about to talk my way into the #1 pick? The last thing you want to do is see a team that's a piece away, luck into the top spot and get that piece. Help us out here and you help yourself, basically. I don't see how you're wrong. Oh, that's because I'm right. All right, you got my vote. Just like that. Just like that. This league is a zero-sum game, and if I want to hoard as much of the wealth for myself as possible, I got to spread the scraps along my competitor. You can count on me. +1 boldness. Come on, bro. Come on. So now in league meetings, wait, do I get what I want, or how's this gonna work? Draft lottery? Oh my gosh, we got the best odds at #1, the Freaks. The Seattle Sonics have the second best chance. We will be watching this thing. Nuggets have a 0% chance. Why are they even in the lottery if they have a 0% chance at #1? Clippers also have a 0% chance. Okay. Oh, the Clippers again. Via who? Via Detroit. Okay. Imagine we fell down to pick 8. That'd be a tragedy. Dude, if I could draft Luka here, low-key though, Ayton might be the play. Because Ayton, I remember him being so crazy in 2K19 in the sim. So I used to do rebuilds back in this time too. The cameras weren't on at the time, but yeah, I do rebuilds, and bro, DA was nice for sure. 10th pick to Cleveland. Oh, that was via Brooklyn. That was from the Isaiah Thomas trade with the Celtics, because remember the Celtics had like all those Brooklyn picks. 8 goes to the Magic. Okay, so far so good. All it took was a couple quick meetings. Please, I think we could start dropping like a 5, you know, it could be bad, right? 5th pick goes to the Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, nice. Everything's going according to plan thus far. The Suns get 4. Oh my gosh, are we about to get one? Are we about to get one? They're going to give it to the Sonics, bro. They're going to give it to the Sonics. I already know. It's between us and the Sonics. Oh, this is definitely scripted for the MyGM story. Sonics, come on, get two. Get two. Come on, please. Yes! We actually got number one. We actually got number one. The Freaks. The number one pick in the 2018 NBA draft goes to the Cincinnati Freaks, baby. Let's go. Oh my goodness, we did it, man. Okay, now let's go to the expansion. Okay, maybe not just yet. We're scouting the combine. So what do you think of these guys, Chaz? That's a fairly broad question. Care to narrow it down a smidge? I don't know. Just trying to get your general pulse. See if anyone's on the top of mind for you right now. You're paying me to have an opinion on all these guys, Danny. Who do you want to talk about? Come on, you don't have any favorites? Anyone you're enamored with? Well, sure, but it really depends on where we draft. You're really making me drag this out of you, huh? Alright, who's gonna have the best career out of any of these guys? If there was no context at all and you were just picking one dude, the first dude you could put on your team, who would it be? There's always context, Danny. Oh my gosh, pipe down, bro. Alright, Chaz, thanks. I love Luka Doncic. Alright, I mean, we can definitely go LD. The guy's just a basketball player, plain and simple. He's not the most explosive athlete, although I do think he's a little underrated there, but he sees the game like few people do, let alone someone his age. He's a true maestro in the pick and roll, got tremendous vision, advanced handle, real competitive spirit, and he's crushing it in Spain, which I don't need to tell you is the second best league in the world. At only 19, he's the youngest guy to ever win EuroLeague MVP. You just don't see that kind of production out of someone that young in the league. Unprecedented. You like him better than Aiden? Guy looks like he was beamed down to earth, direct from basketball heaven. Well, Aiden's a great prospect, don't get me wrong. This Chaz dude knows ball, but he's got way more question marks. Like you said, the guy's a physical freak, but his steal and block rates are horrible for an elite center prospect. A guy like him, he should be dominating defensively at that level. Yeah, but what about Arizona's system? Their centers are always playing way out on the perimeter. You're not wrong, but I don't know that he's got the basketball IQ of someone who's supposed to be a clear consensus number one. Chaz knows ball, especially defensively, which is where you're really going to want to get a lot of value out of somebody like that. Now, I want to stress, I think Aiden's a fantastic prospect. He's got unlimited upside, but if we're splitting hairs here, which we are, I'm taking Doncic over him. He's like Ben Simmons. We don't like that, but he's like Ben Simmons with a great shot. How about sleepers? Anybody surprising? Lonnie Walker's one of those guys who's going to make everyone who passed on him look horrible if he reaches potential. A bad take. He flashes his ability to do everything at a really high level, dribbling, shooting, passing, defense, explosive athleticism. This guy's not wrong. Like, for Lonnie, it could have panned out. I hope to see him back in the league at some point. For him, it's a question of putting it all together on a consistent basis. He settles for lots of bad shots and that sort of thing, but when he's on, he looks like the best player in the world out there. Best player in the world is crazy. Sounds like J.R. Smith. Not a bad comp, actually. I think that's what it'll wind up being, but imagine if J.R. Smith could be good J.R. Yeah, he dribbled the ball out. Every single time out there, every single play. That's a stud of a player, and that's what I think Lonnie could be if things break right for him. Okay, expansion. We don't get to it. We're at my office July 14th. Hey, Danny, after giving him a full physical, I've concluded Brevin Leach has a chronic injury. Okay, I wasn't going to draft him anyway. Expansion, protect players. So we don't have anybody to protect, but is anybody good getting let go of? Oh, Bron and Kyrie? Oh, no, it's just Bron, no Kyrie. Kyrie was on the Celtics. Anybody good getting let go of? Whiteside, like they talked about. Dwight's in there. Reggie Jackson. Yeah, it's mostly going to be slim pickings, though. Press conference July 16th. Andrew High, Howie Jack, locker room report. What's up, Howie? There have been a couple rumors lately about an intense personal rivalry budding between the two of you. Care to comment on any of those rumors? I think you know the answer to that, Howie. Oh my gosh, and here goes Andrew. Interesting question. As you can see by that tepid response, Danny here is getting a little shy in his old age. I ought to, but I'm afraid to say that, yeah, of course there's a rivalry. It's a shame Danny's lost a step or two. I don't like showing up someone when they're at less than full strength, but hey, you can only play the opponent that's in front of you. Any response to Andrew's comment? No comment, man. I'm a keep it player this time. Well, sure, I'm getting older. Not as much you can do about that, but I remain as focused as ever on building a championship contender, and I'm going to work tirelessly till I make that dream a reality. Come on, Gramps, don't you want to take a swipe? I'm a big boy. I can take it. Too old to take swipes, Drew. Like I said, my focus remains 100% on the job at hand of building the Cincinnati Freaks into a championship contender. Everything else is a distraction. And I got the first pick. Hey, Hassan, you didn't want to pull up? I might not care. Unless there's some crazy good young players. No, it's kind of the guys we talked about earlier. I'm taking Hassan Whiteside, man. I picked one player. I need to pick four more. Oh, wait, so I can pick whoever I want? Give me Jordan Bell. Give me Josh Hart. I'll take Reggie Jackson. $17 million for Reggie Jackson's crazy. I don't want to take on too many bad contracts. Give me not Chandler Parson, not JR, not Corver. Pirtle's on a good deal. And give me TJ McConnell because he's also on a good contract. And now is there going to be the game? I'm guessing this is the scrimmage game situation, summer league or whatever it was. This storyline is absolute cinema. Better better than the 2K18 one. Golly. Y'all hear that coming out of my controller? Oh, we're actually playing this game? Okay, bet. Let me win the jump ball. This is a full 16-minute game. Can I simcast? I can sim to end. Are we playing this whole thing, you think? Oh, whoops. I'll at least play the start. If things get out of hand, either I'm losing bad or I'm winning a lot, like, then we'll switch things up. Dude, he's got a terrible team. Timothy Luau-Cabarrot, Amir Ashik. Get that out of here. No way they're calling that. Yeah, he slid some bread the ref's way too, huh? That's crazy. First free throw goes. Bro, the crowd looks so much worse than how it looks now. Good board, Pirtle. Throw it to TJ. Throw it up to Josh. Josh, come on. Corner three. Oh, yeah, I might just play this whole game, bro. I'm so invested now. I really got to stop reaching, though. We already got 2 fouls, and it's been less than a minute. Cristiano Felicio. They've got Ashik. This dude doesn't know how to draft a thing, bro. He wouldn't know talent if it hit him upside the head. Josh, keep running. Keep running. I'm going to try and hit you again. Josh. No, we're not shooting that one. Give me a back. I see Whiteside down low. Bad pass. Bad pass. I telegraphed that one. That was really bad, actually. Jared Bayless with it. Give me those. Oh, he blew by me. But Hassan Whiteside's going to get that. He was too scared of the blockness monster. I'll tell you that right now. Jordan Bell. Oh, to the rim. Edstock can't guard me. That's a lay. Come on. Oh, that was Furkan Korkmaz. Whoops. But Korkmaz can't guard me. Bro, this team is sorry. We'll get up like 10, 15, and then from there it's going to be barbecue chicken. I'm telling you. There's just no way this team can hang with us. This dude thought he was better than me at drafting Andrew. He drafted some nonsense. Now, are we going to keep these players, or is this just for like the scrimmage? Because if I got to draft all these guys and he got the leftovers, I feel bad for him. No, I don't. He deserves what's coming to him. Another three. Rebound. Swing. Jordan Bell. Come on. Give me those Luau-Cabarrot. Dang it. Timothy Luau-Cabarrot. Oh, Korkmaz. Ice cold. No way he's making that. He's got Christmas takeover. Josh Hart. Let's push the break. Jay Smooth on the way. And that's a lay. We're up by 6. They got the sliders on something dumb low right now. Or maybe it's just that their team is absolute trash. They call a timeout, though. They need one. Look at the Whiteside fatheads in the crowd. Yeah. Whiteside's got fans out here, man. Bro, look at how the players look in the timeout, bro. They look crazy. Hey, I know it's 2K, people can get on them, but some of that stuff is definitely improved. Like, graphically, it's a whole different ball game. Although, like, the storyline in this is so fire. Like, I'd play with the graphics, these graphics in the more modern 2Ks if it meant getting, like, cool attention to detail in the story like this. I mean, you're talking about probably, dude, I mean, the amount of dialogue we've read has probably been, like, maybe I'm exaggerating, but, like, maybe close to hundreds of pages. Probably not that much, but I would say hundreds of paragraphs at least. I mean, it's been a lot of reading. Like, they actually put some time into this. And, man, I wish he'd be back. All the way, T-Mac. Good lay. Yeah, we are frying them. I want to make sure we get up a decent amount so that we do actually beat them. Oh, that's bad defense. I'm sleeping. Here you go, TJ. I haven't even gotten into Hassan at all. Come here, Hassan. Pirtle, you can set me one too, I guess. Freaky Jakob. Roll, lay. Dude, this gameplay was just so much more simple, so much more fun. Man, next time I get together with the guys, we might have to run 2K19 because what a game this was. Ashik can't shoot, bro. Oh, Korkmaz can, though. I'm there. Oh, he canned it. Okay, it's a 3-point game. Oh, yeah, Josh. Oh, yeah, Josh, fire another one. Good rebound, Pirtle, all the way back up. Green. This is probably one of my most played 2Ks ever. So maybe I'm a little bit biased towards this one, but, dude, I really do think 2K19, 2K20 were pretty generational. Dude, can we guard shooters? Oh, my gosh, they're making it rain. Luau-Cabarrot smacks one in. Yeah, I got to be better on defense for sure. Here you go, Pirtle. Come set me one on my right here. Nice screen, Pirtle. Oh, I got a mismatch. Barbecue chicken. Another one for Pirtle. Dude, I like Pirtle. Maybe what the guys were saying in the meeting about Pirtle being such a dog, maybe they were right. Jared Bayless, I'm going to sag off a little bit, force him into the drive, and the blockness monster is lurking. No time left. T-Mac at the horn. Oh, I didn't release it right. I'm sorry if y'all can hear the noises coming out of the controller. I really have no idea what to do about that. All right, TJ, here we go. Oh, Hassan. Yep, Ashik's asleep. Nice little dunk for Hassan. TJ, good dish. Jared Bayless up to Felicio, basketball legend, Cristiano Felicio. Bayless to Luau-Cabarrot. I'm through the screen. No way he smacks that. Give me the rebound. Come on, TJ, let's push it. Josh Hart, I want to hit you for another. Oh, shot fake. Got him. Down to Pirtle. Oh, my goodness. We are cooking in this scrimmage now. Give me those, Felicio. Luau-Cabarrot driving it. Give me those. No way he made that. That was actually a tough shot. He's having a good game. 6 points. Redemption tour for Timothy TLC. Oh, yeah. What? We couldn't throw that higher to get the pass through to Whiteside. Do not go up with this. Don't go up with this either, Korkmaz. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm trying to just pull away in this game so I can feel comfortable enough to sim to end, but I have not gotten to that point yet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, TJ. Oh yeah, TJ, that's wide open. I'm shooting straight lates, but it doesn't matter. I'll be on time for that. Big time shot. Bayless with it up top. He's not making that. He's not. Why am I doing this stupid stuff? Why am I leaving him so open, bro? I just made a 3 and then gave it up right back. Felicio's on me. Swing to Josh Hart. I'm pulling. What am I doing? Oh my goodness! Josh Hart's got a burner on him, man. Luau Cabarro, I can't let him get to his jumper, bro. I can't let him get to his jumper. 2 feet in the paint. Let me slide out to Korkmaz so he doesn't get anything. Felicio is not hitting me with a post move. No way. Look at how awful that looked. Oh, Josh Hart, let's push it. Up to JB. Jordan Bell. A little mid-range. Butter. Yeah, if I can get up just a few more, I'm real confident. Oh, I shouldn't have left Cork that open. He didn't shoot it, though. We're good. We're good. TLC with it. I'm right here with Josh Hart. Felicio comes to set one. Oh, yep, I'm right here. I'm right here, forcing the turnover. He somehow got it back, but missed the lay. We're running with TJ. Josh, I'm looking out for you. Why not? Why not, TJ? That would have been a big one. Give me that back, though. Give me that back, though. Dude, I've been recording for like 3 hours, and we still have yet to make a trade or do a draft pick. Like, we really have not done much. It's not my fault, though. The dialogue has just been, dude, it's been so long, and I'm not complaining about it. The storyline was fire. I've had a great time. Like, honestly, I'd rather be, dealing with the storyline than making trades and building out the team. Like, the storyline's more fun. Oh, yep. Throw it up to TJ. Throw it up to TJ. All the way, TJ. Lay! I'll take the foul. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get up and out of here after these free throws, man. First free throw is good. He's got an 84 free throw rating. And second one from TJ. Chicken. Let me get one more bucket before I get out of here. Give me that, Bayless. I'll slide up here on Bayless. Timeout. Okay, you know what? I'm done with this. We won this for sure. We're beating them bad. That should be an easy W. I don't know the result right now. They better not put me into a press conference saying I lost. Wait, what? Oh, so now it's the real draft? The Sonics got #1? They beat me? I shouldn't have simmed in. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to beat him for sure. Well, I'm taking Josh Hart. He was hooping for us. I honestly didn't even want Whiteside that bad because his contract. I want to have a lot of money to spend in free agency. Like, at least as much as possible here. You know what? They talked to me about TJ Leaf. I'll get him. Sonics take Reggie Jackson, Jordan Bell. They might win more games than us year one. Like, real talk, real conversation. I'm going to draft Justin Jackson. He's going to have some potential. We'll go TJ McConnell as well. They're drafting an expensive team. Like, the way he's doing this is stupid. Give me Pirtle. Like, I'm getting all the good young players. Or, well, maybe not good, but okay. Give me Daniel Tice. Who all have I gotten so far? View draft summary. It won't let me view draft summary. Can I see who I've drafted so far? Okay, wait, yeah, I can. So I've got Josh Hart, Justin Jackson, TJ, Pirtle, Tice. Okay, so a power forward here would be nice. Jerebko's 31. He was 31 at this time. I did not know he was that old already. T. Snell, Deli. Sure, I'll go Jarrell Martin for a young 4. Give me Frank Jackson. Give me Sterling Brown, Troy Dan. How many more I got? I got quite a few more. I just got to make sure I don't take on any bad contracts. At this point, I'm just going to take guys whose contracts are low. It's literally all I'm trying to do. Zhao Chi. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be forced to take one of these bad contracts. Oh wait, no, Kyle Collinsworth. Is that it? Okay. Our profits up, fan interest is high. Our best player is Josh Hart, which is really concerning. But we're about to get Luka. Oh, do I have to do the stupid press conference? Hey, Danny, based on your evaluations of the roster and what I'm seeing in this year's draft, I think we need to take 8. View prospect menu. It's so tough. Because I know, like, from real life, dude, Luka Doncic, it's going to be nuts. But I mean, really, based on the scouting, it's saying Michael Porter Jr. has the highest ceiling at all NBA. I'm not sure, man. I'm going to tell him I'll draft him. I'll tell him I'll draft him because I don't know, man. I don't know. 2018 draft. We're on the clock. #1 pick, baby. So we can take Aiden. But, I mean, also, we can field offer. Just see what's out there. It's not a crazy thing, right? Victor Oladipo. Dude, like, Devin Booker for 1 would be kind of crazy. You know what? I know I just told the coach I was going to take. I had to change the heart. I'm not taking Aiden. No, I believe in Aiden, bro. Let's do it. DeAndre Aiden out of Arizona. In an NBA where traditional big man has gone the way of the dodo bird, Aiden stands out as an exceptional, if not transcendent talent. It's crazy. The way of the dodo bird. Sonics, take MPJ. Okay, now here's what we want to do next. We want to try and move for another pick. I told Tex that I would do that. So I'm going to see who's at like 4. If I could get in there and get Luka, I'll trade you Josh Hart. He's like my most valuable piece. I'll give you Pirtle. I'll give you 2 seconds. I'll do 3 seconds. Done. Okay, now don't take Luka, Sacramento. Knew they wouldn't. They're stupid. Okay, now Now we're gonna be able to pair Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton. What are we, the Los Angeles Lakers? But Luka the Don, welcome to the team. We won the draft. I've seen enough. Ayton and Luka, what a start to the franchise. What's up, Freaky Tex? What's on your mind, Skip? Now that we're entering the free agency period, I'm hoping you can shed some light on our strategy. He said strategery. You fixing to wrangle us some all-stars, Danny. We have a lot of cap space, and I'm gonna do what I can to shore up our roster, but it's gonna be difficult to land a marquee free agent with the state of the team. The highest caliber free agents will want to go to proven winners. That's just the way it is. More likely, we'll be focused on a couple high character veterans who can help some of our younger guys and draft picks to adjust to life in the league. Jarrett Jack types, ooh, but hopefully with a little more gas left in the tank so they can produce our own, or they can boost our on-court performance too. All right, I reckon I can't quibble as much with that approach, but you really think we ain't got no chance at a top level guy? I'm always open to avenues to improving our team, and of course I'll approach the top guys to gauge their interest, but I want to set proper expectations for you. Fact of the matter is, it would be almost unheard of for an all-star caliber player to sign with the team in our position. It's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely. Fair enough. And how are you holding up with Bob's boy? I saw him trying to get your gander up. That press conference the other day really is a spark plug, ain't he? That's one word for it. I'd like to share a little Texas wisdom with you, Danny. That is, if you don't mind. I'm all ears, Tex. There's an old saying my grandpappy was quite fond of that goes quite a little something like this. The loudest badger got the smallest paws. That means he doesn't have any wood, Tex. I'm gonna edit that out. I could guess by context clues but why don't you give it to me in English, Tex? Yo, my family watches these videos. I gotta edit this stuff out. It means something like Bob's boy over there who takes a hooting and hollering all over the town like a loony. He probably doesn't feel too good about himself. See, when you're insecure, you try to talk yourself out of it any which way you can. Oftentimes, it's in a public display of tomfoolery, which the likes of Andy is currently exhibiting. That's pretty insightful, Tex. Thank you kindly. I know you understand the game of basketball better than just about anybody, but I'm seeing through smoke screens. But seeing through smoke screens is my game, and I'm pretty good at it to boot. Most fellas don't resort to tricks of this kind unless they're scared they can't win a fair fight, and he can't. And if I'm right, that boy Andrew was more scared than a spring daisy at a stampede. You got him quivering in his boots. So if you're at all worried about the job you're doing, don't be. I trust you, and I want you to stick to your Spurs, no San Antonio. Eventually, you'll come out on top of this thing. That I'm right sure of. Appreciate the vote of confidence. You know how frustrating it's been for me having to deal with all this. Indeed, I do. What do you say you and I head over to the courts for a rematch? Blow a little steam off. Might be good for you to exercise those demons off with some good old-fashioned hooping and swooping. Wait, did you just quote Walt Clyde Frazier? I might be, but you still haven't answered my question. Do you want a rematch or don't you? Don't tell me you're afraid of an old man in a cowboy hat. I'll take you to school any day of the week. Let's sweeten the pot a little bit. What's up? Loser buys dinner. Yeah, let's do it. I'm thinking I got a good chance. Buddy's been studying Akeem. You're a dream shake away from a hip relocation, buddy. I'm ready to see how some things dreams shake out. Don't take me lightly now, son. You know what a mistake it is to underestimate the comp. If all you want to do is buy me dinner, you didn't have to go through this elaborate rules. You know that, right? I'm a grown man, perfectly capable of making my own decisions. Thank you very much, but I do appreciate your hospitality. Don't mention it. Now, if there are no further objections, let's go hoop. Yeah, okay. I was like, do I actually have to play this dude again? We're in the hotel. I gotta talk to Chaz about making these reports a bit more concise. I need a break. Maybe some sports entertainment will do. TV comes on. Reports out of Cleveland this morning confirm that LeBron James has declined his $35 million player option for the 2018-19 season, making him the most coveted free agent on the market. Oh boy, where could he land next? Is a return to Cleveland out of the question? For more on the developing story, we turn to sports, and more sports. Senior LeBron James correspondent Buddy Winthrop. That's Brian Windhorst. Buddy, welcome to Sports World. Welcome. Thanks for having me, Joey. Being as close to LeBron's camp as you are, have you heard any rumblings of where Bron might go this season? Everyone's been talking about the Lakers, the Rockets, the Sixers, maybe even the Celtics. Do any of those teams have a leg up from what you're hearing? It's far too early in the process to know where LeBron's head is at on this, Joey. If there's one thing we know about Bron, it's that he's going to be thorough and he's going to take his time. He's going to want to hear these GMs give their pitches and explain how their franchises will be able to help him topple the juggernaut in Golden State. Because at this point in his career, LeBron is about one and only one thing: championship. So no clue at all which way he might be leaning. Honestly, don't think LeBron knows where he'll be next year. He's coming to the freaks. Like I said, he's going to be thorough about all this, and he's going to want to know all of his options before he makes a decision. And because he's LeBron, he can afford to do that, for sure. No GM is going to make a major move when a free agent of Bron's caliber is still on the market. He'll be the first domino to fall for sure, so he's got all the time he needs to figure out what options are on the table. But I do know this: whatever team is lucky enough to land LeBron next year, no matter what shape their roster is in, they'll instantly become a contender, because that's just how good Bron is. For sure, man. For sure. Oh, dude, this storyline is so fire. Whoever wrote this this. You did your thing for sure. We just reached level 2. Bro, I'm 3 hours in. I just reached level 2. Level 3, level 4. Draft DeAndre Ayton for your head coach. I did that, don't worry. Team options, TJ, Daniel Tice. I got y'all. I'm cool on Taylor and Collinsworth. What's next? Yeah, LeBron declines, Durant declines, PG declines. We could win a chip year 1 as an expansion franchise, man. What's up, Freaky Tex? You see the news, Danny? Looks like we got ourselves a big old fish in this here pond of ours. Are you talking about Bron? That's precisely what I'm referring to. I'm thinking we better do our best to lure this big old fishy in. I'm assuring you got your bait and tackle ready and raring to go. But do you need anything from me? Just let me know how I can help. I am, as they say, at your disposal. We need to let him become Le GM. I think we got one shot at this thing, Tex. And what, pray tell, might that be? We offer him full oversight of our process. Let him know that not only do we want to make him the franchise cornerstone, but that we want his input on all of our free agent decisions. He'd be a part of the process right from the beginning, and he can help us make sure that we build a team that fully maximizes his strength. I think if we give him that sort of input, it would be really appealing to him. That's mighty unorthodox. Well, it's Bron, man. This is kind of what he does. And for any other player, I'd say you're a screaming fool for this approach. But with LeBron James, well, quite frankly, I admire the aggressiveness. You need a big pole to catch a big fish. Whoa. And I think you might have found yourself just such a pole. Out to dinner, July 19th. Whoa! LeBron! What up, Bron? All right, Danny, you got my undivided attention. Pitch me on the freaks. Why should I bring my talent to Cincinnati? Well, first of all, you're back in Ohio. You know what I mean? A max contract, you'll be like family. This is the most important decision, most important comment I made in the video. I'm gonna say you'll be part of the front office. We'll give you a max contract, obviously, but what I'm proposing goes a lot deeper than that. We want to make this team your team, and when I say your team, I mean you'll have a say in all of our personnel decisions. That's really how it is for Bron everywhere. Until now with the Lakers, because, you know, he's old and whatever. Every single one of them. We want to mold this team in your image, and let's face it, nobody knows you better than you know yourself. When I'm offering you, nobody else can. We have an opportunity to build an entire franchise from scratch with you as the cornerstone. Every move we make will be geared towards maximizing your prime, and once again, I want to stress that you'll have the opportunity to be as involved as you want in molding the roster. I don't believe that's a deal you're likely to get anywhere else. Couple that with an owner willing to spend what it takes to win, and I think you'll start to see just how attractive an option we are. Takes a little imagination, but I know you're exactly the kind of guy who sees options where other people don't. You got the vision on the court, and I think you got it off the court too. The flattery isn't necessary, Danny, but I admit I'm intrigued. Please go on, Danny. Yeah! Transparency is one of our foundational principles. There's no reason for us to hide anything from any of our guys. We look at an NBA franchise as a partnership between the front office and the players. Without that partnership, none of this works. We've all got to be on the same page or it falls apart. Honestly, I'm impressed. Even with the difficulties that come with starting up a team, you managed to present it as a strength, and that's a plan I can get behind. It's clear, well articulated, and it's something I could seriously it's something I could seriously see setting the foundation to help make a winning team for years to come. Shake on it? I don't know if I'm ready for all of that just yet. Just showing respect. Can't blame a guy for trying. Hey, shoot your shot, right? I got to take some more meetings, and we're real early in the process here, but I promise you, you'll get strong consideration when the time comes. That's all I ask for, and please let me know if you have any questions between now and then. Your agent's got my number. Just let him know. I'll meet you whenever, wherever you want to talk. Okay, so my offer to Bron's through, right? Oh, it's not actually through? I got to negotiate this, huh? Hey, LeBron, appreciate you coming in. As you already guessed, we're really interested in having you join our team. We're glad to be here, Mr. Hardaway. So is there anything you would like to know, or should we get right to the terms of the contract? Let's get right to it. We're both busy, man, so let's not spend too much time on this. Let's start the negotiation. 4 years, 153. That's what he wants. Can I offer him any more? No. Let's throw a player option. No trade clause. Let's offer him that. I'll try to work with that. Here's where I'm at now. Our budget won't allow us to get 153. 4 is more than we can commit to. I'll give you a player option, no trade clause. Thanks for your offer and your consideration. Gotta think it over. Okay, his morale went up with that conversation, but he's not rocking out with us. Do I have to give him the 4-year deal? Is that gonna be the favorable thing? Call him back. Talk to him again. I need to talk to him again. Sup, Ron? I'm gonna give you the 4-year deal, okay? Let's get right to it. Let's give him exactly what he wants. 4 years, exact offer, and we'll give him a no trade clause. Thanks. I think we may have a deal here. Oh my gosh. Come on, bro. It says we're still second. Let's talk to KD then. Dude, this free agency class is fire. What's up, KD? I want you to pull up, man. Let's make a deal, man. 4 years. Yep. Same thing as Bron. Let's do a no trade clause. Offer the contract. Thanks. I think we may have a deal here. Oh, please. Durant. Wait, it says we're second for both. We got Bron! We got LeBron! Hold on, though. I might not be done. Do I have enough money? Oh, I got plenty. Paul George, Freaky P. Hey, Paul, appreciate you coming in. Yeah, let's get right down to business. Let's go. 4 years, 131. I can do that for you. No trade clause on this one, though. You don't have any offers. I appreciate the offer. Take it into consideration. Bet. Where's number one offer? Dude, we might go 2 for 2 here. There's no way, right? There's no way. LeBron James and Paul George, welcome to the Cincinnati Freaks. All right, now what I want to do is I want to move Paul George to the shooting guard / small forward. Does that hurt his overall? It only goes down 1. And I want Luka to be the point guard. That's what he does. Hopefully it doesn't hurt his overall too much. But Luka goes down to a 77. All right, you're gonna have to take that hit because I need you as a PG. Now I gotta spend whatever remaining money I have, which is not much, to try and fill out this team. Do I have anybody expensive from the expansion draft that I could get off of? No, not at all. But like Zhao Chi, Sterling Brown, Frank Jackson, I could throw them all together and get Allen Williams in a first. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna trade AW, go grab hopefully some seconds. Yeah, and now maybe we have a little bit more money to play with. And still not enough for anybody crazy. I was hoping maybe I could somehow snag a Marcus Smart or something. Young player, restricted free agent. What's up, Marcus? Let's make a deal, man. 2 years, 30. I got 2 years, 12 for you. He said it's not what he's looking for. I can't do it. I'm sorry, Marcus. All right, I guess we got to go for like Wayne Ellington or something. I would sign Jay Crossover, but he's going to regress so fast. Let's go ahead and get to work. 2 years, 16. I give you 2 years, 12. 12, 13. Let's see if that works out. And then outside of that, we'll probably just let the CPU fill out the team because we're kind of out of money. Wayne Ellington signs. All right, that's all I needed. What's up? What's up in the conference room? Braun's going to come to me. Next item on the agenda is the location for this year's All-Star team. I'll open up the floor for general remarks. Who wants to start? I think it's pretty clear. It should be hosted by one of the 2 expansion teams. There's natural excitement around this thing. We should do everything we can to maximize our return on investment. I gotta agree with Bernard. One of them gets it this year, the other gets it next. Seems like a no-brainer. Anyone object? I hate to be the fly in the ointment here, fellas, but I think it'd be the most exciting option would be either the Sonics or the Cincinnati Freaks. Normally, I'd agree that it would have to be one of the 2 expansion teams, but basketball return to Seattle is such a honky deal. That's a bigger story. Man. All right. Why is it down to you or Tex? If you're talking fan interest, I think Texas Club is clearly the more compelling choice from a narrative perspective. We got our own personal relationship history. He's got Danny helping him run the ship. Plus, let's be honest, that arena he put together is out of this world. Be a great look for the league. Oh, he's all right, Bob. I rock with you. Tex says it's an honor and privilege to be here. Yeah, thank you kindly. Now, obviously, it'd be my pleasure to host the All-Star festivities. I don't want to step on y'all's toes. I don't want to put nobody off by trying to skip any lines. Tex Towers is a man who understands the value of earning his keep. You're always such a gentleman, Tex. I love that about you. Thank you kindly, Bob. But I know you better than that. What are you buttering me up for? I respect you way too much to try and trick you with compliments, Tex. But you're right, I do have a proposal. What's that? Here's what I'm thinking. We got Summer League coming up, and outside of the diehard fan, nobody cares about it. You got a bunch of prospects and fringe NBA guys, so it's whatever to most of our fan base. But what if we made the stakes higher? Here it comes. What I'm proposing is Texas team and my team play for the right to host the All-Star game during Summer League. Come again? When our teams play during Summer League, whoever wins hosts the All-Star game. That way you drive interest in the Summer League. Sell ads, TV rights, all that. Drive up interest in the team in general. Drive up interest in the All-Star game. And either way, you got a great destination that'll be good for the league. I think it makes a lot of sense. It can make us a lot of money if we do it right. Not a bad idea. What do you think, Lewis? You're okay with this? Does seem lucrative. I'm okay if everybody else is. How about you, Tex? All right, let's do it. No objections. So we're going to do a Summer League matchup. I got dinner plans with Elon Musk. What is Buddy talking about? So we got a Summer League matchup with them. Hey, tell Braun to come play Summer League for me. You're looking forward to Summer League, Tex, getting your first taste of action as an NBA owner. I know it's not quite the same as a regular NBA season game, but you got some real live NBA talent out there, and a few of them are going to be stars one day. You never know. You could be looking at the next Michael Jordan. I don't know about all that, but I am mighty curious to see how our team fares against Bob. I got to hand it to Bob on this one. Not a huge fan of his kid, obviously. This is a great idea. The stakes are high without being too high, and it's going to bring a ton of interest our way. Summer League interest is a nice little bonus, but it's going to put us in the front of mind for a lot of fans who might not otherwise care that much about it. That boost in popularity could really help you get a nice price when you sell the team next year, too. It's just a great idea on every level. That'd be nice, I suppose. You suppose? What happened to the text who told me my only boss was the bottom line? Did you switch minds with Braun on some Freaky Friday vibe when you gave him your hat? Believe me, son, I'm still very much about my money. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just get a little wistful thinking about selling. There really is a sort of camaraderie that develops between you fellas that makes a man feel mighty fine to be a part of. Oh, you're gonna miss me, Tex? There really is a sweeter side to you, isn't there? It's not normal for owners to buy a team and sell it a year later. I don't know why that's like a big thing that happens in the MyGMs. You could say that. I ain't made out of rocks, you know. I got a heart just like any other man. Mine just beats a little bit faster when I'm near a pile of money the most. It's a blessing and a curse. There we go. That's the text I know and love. But if you really want to see what a team looks like in action, you got to check out The Real Deal. We're a team in the front office, of course, but what we do pales in comparison to the kind of teamwork that goes into making 5 guys on the court a success. I'm not so sure about all that. A team is a team after all. You just have different goals depending on the situation. I think I might be able to change your mind about that. Why don't you come down with me, meet the team? I think once you get to know these guys a little bit, you'll see there's something special at work and what they do that goes way beyond what we experience behind the scenes. As rewarding as that is in its own way. There's something special about 5 human beings performing at the very top of their field and making these split-second decisions as a unit on the fly with the whole world watching and the stakes as high as they can be. That is facts. That's a beautiful way to describe ball. Tex is going to come with me to beat the team. My assistant will work out a date with yours. That'll be good for you, Tex. I think you really enjoy getting to know these guys a little bit. Why couldn't we just work out a date to do this like, you know, when we were... Oh my gosh, another meeting? What's up, man? Oh my gosh, why are you here, Andrew? You still good with our bet? Why wouldn't I be? Well, I could understand if you didn't want to make a fool of yourself. You already had enough of that for one season. Besides, now when you lose, you'll also be losing the All-Star game. That's a lot to take from a man all at once. I don't want to be the cause of any nervous breakdowns. I care about you, you know? There's not a single thing in the world that can make me pull out of the bet, Andrew. I'm not a vengeful person by nature, but I gotta admit that I'm really looking forward to seeing the look on your face when you're up there letting the whole world know what a weaselly little creep you are. And just so we're clear on this, I want to lay out the terms one more time. If I win... Oh, so this was the win for the bet. It wasn't the last game. That one didn't matter. If I win, you got to give me a press conference wearing a shirt with my face on it where you let everyone know that I'm the superior GM. If you win, let's face it, which is impossible, I'll give you a press conference where I admit that I was behind all the leaks. Is that okay with you, Danny? Like I said, I'll back out now if you want. Sure, you'd be a coward, but at least only I know about it. That's a whole lot of bluster for someone who's supposedly so sure about himself. Are you feeling a little insecure, Andy? That's okay. It's only natural when you have as little experience as you do to wonder if you know what you're doing. Even the best of us get imposter syndrome. Yeah, no, I'm good. Oh, so you got more of a Dunning-Kruger thing going on. A Dunning-Water, Dunning-Kruger. It's a phenomenon where you're too dumb to know whether or not you're stupid, so you wind up thinking you're smart. Oh yeah, I think you're even more dumber than I am. Huh, more dumber. Seriously, what you come back with? I was being sarcastic. Duh. Like anyone would tell, I wouldn't say that in all seriousness. You're playing checkers and I'm playing 7D chess. Buddy, I got brawn, Einstein. Get the t-shirt made. Go ahead. You're going to throw it away because you won't need it. You got a minute, Danny? What's up, TJ? I'm going to ask you straight up because I'm a stand-up dude. What's going on between you and Andrew Sanderson? You got beef? What you mean? Heard you guys talking about some bet in the parking lot. If we lose, you got to wear a shirt with his face on it. Sound like you guys were getting heated. Are you being serious with that or is that some GM trash talk thing? It's exactly what it looks like. I think you better. It's exactly what it looked like. Excuse me. It's a long story, but if you have time, I'd like to explain it to you so you at least have the full picture. Will you do me that favor, TJ? Man, I can't wait to hear this. He's rocking with it. All right, well, if we start at the beginning, last year I worked for Bob Sanderson, as I'm sure you know, and he installed Andrew as my assistant GM. Sure, I know about that. Okay, it started up fine, helping me research draft stuff, no big deal. 5 minutes later, he traded a player behind your back. Yeah, he did. Not even a half of it, though. Oh, dip. It was Andrew who did that? Yeah, he called me up just so he could taunt me about it. It was like something out of Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's a solid flick. Classic Sam Jackson. I haven't seen it. But look, that's not even the whole story. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's some wild stuff, boss. Yeah, it's a cutthroat league. I didn't need to tell you that. I see why you hate the guy, clearly, but like, why didn't you mention any of this to me before? Why'd you have to keep us all in the dark about it? I didn't think you cared, man. Seemed like nonsense. I didn't want to put it through you guys when it didn't affect you. Didn't affect us. In all honesty, I'm being real with you now. In all honesty, I'd have thought it was something that was just between the two of us, but I can see now clearly I was wrong. That may not be what you guys want to hear, but it's the truth. It affects you guys too. And as soon as it became something that affects you, I should have been straight up with you about it. For that, I'm really sincerely sorry, TJ. I just hope you can forgive me. Well, I wish you would have came to me sooner, but I think I understand. All I can say is we definitely care about this as players, and I strongly suggest you let the rest of the team know what's going on. But I'll leave it up to you whether you tell the guys or not. Your call, man. All right, good talk with TJ. WTJ. Let's talk Summer League. Vegas! What's up, Troy Dan? You guys are all adults, but I'm only going to say this once. If you wind up on TMC in any capacity, I don't care if you're in the background shouting World Star, we're flying commercial for the rest of the season. That understood. That's not right, Danny. What am I supposed to do with all these legs? These legs can't fit an economy. Man, I bet they got you flying economy in China, Justin. Make sure Mr. Vegas over here stays out of trouble. You won't have to worry about it. I'm just quoting a movie, Danny. Trust me. You got nothing to worry about. I remember my rookie orientation. We're all good. All right, glad to hear it. So look, Summer League. Gonna be a little different this year. Let's go over what to expect. By now, y'all probably know about the all-star game situation, but in case you've been living under a rock or chilling on a yacht in Ibiza, it's lit at the night show. Can we continue? Floor's all yours, Danny. Appreciate that, TJ. So like I was saying, our game against the Sonics determines who hosts the all-star weekend. If you didn't know, now you know. Now, obviously, that's a big deal, and I'm sure you can all appreciate the gravity of the situation, but it's my job to stress to you just how important this is to our franchise. This is a brand new franchise building a new fan base in a new city, and this will go a long way towards establishing us and driving up interest in the team, not to mention the money that comes from hosting All-Star Weekend. Needless to say, this is massively important to Tex, and it's massively important to Tex. It's massively important to me. So if nothing else, I'd appreciate if you did me a solid and treated this game like the big deal it is. Make my life a lot easier if we took this one home. I like hosting parties, man. You don't gotta convince me. Great. So since this is a really important game to us, we're gonna be using normal rotations like we would in the regular season. Obviously, for the other Summer League game, we're focusing on developing our young guys, but we need all hands on deck for this one. Well, then why are we talking to Troy Daniel? Glad to hear it, Troy. It's not ideal, I understand, but it'll be good prep for the regular season. Imagine somebody got injured in this. We catch so much flag and shouldn't throw you guys too far out of whack with your off-season routines. So please check in with the trainer if you have any questions about anything from a prep standpoint. All right, that's it. Let's get to it. Let me come clean though. All right, so let me talk about tell y'all about the side action riding on this one. Side action, ain't that illegal? No, we're not gonna get hit with the RICO. Oh, it's not money. It's stupid, really. It's just I've got a little side bet going on with Andrew Sanderson, the Sonics GM. Basically, whoever loses has to do something stupid in public. It's basically like when the mayors from different Super Bowl teams bet a Philly cheesesteak against a bowl of New England clam chowder or whatever. What's the bet? I don't really want to talk about it. It's dumb because besides, you guys are gonna mop the floor with that ragtag group of rec league bums, so I'm not too worried. That's what I'm talking about, Danny. I like that fire. Suffice it to say, this is a personal one for me, so a win would be appreciated. Hey, look, I know that kid's a cornball, and I can see how you get mixed up in something like this, but why didn't you tell us about it sooner? Don't you think we got the right to know about that? I didn't want to affect your game, man. First of all, I was embarrassed. I could see that, and second, I didn't want you to change the way you're played. It felt like my own mistake, and I didn't want to burden you guys with it. That's where you messed up, man. If anything, we would have played harder knowing you had your skin on the line. I don't want my GM playing himself like that in public. You're gonna look like a fool, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. We can't run around out here we can't let you run around out here looking like some sort of clown. That doesn't make any of us look good. We got this, Danny. Don't sweat it. I will be sweating it if you're playing. Well, that went a lot better than I thought it would. I really appreciate how chill you guys are being about this, and I promise I'm gonna keep you guys in the loop moving forward. No more surprises, no more bets. You got my word. Now let's go ahead and get some rest. We got work to do in the morning. More compassion added. Let's get it. Okay, now we will simulate August 2nd press conference. What's up? What's up, Joey? I'm familiar. Nice to see you again. Thanks. I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about the experience of running an expansion team. Can you walk us through what it's been like? Have there been any surprises? Anything that's unexpectedly been harder or easier than you might have thought heading into this? I'm gonna say I think we're ready to win. It's been a challenge, Joey, building a team from scratch. I don't think anybody would tell you that's an easy thing to do, especially in the amount of time we had to do it. But at the same time, I think we're really well positioned with the roster we managed to put together, and I think we'll be in the position to compete sooner rather than later. Looking at who we got from top to bottom, I think we're looking at a deep playoff run soon as this year. I believe that too. Bron, PG, Luka, and Aiden. I know Luka and Aiden are rookies, but Bron and PG, come on, man. This year, that's right, Joey. I think we got a deep playoff run in us this year. Excuse me for being skeptical, Danny, but that would be, completely unprecedented. There's never been an expansion team in the NBA with even a 500 record. Just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. Believe that. Unprecedented things are only unprecedented until they happen. But a deep run in the playoffs? Come on, you don't believe that, do you? Let me tell you something, Joe. I've been at this a long time, and I've never had a collection of talent that equals what I've got in that locker room right now. Hey, man, I built some crazy teams. I've gone 82-0 before, so let's chill out. I wouldn't be shocked if we won the whole thing this year, to tell you the truth. But even if we don't, I don't see it's taking longer than 3 years max to become contenders. That's how much I believe in these guys. It all starts with taking down the Sonics in the Summer League, but that's only the beginning. This collection of talent can go as far as they want to. It's up to them to get on the same page and learn how to play together as a team, which presents a challenge, of course. They're all new to each other, but at the end of the day, they got the talent to do it, and I believe they will. Plus one insight. What's up, Ryan? Sports, and more sports. What did Andrew tweet? He's a little baby, man. He's a pugilant child, and I don't respond to children. No thoughts. I refuse to dignify his behavior by engaging with it. I hold myself to a higher standard than that. As a professional, I find it distasteful. I'm a man of integrity, not of childish insults and antics. I don't have enough time in my day to deal with this foolishness. Yeah, fan interest on 100. Chemistry's not great yet, but we will get it right, man. Player progression, what's going on? So Bron doesn't go down at all. He's still a 98. Luka goes down for much change in his position. Tice gets a little bit better. TJ Leaf gets better. Okay, cool. Training camps. Oh yeah, the Summer League thing's probably going to happen, right? Yep, here we go. August 23rd. Did we win the game? Nathan Melbourne. I think it's fair to say this year's Summer League was by far the most entertaining, most successful version of Summer League we've seen, and that really comes down to the two of you being willing to be different and think outside the box. Please don't tell me I'm wearing the shirt. Andrew, could you start and get your thoughts on the situation? You know, us Sandersons pride ourselves on thinking outside the box. You don't become an icon in this league by sitting on your hands and accepting the status quo. But before I say anything about this, I'm wondering if my esteemed colleague Danny has anything to say. I'd hate to break protocol here. After all, he does have seniority on me, and I more than anyone understand that you've got to pay your dues in this business. I respect my elders. He keeps calling me old, man. I'm gonna pretend the bet didn't happen. No, not really. I'm just happy that the league was able to put something together that the fans enjoyed. We really lost, bro. No way. We had Luka and Ayton in Summer League. That's all it's about. After all, I'm glad I could be a part of it. Anything else, Danny? No, that's it. You sure? Yep, that covers it. All right, well, since Danny doesn't have any integrity, I guess it's up to me to let you know we had a wager riding on this one. A wager? What type of wager? The bet was if we beat the Freaks in the Summer League, which, duh, of course we did. I can't stand it. We would have beat them. It's just for the stupid plot that we lost. Then Danny would have to wear a t-shirt with my face on it to this press conference and admit I'm a superior GM. Come on, that's absurd and false. You're acting like a child, Andrew. Am I? Then how do you explain this? Andrew takes out a tape recorder. It's play. Tell you what, Einstein, you got to bet winner takes all the other guy's dignity and flushes it down the toilet. Or how about this? There is not a single thing in the world that could pull me out of this bet, Andrew. He recorded me? That sounds like you, Danny. Do you deny that's your voice on tape? Yeah, that's what I thought, son. Danny, how do you respond to these explosive revelations? No comment, man. What can the man say? He's embarrassed as he should be that he welched on the bet like the coward. Man! But hey, everyone makes mistakes. And at this point, I think it would be best if we just left him alone to lick his wound. Whatever, man. Let me get to my training camp. Or not. We're in Tex's office. Yo, my voice is so cooked right now. I need a sip of water. Hold on, Tex. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I need another sip. Oh, that was great. As you no doubt know by now, Danny, I'm a big proponent of tracking progress. The offseason winding down, well, I figure now is as good a time as any to take a look at the progress you made and getting us ready in the season. Let's look at the report card. Let's do it. I know we had our ups and downs this offseason, Tex, but I think it's important we take a moment to congratulate ourselves on the work we put in. We've been through a lot, but when you look at the big picture, there's a lot to be proud of. We're building this thing from scratch after all, and I think it's fair to say we put ourselves in a great position for you to sell the team next year. I'm prouder than a prancing pony at a 4th of July parade. We did a sensational job of getting our ducks in a row here, Danny. I'm just anxious for the season to start so we can see how these fellas compete on the floor. Any idea if the team's valuation has gone up? I don't know about all that. What do you mean you don't know about all that? Just like I said, to tell the truth, it's been quite a spell since I thought about the team's valuation. See, he rocks with basketball now. You feeling all right, Tex? You don't sound like yourself. I believe I heard you say that you haven't thought this much about how much the team is worth lately. Is that right? You're a real jokester, ain't you? I believe we got ourselves a regular Jeff Foxworthy on our hands. Hey, you're the one who told me the only thing that matters is the bottom line. I know this is gonna sound kind of funny coming from me. I don't know. I guess I just don't quite see it that way anymore. Go on. I think I need a little more time to ponder my options is all. I'm fixing to push back that sell-by date so we can do some more thinking on the matter. Why is that? Being in this environment, well, it's been quite the experience, Danny. If a bit foreign. Watching a game or two on the big screen is one thing, but being in here with y'all all day after the game as we, what do the kids say? Get after it, get our grind on. I'm sure someone somewhere sometime has said that. Anywho, it feels special. And it ain't something I anticipated. It's giving me the second thoughts about selling and all, to be quite frank with you. You should join us for the first game. You know, if you want to get closer to the action, you should join us in the locker room before the first game. You think the Summer League was something? You should get a taste of the atmosphere before a game. It's electric in there. I think you'll love it. You sure the fellas wouldn't mind an old badger like me in there with them? I don't want to overstep my bounds and come up to works. Ain't that kind of a sanctuary for him? I didn't know I was inviting him to the locker room, I'll be honest. I don't think you should be in there for every game, but on a special occasion like this, I'd say it's very appropriate, and I think the players would love to have you. Well, if you insist, that does sound mighty interesting. All right, see you there, Tex. We're getting close to opening night now. We can only auto-generate the draft class because, you know, the servers have been down since like 09. Hey, Danny, after evaluating our roster, I've come to the conclusion we send Luka to perimeter shooting camp. I will not be doing that. I'm going to send him to untapped potential. D Swift, I'm sorry. Hopefully our trainers see. We got 4 camps? I've never seen that. Usually you only have 2 or 3 at best. I've never seen 4. We're sending Luka to untapped potential. Oh, we'll do untapped potential for Ayton as well. He's got A+. He already had A+ before we upgraded it. Bron, and then we'll also do Paul George. When you send your experienced vets to untapped potential, it just makes it so that they regress later, and sometimes they even get better as they get older. Like 33-year-old Bron might improve because we send him to potential camp. Okay, let's go to the rotations here. 9-man rotation. Daryl Swift has an A+ defense rating. What about his offense? Do we just not get to see that? No? Okay. Well, let's get to simulating. I'm sure they'll pop up on me with something. Oh, yeah, before the first game, we're in the locker room. All right, guys, listen up. I want to talk to you for a minute before I hand things over to Coach. Now, everyone in this room is going through a different journey. You're all here to contribute to a common cause, of course, but you're also individuals from unique backgrounds who face unique challenges. For some of you, this is an old hat by now, but that doesn't mean you can stop being hungry. No matter how established your place in this league is, every year brings a fresh set of challenges. I want you to embrace those challenges. I want you to embrace the work it takes to overcome those challenges, and I want you to be able to look back at the end of the year, exhausted but satisfied, knowing that you gave this team and those guys around you and this game we all love everything you got. For some of you, this is your very first game. Yeah, Luka and Aiden as a player in the NBA. In many ways, you've achieved your dream. You're a professional ball player. This is the culmination of a lifetime of hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. I want you to look back on all that with pride. You deserve a moment to reflect on how far you come, on what you've overcome on your way here. I put together some fire speeches in this, but after that, I want you to look ahead at the job you still have to do. Job's not finished. You may think you've worked your tail off in the past, but now the real work begins. You're only getting started on this journey. There'll be high highs and low lows, but I can promise you one thing. You'll have no regrets if you can look in the mirror and tell yourself that you left everything you had out on the floor. Yeah, that you gave it everything you got during your training. But if you give this game everything you have, no matter what the result is, I guarantee you'll be proud of the work you put in, and that's all you can ask yourself. As a collection of individuals, we're about to embark on a very unique journey in its own right. Very few people have been in the position you find yourselves in, playing for a brand new team in its inaugural game. It's a special moment, and if you can manage, you should do what you can do to cherish it. The game is important, and I want you to do everything you can to get that W. But life's too short to not show some appreciation for your blessing. We're blessed to have this opportunity, and we're especially blessed to be able to grow something ourselves from the ground up. Not a lot of people get that opportunity, but you do, and I hope you can take a minute to think on how special that is. I'm giving a Commander Ervin speech. Now, I don't want you to take up too much. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but we're joined by a very special guest tonight. I'd like you all to welcome Tex Towers. He's not only the newest and greatest owner in the NBA, he's also my friend. Well, I don't know about all that greatest business, Danny, but thank you most kindly. I'm not just gassing you up, Tex. You can see Tex in the back, too. He's standing the other way. Tex here has given us his full support, and he's completely committed to doing whatever it takes to help us achieve our goals. Now, I believe that Tex has a few words he'd like to share with you all. Is that right, Tex? Hey, guys, if you can spare me just a moment, I'd appreciate it. Bron says, what you got, Tex? Thank you kindly, James. Now, I might not be an expert on the game of basketball, but I do know this. When men are engaged in combat of any sort, it's a match of wills. Your will versus theirs. Your determination versus theirs. If you're anything like me, you got a belly full of old bumblebees right now. You might feel near impossible to hear yourself think over all that buzzing. But if you can quit them bees for just a moment, I think you'll find the iron will of a champion inside you, inside all of you. I've seen you guys practice, and I know you got 10 times the will and determination they do. So let's go out there and let them know who they are. Hashtag let them know, the Cavs, what it means to play freaks basketball. Yeah, okay, I got you. Cincinnati Freaks men are stronger than the ox, quicker than grease lightning, and fiercer than a hot-headed hog full of horseradish. Yes, I don't know what that means, but yes, shout out PG. Hot Scooby-Doo, we're gonna give these boys the what? What did he say? Tell them, Tex. Yeah, Bron, we're tougher than a bonnet full of bricks, and we're not gonna back down. We're gonna play hard, we're gonna get physical, we're gonna go out there and show the fellas, show the world who they are. Tex, Bron loves Tex, man. PG is hyped. Alright, I think you're good and fired up. Yee diddy diddly haw. Yeehaw. Thanks for the pep talk, Tex. Alright, see you later, Tex. Can we just get on with it? We got you, Tex. Thanks for coming down, brother. Bron loves Tex, and we lost to the Wizards first game. Gulp. Danny, hi. Could you talk about how you're feeling now that the first game's in the books? Exciting time for us. We put our work into building the best roster with the resources we had, and I'm looking forward to see it all come together. What are your expectations for the team as you head into the season? I expect us to work hard. I expect us to give full effort every night and every day, whether it's a game, practice, film work, whatever it is. More than anything, I just want to see growth and development throughout the course of the season. That's what it's all about for me. If we give it our very best and come away a better team at the end of the year than we were at the beginning, I'll be happy. How disappointing are the guys that you won't be hosting the All-Star game this year? Well, they're all competitors. They want to win every game they play. So on that level, sure, there's some disappointment that we weren't able to pull out that win. But things like the All-Star game, as much as we like to host it, of course, that's not what this is all about. It's good for the league and it's fun for the fans. So on that level, it's important. But these guys work their tails off all off season to get ready for these games they're playing right now. The games are counting the standing. Yeah, exactly. And I think they're excited. They're ready to work and they're ready to make Freaks fans proud. Okay, we start off the season 1-2. There we go. We're 2-2. Oh, Bron's got a message for us. Okay, let's go to team status. He did well against his former team. Of course he did. He's LeBron James. Hey, I want to let you know that game against the Cavaliers really made me feel good about being here now. I'm thrilled to be a member of this team. Yeah, of course, man. I feel like you're a great fit here too. The Freaks organization is really happy to have you on board and we love you like a family. Thanks. I think, sometimes it just seems like you say what you think will sound sound great, not really what you feel. Whatever. What? I told you good job, and you got mad at me. Whatever, Bron. Whatever, Bron. I got a lot of love for you, Bron, but come on. I don't want this trade. No, I'm cool. How do I decline this? Okay, things are going pretty well. We got another meeting. All right, we got a Jimmy Harden matchup. Let's go ahead and change it. I really don't even change anything, but I just do it to kind of, you know, get Buddy off my back. How's it going, Danny? Let's run a promo. Let's do... Oh, I always want to run the $1 million shot. It's so fun. I wish they'd tell you what happens, like if somebody made it or something. That'd be fire. What's up? Emperor Hardaway. It's time for scouting trip. Scout, you got it, bro. You got it. I don't want you in my office with that stupid backwards hat. Why is everybody calling me about Daniel Tice? Hey, Danny, I just feel like it. I just want to bring it to your attention that it doesn't feel like we're pushing the guys hard enough in practice. They're all super rested and we're sacrificing our ability to improve and progress. All right, you got it, trainer, man. Just don't come to me anymore. Troy Daniels is upset about the fact that he's sad at basketball. No, that we haven't extended his contract. Well, I will deny, bro. You better be ready to live life without me on the team. Okay, sure. We could trade him soon. Daniel Tice again. Now we're on a win streak. Bron did well. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to ignore Bron. Bron did well against his former team. Would like to talk to you about it. We're in the 2 seed right now, by the way. Want to know, let's do tough love. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad you're feeling good about things. The honest truth is that we still need to see a lot more out of you. You're right, man. And for what it's worth, I plan to get it done. Okay, so the tough love worked. He liked that better than me just being like, oh yeah, great job. I was going to say, if they got on me saying the tough love thing was bad too, I was going to be like, what do you want from me? I tried both approaches. GM upgrades? Okay, yeah, let's look at the GM upgrades. Appreciate you, Al. Okay, it looks like a lot of the stuff is locked, but as I progress, okay, I'll just get more stuff. Yeah, that's cool. Back in my office, December 10th. What's up, Chaz? Want to talk to you about the draft. What's on your mind? Just as a point of order, I need to know how you want to handle the scouting. Boatgate. What's going on? Staples, Baldwin, Petrovic try to recreate the banana boat magic. Oh, man, that was crazy. One tumble down the rapids. What? The big three got injured on a boating incident? How involved do you want to be in the draft? I can prevent findings at the end of the season or in between. Oh, man. Just show me the reports. You got it, bro. You got it. It's up to you, Chaz. So the trio from the draft in 2K18 got in a boating incident. That's crazy. What's up, Tex? How's it going, man? Little old me. Let me guess. Mighty fine. Right as the rain in the summer plane, my friend. What can I do for you today, pal? Just want to check into you. We're sitting at 1910. Want to get your thoughts on our position. Oh, well, I think it's too early to make too much of it one way or the other. Inevitably, some teams will start off hot, then peter out. Others will start cold, come on strong. When you look at a team in our position, it's especially tricky because these guys don't even know how to play with each other yet. It's going to take them at least a couple of months before they gel. Until then, we don't really know what this group is capable of, to be completely honest with you. You reckon that'll make it more burdensome to play some of that switch everything defense I've been hearing so much about? Man, Tex is starting to love ball. Seems to me you might as well be using an ox to plow the fields if you ain't switching on everything these days. Don't get me wrong, I love an ox plowed field as much as the next fella, but it simply ain't prudent from a business perspective if you don't take advantage of the latest advances in the field, pardon the pun. Look at you, Tex, talking about switching everything. I gotta say I'm impressed. Thank you, son. But to answer your question, yeah, with everyone being new to each other, everything's more difficult, especially picking up a defensive scheme like that. You gotta be completely comfortable with what you're doing out there if you're gonna switch everything. There's no time to think, you just gotta do it. It's gotta be instinctual. When do you stop trying to fight over the screen? When do you drop back? When do you tag the roller? All that stuff takes time to put together. There are some principles that carry over from other systems they're familiar with, but playing that kind of style of defense is exactly the kind of thing that will be harder for us to pull off the most because you've got to really trust your teammates so you can look dumb real quick. That don't sound none too pleasant. I can confirm that it's not, but we'll ease them into it. We use some simpler coverages at first, then kind of work in some of the more complex reads as the season goes along. People here switch everything and think it's as simple as that, but there's actually a lot that goes into it, and it's a difficult thing to execute at a high level. Sure, I'm sure it is, Danny. And speaking of executing at a high level, I wanted to pick your brain about development versus, a more win now kind of mentality. Seems to me that's a fairly tricky line to walk, bringing up the younglings the right way without flushing any notion of staying competitive down the drain. It's a good question, Tex. Ultimately, I leave that sort of thing up to the coach, but there's always a balance you got to strike if you're a team in a position like ours. We can't afford to sit the kids in favor of winning, but if you throw the winning out the window entirely, you're creating the culture of losing. In my opinion, it has a way of perpetuating itself if you're not careful. How do you know when one of the young fellas has to take his lumps and one needs to sit because he just ain't listening. Well, that's exactly the thing. You need to hold people accountable. We're really like the Spurs, bro. We got these young pieces. We got guys ready to win. Well, no, the Spurs they're young and they're winning. They're only vetted like Fox and Harrison Barnes, and they got some other guys. What am I talking about? If they're not putting in the work, for instance, that's a different situation than someone who's making an honest mistake. It's a difficult thing to figure out if you're an outside observer. Impossible, really, which is why I've got to trust coach to suss all that out among us. He's the one who best positioned to know when to push these guys, when to pull back a little, and when they got to sit. That's all on coach. Basically, it's complicated is what you're saying. Exactly right. I can assure you that's an assessment we're constantly making. We're very much aware of the need to balance development with a win-now approach. Well, thank you very much for your time, son. You're a grade A resource when it comes to getting me up to the speed on the finer points of the game, and I can't thank you enough for your patience, insight, and general demeanor. Always a pleasure, Tex. Lee's yapping my ear off. Who's in my office now? What's up, Al? I'm cool on the staff. I like our guys right now. We got a high-quality staff, actually. Everybody's got great rating. Yeah, no, this is all good. December 22. Man, it's almost Christmas. This better be important. What's going on, Taz? It's got 4 of my favorite guys, 4 sleepers. You don't trust our guys. I definitely trust them. I just trust myself the most. So how many of these guys can you take a look at yourself? Given travel schedules, can work on 2 at a time. Okay, yeah, so he's basically just saying, who do you want to look at? Let's look at these sleepers. Omari Akua, freshman out of Texas. Raw, skinny 7-footer with a developing outside shot. Outstanding rim protector with great length. Can guard 1 through 5. Sounds great. Let's take a look. Give me Devon Burke. Freshman, Arizona, 6'3" combo guard. Explosive athlete. Throws down highlight reel dunks. Willing defender. Not many offensive skills. Oh, wait. I can pick? Okay, Chaz. The first report I'd like for... Oh, so I can just go through this list. Okay. Well, it looks like a lot of these guys are pretty bad. But, oh, you can see the potential here. Dude, A+ potential on the 69 overall. Yeah, let's do Person and Chamber. Yeah, those seem like the best guys. Dude, we're rolling right now. Winning a lot of games. 26-10. Oh my gosh, we're rolling, man. We're fishing on the first day of the year. This is the cutscene from the start, and that sums everything up. Took less time than I imagined, honestly. You got the soul of a poet, Danny. It's hard to believe how quickly time's come and gone. This is so fire. This is going back to the start. I know what you mean, though. It's nice doing something like this every now and then. Really great to get out and relax for a spell. Of course, you know what I like most about fishing, Danny? What's that, Tex? The fish. Did you think it was a trick question or something? What can I say, Danny? I love fish, especially fish sticks. You ever have fish sticks, Danny? Of course I have fish sticks. Don't you just love them? More of a mozzarella stick. Mozzarella sticks are fire, especially from Chili's. We're talking about fried foods in the shape of a stick. My mama used to tell me, Tex, you eat more fish than a dolphin on a dinner date. Your mom called you Tex? She sure did. Where do you think I got it from? I don't know. I always figured it was some schoolyard type of thing. Well, I was known around the way as Tex from a very early age, but it was my mama who put it on me in the first place. I don't know. It sounds like a tall tale for me. I bet you're one of those guys who gave yourself a nickname, aren't you? Now that right there is slanderous talk of the most offensive magnitude. It won't be tolerated. What are you gonna do about it, old man? Oh, look at us talking trash. Me and Tex are just like peanut butter and jelly. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna take you to school on the blacktop. Bro always wants to hoop now. If you want to put your money where your mouth is, son, I'll show you what this mama's boy is all about. All right, let's do it, man. Let's hoop. The secretary put something in your diary. Don't you chicken out on me. All right, man. I'll be there. I gotta say, Tex, looks like you're having more fun than when we first met. Is that right? Yeah, absolutely. It's not like you were some Kermageddon or something, but I don't know. Just your general demeanor. You seem to be enjoying working away. I'm not sure you were at first. Funny you should bring that up. Just the other day, I was thinking to myself, Tex, you ain't had that much fun since I don't know when. Why do you think that is? I ain't never been invested quite like this before. Sure, I've been invested in a very literal sense, but I never had a real connection to my work other than, and making sure I made myself a mint. I didn't realize you could take so much pride in the work itself. What makes you so invested in this work in particular? If I'm being honest with you, son, it's got a lot to do with the team you put together. How so? I don't know. I guess it just feels different being part of something, well, bigger than yourself. Of course, Tex, I think a lot of people feel this way. Seems to me it gives a man a certain satisfaction to connect with his fellow man. Y'all are way more than the sum of your parts, and that's got an appeal that I never quite grasped until seeing it in action. It's awesome, to be quite frank with you. I'm not sure why I'm coming to this conclusion just now, but needless to say, it feels like a real humdinger of an epiphany. So much so that I'm right bit embarrassed it's taking me this long. Don't be too hard on yourself, Tex. We're all just doing the best we can. Some more than others anyway. Ain't that the truth? Nobody's got it all figured out, but the best of us never stop trying. Oh my goodness, here bro goes. Maybe it was all that private schooling in New England. They sure do push a fella to be a titan of industry back east. It's more important to win and dominate and crush the competition than it is to empathize and understand and collaborate. They dress it up in fancy mumbo jumbo like innovation and disruption and shareholders and this and wealth creation that, but at the end of the day, it's just taking what's yours at the expense of someone else. Wow, bro. Good character development. I used to think that was the only way, but these days I'm not so sure they don't got the whole thing entirely backwards. Shoot, I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling. But you understand what I'm rambling about, Danny? No, for sure, man. Or am I horrible short of a milkshake here. It's amazing how much you changed, man. You changed a lot, Tex. I always saw making money like it was some kind of game. You learn the rules, you devise a strategy, and you execute too. They actually had a lesson in this story and all. Simple as that. I didn't see how people factored into the equation one way or the other, apart from helping me get me where I needed to go. The only thing you talked about when we first met was money. I had what they call a one-trick mind, and that's exactly how I started off with y'all. All I wanted was to make myself a mint, so I immersed myself in this thing like I would with any of my business interests. That's how you win. You immerse fully. And in order to do that, I followed the advice of people who know more about this business than most. Welcome for that, by the way. It was on your advice that I decided to immerse myself in the teamwork aspect. I'll admit I was skeptical at first. Oh yeah, I remember, man. But it quickly became clear as a cucumber that there was a direct correlation between how well everyone got along and the success we found outside of our inner sanctum. Y'all have so much power over each other based on how well y'all do your jobs and how effectively y'all communicate with each other. It's downright remarkable. So remarkable, I started thinking to myself, I wonder how this might translate to some of my other interests. So I started putting in work to build up personal relationships anywhere I had an interest. I was regular Mr. Rogers, welcoming everyone to my community. And I'll tell you what, not only were my businesses flourishing like never before, but I felt mighty good to boot on a personal level. Honestly, I felt better than I felt in years. Now don't get me wrong, money is still very, very interesting to me. It ain't lost its alluring effect at all, but I'm starting to see how rewarding it is to be a part of the team, to pursue something bigger than yourself, and to develop strong personal relationships along the way. It shows, Tex. You're growing a lot, and I'm really proud of you. It's a shame that I couldn't learn this lesson years ago. I feel more foolish than a rooster on roller skates. My dog. Don't beat yourself up too bad. Everybody's got regrets. That may be so, but I can't help but get to thinking that if I pulled my head out of the sand a little earlier. Buddy got divorced? I could have saved my marriage. What happened there? Tales all the time, really. Man focus on work. Home life suffers. Man ignores wife. Man cheats on her with an IG model. No, I'm just playing. That wasn't on there. Wife leaves. Feels near biblical on a certain level. I mean, I struggle with home/work-life balance all the time. It's a really difficult thing to manage for anyone who's ambitious in any field. Once again, that may be so, but it's clear to me now what I lost in pursuit of my ideals wasn't nearly worth it. Not by a long shot, son. I still think about Martha all the time. I wonder what she's doing, if she's okay. I want to know little things too, like what she thinks about this season of The Bachelorette. Man, what? I thought it was pure nonsense, but she got a kick out of it. It ain't like she was a dummy. She was smart as a whip. In fact, it was just one of those, what do they call them? Shameful pleasures? Guilty pleasure. That's right. But it's the little things that like that I miss about her the most. Have you tried reaching out to her? We're about to save this dude's marriage. We didn't leave on the best of terms. Don't feel it's my place to initiate contact, if that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, but how much time has passed? Well, I reckon it'll be 10 years next month. Tex, that's plenty of time. Man, she might have a new man. You should reach out and tell her what you told me. Tell her you miss her. Tell her you're sorry. Maybe she's ready to hear that now. 10 years is a long time. You think so? Absolutely. Tell her you want to meet up again as friends. Talk to her about some things you've been thinking about and take it from there. What do you have to lose? You're already not talking to her. At least this gives you a chance. Look at me, man. You know what they say too. Coaches don't play. I don't get any girls, but I'm giving out gems here. I suppose you ain't wrong. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to give my dear sweet Martha a call. Nothing to lose, the love of my life to gain. What did he say? I don't know what he said. Nothing to lose, love of my life to gain. Okay, yeah. That's my guy. Proud of you, Tex. Appreciate, son. Now let's put the mushy stuff on pause for a moment. We got ourselves some fish sticks to catch. Golly, that was a long one. That was a fire talk with Freaky Tex. Rudy Gobert, man. I don't care about Rudy. We lost to Rudy. We're absolutely rolling, though. I don't see us necessarily making any trades. Look, we beat the Sonics, too. Haha. What's up, Chaz? What's up? We got the scouting reports. Wait, why can I only scout like these few guys? We already scouted Joel. I guess we'll scout these next two guys. Trade deadline's on the way. Oh, thanks. That's literally what I just said. I don't know that we necessarily need any trades because we're doing so well. Bron's averaging 30. P's averaging 21. Aiton's not doing much. Luka's not doing much. Well, I mean, I know we're winning, but I'll at least, see what's out there. Bring back K-Love. We could get Brad Beal with the 2. Dude, that'd be kind of nuts. Let's do it, bro. Blockbuster. Give me Bradley Beal. Give me Bradley Beal, bro. Let's do it. All right, Danny, we should adjust the roster. Coach has got it. And I know that was probably stupid because we're rolling right now, but... Oh, and wait. That was actually really stupid because Beal plays... Hold on. Can I play Braun at the 4? I probably can play Braun at the 4. Hopefully his overall doesn't get smoked if I put him at the 4. Oh my gosh, he's a 93. Yeah, that's not happening. All right, let's put Braun at the 3 again. Okay, Beal can't be traded again. Oh shoot. What's Beal averaging? 23? P's averaging 21. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, P. This was not supposed to happen. I just made a tactical mistake. Blake Griffin, and we get a good pick. Blake can play the 4. We'll have Beal at the 2, Braun at the 3. Or we can get the gang back together, bringing K-Love. Give me Blake, because we get this good pick too. And then we've got Blake, Braun, Beal. And then I just need a good, a better center. Let's go Daniel Tice, Troy Daniels. We'll throw in this good Pistons pick. Hoping I can get a good center who's still on like a cheaper contract. There's Kuz and Zoo. It's not bad, but probably not the center I'm looking for. No. Let me hit player finder, position center. Jokic is still making an M. It's obviously very low for Jokic. Miles Turner's at $3 million. So those are 2 centers we could trade for. Or on cheaper contracts. I don't know if we have the facilities to trade for Jokic at the moment, but I sure will try. I'm going to throw like Tice and just a bunch of draft picks at the Nuggets. If we can manage to get Jokic, oh my gosh, we're cooking. Now, you know what sucks though? We didn't really get like any pressers, like press conferences after we made our big moves. Like nobody was like, hey, what's up with the moves? Nobody asked me. All right, let me go get Miles Turner. He'll be a lot easier to get. We'll do TJ Leaf in this pick. They're not going. They'll go if I throw a few seconds. I almost guarantee it. I feel super confident that they'll... Okay, no. I still got another first for you. I don't want to do another first. I'll do seconds. Please, man. Oh my gosh. 3 firsts for Miles Turner, I guess, man. They're still not going for it. Oh my gosh, finally. Okay, so we got Miles Turner, Braun, Beal, Blake Griffin, Luka. And then let me try and grab... TJ McConnell, Daniel Tice. Guess that's not horrible for the bench. Are there any good free agents? Freaky Tony. Could we upgrade the bench at all? I think like Josh Jackson holds any value. We don't have any more firsts we can trade. I could go get Ersan Ilyasova, JaVale McGee. Bam Adebayo's nuts. Taurean Prince. I'll get Taurean Prince for a nice wing off the bench. Okay, Taurean Prince, Tice, McConnell, Troy Daniels. I think with the strength of the starting lineup, that should be plenty for us to win the championship. I know we probably could have won it without any moves, but, y'all know me. I like to do stupid stuff and make a bunch of unnecessary trades. Might lose a few games. Rudy Gobert would actually be kind of nice for rim protection, but we went out and got Miles, so we're cool. What's up, Tex? What's the goal, man? I was catching up with our scouting department. Yeah, what do you think? Okay, there's franchise cornerstones on the way. They're saying, finish with a record to get a top lottery spot. I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. That may be, but the way I see it here is our approaches. Okay, we shouldn't be aiming for the top of the mountain. Bro, it's too late for us to tank. Here's how I see this. I'm fine with whatever path you pursue, but I don't want there to be a middle about it. We're either duking it out for a chip or we're getting ourselves a top 8 pick. You can choose whichever route you like, but it's got to be one or the other. Time to retool while remain. Rings, Tex. That's what we're doing. Let's go win the rings. I'm talking about rings, boss. I think our guys have the goods. We should go for it. Hot diggity dog. I like your gumption, son. You got that good old-fashioned moxie that I can't get enough of. What can I say? I'm in this thing to win. I'm not fooling around here. No, sir, you most certainly are not. No, we're not fooling around, man. Like a sprained ankle, I'm not anybody to play with. Press conference February 6th. What up? What's up, Howie? I'm wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about this year's comp. Are you at all worried about the strength of the teams you're going up against? Maybe, but I like our chances. Maybe a little. There are a lot of very good teams in the league, and even the ones that aren't at the top of the standing, they're filled with the top 1% of basketball players in the entire world. This is the NBA. Everyone can play here. All that being said, I like our guys a lot, and I think we got a chance to compete against anyone on any given night. So yeah, I think it's fair to say we have a healthy respect for our competition, but I wouldn't categorize it as fear or say that I'm worried. We're ready to compete, and we don't back down from anyone. That's a fire answer. Great PR answer. We're like that, bro. We are like that. And post trades, if anything, we've gotten better. So the chemistry will just improve as the season goes on and we win more games. I think this championship year 1 is coming. It's on the way. Let's keep simulating, man. Oh, another meeting, February 22. Is it Tex? Contract extension deadline? We'll keep it pushing. I'm cool. Oh, another meeting. More reports. Of course, second batch. Appreciate you, Chaz. I'll go ahead and just have him scout. Dude, I don't know why we can only scout like 8 guys and some of them suck. Like, I don't even care about scouting them. Make the playoffs within 5 seasons? I had 5 years? Man, we did it in one. Hotel room. What's going on? What up, bros? Path has been illuminated for me. Oh, great. Oh, yeah. What does it look like? It looks like a week off. Man, go get another job. Is that right? It very much is. Would you mind if I took a week for personal stuff? Of course, man. You got it, man. I'm assuming you wouldn't ask me if it negatively impacted your ability to do the job, right? Of course not. I made a commitment to you, and I don't take that commitment lightly. Deceit is the fastest path to ruin. Okay, that's fine with me. Take care of yourself. See you later, Bruce. Namaste. All right, man. Whatever. What up, Chaz? Okay. Dude, I don't care about this scouting anymore. We pretty much know about who we want to know about. Go ahead and scout a person in Chambers again, because they're the best players. I'd like to know the most about them. But I don't even care about the draft. I traded away my picks. Bruce, what's up, man? You feel restored in a manner of speaking. One could say I'm a temporary hold, though the path was much different than anticipated. How's that? I lost in the Beijing World Invitational in the first round. First round. Bruce, I looked up the Beijing World Invitational. It's a double elimination bracket. It's impossible to get knocked out in one round. Look, I understand your trepidation, but the chess tournament was part of the journey, not the destination, my friend. Spit it out. What happened? Well, like I told you, I lost in the first round. Somehow defying laws of brackets, but continue. And I couldn't figure out what was happening. I double checked my astrological... The dish waterfall. He was meant to be playing mahjong instead of chess. It's a very exclusive game filled with world-class players in the back of the flower shop. Man, whatever. This guy's a loser. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How'd you do? He ascended to the third level of actualization. You did well against the best of the world. You see, I didn't want to go to Beijing just to play chess. It was about assuring that I could still walk the mental tightrope against fierce comp at a high level. Well, everyone has to sharpen the saw their own way, I suppose. What's your secret? Some people don't know how to listen to the tiles. Some don't. Me, I know how to listen to the tile. Better than chess pieces anyway. In this particular instance, I don't care about this. Life is funny. Okay, dude. Sure. Well, welcome back, Bruce. Welcome back, bro. That was the worst conversation ever. Everybody's got a Bruce in their life, though, and, you know, everybody rocks with that guy, so we're almost at the end of the season. That's it. We got an end-of-season press conference. What up, man? Congrats on making the playoffs. Thank you, Dr. Lupo. I appreciate that. Obviously, with you guys being an expansion team, expectations were low heading into the season. Can you talk a little bit about what you thought this team was capable of? Did your success caught you off guard at all? We were confident we built a winner. We got Braun, man. No, I wouldn't say this caught us off guard. We expected to be here, and we worked hard to be here. I think if you go into a season expecting the playoffs, by the way, Andrew's been real quiet. You're going about it all wrong. That kind of mindset's going to get you in trouble. This business is all about competing, so that's what we set out to do. You come up short, but you can't punt the thing before the game even starts. That breeds bad habits. He's saying I'm anti-tanking. Danny Silver. That breeds bad habits that you're going to have to deal with down the line. If you don't have the conviction you're going to be successful, you won't be successful. Simple. So that's how we approach the season, and that's a big part of why we're here today. We had the right approach. We put in the work. It paid off. Yeah. And the franchise valuation is up. The Brody wins MVP. 33-11-8 from Russ Westbrook. Marvin Bagley, Rookie of the Year. Shout out the Hornets. Dubious handle, 6th Man of the Year. Draymond, Green. DPOY. Nurk, MIP. Kerr, Coach of the Year. Oh, we do have to get through Kerr and them. The Cincinnati Freaks have LeBron James, All-NBA first team. No other Freaks on All-NBA. I probably should have kept P. We're number one out here in the East. Like I said, we'll probably have to face the Beast in the Bay once we make it to the finals. Bron averaged 28, Beal with 22, Griffin with 20. And I said once we make it to the finals because I believe we will get there. Luka didn't do too much, but I still kept him because I believe he can become great. I think Ayton could have too. We sweep our first round opponent. Texas a happy camper. Why is this morale only a 46? Maybe he isn't a happy camper. We're up 2-0. Boston gets a game, our first playoff L. What's up, Tex? I'm assuming it's going to be Tex. And so it's finally come to this, the last batch of reports. Oh my gosh, dude, scouting mid-playoffs? I don't care. I'm trying to, I got work to do here. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go around the room, and I want everyone to tell me who their favorite prospect is. Man, we're in the middle of the playoffs. You go last. I don't want your opinion influencing the rest of these guys. Daryl, so my opinion's not influential, basically, yeah. All right, whatever, Daryl. Go ahead. All right, I'll bless you guys with some of the excellence. Not that you deserve it, but I do have to coach these kids after all. So I'll let y'all in on the truth. Jaheim Woodley. We coached him. He's like an 81 overall. They're saying he's best in the class. Polished interior scorer, protects the rim, eats glass. What? Sets great screens, willing passer. Got a little bit of switchability on the defensive end. He's a 5 that can anchor any team, and he can do it right now. When you factor in how young he is and how much room he has to grow, no brainer for sure. Tad, he never says much. He says Jaheim as well. You're not just saying it because he did you? Man, you don't know. Man, you know I don't surround myself with yes men. Kid just knows how to play. Great size, great instincts, good head on his shoulders, good teammate. You know he's not going to bust. Okay. It's just a matter of how high ceiling is, and I think it's very, very high. All right. Al Wheeler likes Patterson. What do you like about him? He can read the game at a high level, wizard out of the pick and roll, elite passer, promising shooter, good size, great size for a primary ball handler. He's like a Ben Simmons could shoot. Why do we keep throwing that around? And I think the questions about his athleticism are overblown. He's the kind of player who can fill it up or make everyone on the team better, and he'll know which guy to be depending on the night and the matchup. I think he's a genius in a way that goes beyond what GM brings to the table. How about you, Bruce? What you got? Can one look at a seed and know it will grow? If one is trained to know what different seeds look like, yeah, of course one can. Exactly. What's your point? I'm not trained to understand the seed. I think that's more a Chaz department, don't you? Yeah, that's true, but I wanted to see if your third eye was telling you anything. If it could help you win at Mahjong with world-class players, who knows what it's capable of? You want a Mahjong? Oh my gosh. Astral phases. What are we talking about? Do you play? Of course I do. Oh, Daryl, bro, just, okay. Spread the third eye wealth. I had a dream about, what are we talking about? He was at a candy shop doing what? Filling a swimming pool with M&M's, what? Kendrick Lamar was there? What is going on? Chaz, what's up? I think Patterson's the surest bet. Akua has the high ceiling. If you want to go for upside, Akua's your guy. If you want to guarantee the kid won't bust, go for Patterson. Okay, great. Where's my thing standing? Whatever, D Swift. We got the playoffs to go. I give you a hug whenever. I'll give you a Duke Dennis hug. All right, thanks for today. Yeah. Can we go back to the playoffs, dude? We're up 3-1 on the Celtics, and we win the series in 5. We're in the conference finals. Freaky text. We will be winning a championship year number 1. Toronto Raptors up next. Game 1, we win. They take the second. We take the third. LeBronto. They win game 5 and 6. No, LeBronto. We can't blow a 3-1 lead. That is not how we are going out in our first season as an expansion franchise. That will not be happening. Game 7, we're on an 8-man rotation, and going short should really help us because, dude, our top guys are crazy. And we win big. 30 from Beal, 22 from Bryant. Yes. Okay, Rockets in the finals. We don't even have to see the dubs. It's Paul, it's Capella, it's Jimmy. Year 1 for the Freaks. We're 1-0. We're 2-0. They win game 3. We win game 4. They win game 5. Okay, Freaks, let's close this out in 6. I wouldn't mind jumping in and watching if the game was close. I mean, come on, 3 hours of tomfoolery. We might blow the lead. Why does this keep coming down to this? 27 from Beal, 26 and 13 from Braun. Well, these past 2 series, we've been knocking on the door, blowing a 3-1. We'll see if this time we actually do it. Okay, we start off well. The Rockets are cooked. We come to play when it matters most. 23 from Blake Griffin, 22 from Beal, 18 and 14 from Braun. Bench Miles Turner, text Tower said. But that is it. We have won an NBA championship. What's up, Ryan? First of all, Danny, I want to congratulate you and the Freaks on a remarkable run. To be the first expansion team in any major North American sport to win a championship is an amazing accomplishment. We did it year 1. Thanks a lot, Ryan. I don't hear Andrew hating either. It really is a special feeling for all of us in the Freaks organization right now. It's unbelievable. Could you go tell us a little bit about what's going through your mind as you reflect on the season? Andrew Sanderson is a bum. Well, you know, this is a really exciting time for everyone in the organization, for the players, the fans, and myself personally. In many ways, it's a culmination of a lifetime of hard work, and there are a lot of emotions that come flooding in at a time like this, which is why I'd take a minute to just kind of step back and remind everyone here that Taylor, I'll let you talk in just a second. Beyonce deserved, how did it go? The crash out speech. Okay, anyway, what's really important is the undeniable, controvertible truth that Andrew Sanderson's a bum. Sure, he's got his little schemes and his plots and a big pile of daddy's money, but at the end of the day, he's a bum. Plain and simple. I tried to go easy on him. I warned him I didn't want to do him like this, but he wouldn't listen. He kept trying to come at the kid, thinking he could, compete with me. So yeah, it's true, he looks incredibly foolish now, but it's not all bad. If it weren't for Andrew being such a bum, I might never look as good as I do. You know what I mean? And for that, really, truly thank him from the bottom of my heart. Thanks, Andrew. I've got a fire to be great that burns inside of me. Every time you do something to get under my skin, it puts another log on the fire. Without you, who knows where I'd be today. I can't thank you enough. Yeah, this is what we do. Freaks won the chip. Bron, 26, 9, and 7. We signed LeBron. We signed Paul George. We then traded Paul George. We got Beal. We got Blake Griffin. We traded Ayton for Miles Turner. Luka the Don's here. And the Freaks are champs, baby. We'll go run one last cutscene here. Oh, it's the budget for next year. Yeah, I'm cool. I won. That is it, man. If you enjoyed and you made it to the end, comment Freaks. Like, subscribe. We love basketball. Have a great day. And I will see you guys in the next one. We'll be running more MyGM if y'all still enjoy seeing these, man. If y'all continue to show love, I'll definitely be dropping more because I've been having quite the time with these. But yeah, have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.